awake and probably not at work or not busy at work. So it's a very convenient time.
Well, good. Welcome back.
Here we are.
Always happy to have you. Mary, of course, returning to our Alan Cox Show comedy tour this year.
Whoop, whoop.
Tickets for which on sale, albeit in diminishing numbers because people are snapping them up. But all the information at AlanCoxShow.com. We'll do Friday the 25th of this month at the House of Blues, and then we'll do Saturday the 26th at the lovely Kent Stage in beautiful Kent, Ohio. Pound Cake's back behind the glass.
Happy Monday, white people.
Don't ignore him. I'm wearing my headphones backwards today.
Ooh.
On purpose?
Because when I wear them properly, the cord is on my left side, and it's I don't know. I'm like, well, I'll turn them around. They won't sound any differently. I'll
gonna
just
say,
technically be wearing them backwards. They'll
Do you feel different?
Set back a little straight. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm very sensitive to my environment and my surroundings, but again, sometimes when you change a little, you change a lot. But
true.
it can be just the thing you need for something. Some inspirato. Who knows what heretofore unknown genius might spill from my mouth just from turning my...
You never know. I just recently changed my shower schedule. Like, you know how you do, like, the order of showering?
the order of it, yeah.
I just switched that up, and I'm liking it a lot better.
Now, what's the old one?
The old one, it would be shampoo, like, obviously get, wet and everything. And
Head
then
to
it
toe,
would be,
yeah.
head to toe. And then it would be shampoo, and then body wash, and then conditioner, and then my face, and then I rinse out my conditioner last. And I've recently switched to washing my body last, and then there's not so much conditioner. You know what I mean?
You let gravity take the... Yeah, okay. See, I think I do it the way you used to do it.
Yeah.
I'll do the shampoo first. I'll do the body. If I have to do any shaving or grooming, I'll do, But then you let the conditioner sit.
Right.
Right?
You put the
And you get
conditioner
that
in
out.
while you wash the body and do the shaving.
That's right. And
And then
you
the
rinse
last
that
thing
out.
you do is rinse.
Yeah.
But I have recently
All right.
washed the body after rinsing the
Well,
conditioner.
I was just reading a thing this morning that said that technically, they said people argue about preference, but it's actually better for your body rhythms and everything else to shower at night. Should
Really?
shower at night.
I prefer showering at night because then you get clean and then you get into bed clean.
Yeah.
Cozy.
And it's way
like
more
that.
comfortable.
And then you also don't have to worry about it when you wake up. Like, you don't...
But you still got crust in your eyes and probably in the crack of your ass.
You just wash your face. I don't get a crust in my ass.
Crust in the crack of your
that's
ass?
because of the way I shower. I focus mainly on the beehole, and then if I get to everything else, I do. But, mostly just making sure my beehole is squeaky clean.
That's right.
I feel like there's no better way to start the day than with the shower.
I
in the
definitely
morning.
wake you up.
Yeah, I think it's good to wake people up, but they're like, for the rhythms of your body, it can help you sleep if you shower. To me,
Yeah, I
showering at
prefer
night,
showering at night.
it's like I feel like I'm a little kid when I do that.
Like it's bath time then bedtime.
Kind of. I give my
Happens in
daughter
your
a bath
PJs.
every night, and then I put her in her jams, and, she's ready to go. I'm like, I should do that. And,
You get matching pajamas with her, and then you guys can go to sleep together.
I don't know why you don't already think we do.
I would not be surprised.
And we already do sleep. Yeah. She sleeps in between us.
I'm saying. That's, then it makes sense.
I know. If you want to join us today, please don't let any of this shower conversation dissuade you from doing so. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. 35192 if you want to text. Our live stream, if you want to watch, is at our YouTube channel, which you can get to, of course, at the bottom of AlanCoxShow.com. I got a letter from Lorraine, who said, when you guys were talking about the ball pit conversation, I don't know if you were here, if that was on a Monday or not, but we're talking about if they ever wash the balls in the ball pit.
That answer is no.
She said, my first high school job was at Chuck E. Cheese, and we did clean the ball pit regularly. Now, of all the places I would have thought would have been a little iffy on cleaning the ball pit, be Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
She said they did it. Now, I don't know how old she is, so I don't know how long ago she was in high school. She said the balls were all removed, and they were put into mesh bags. And then they put the bags in the bed of a pickup truck. Then you ran them through a car wash, and then you soaked them in a sanitizer solution. And while the boys were out washing the balls, we would scrub and wipe down the ball pit.
That's pretty ingenious.
I mean, yeah.
And how often do they say they did that?
Once a week, maybe?
Didn't say how often. I bet that they did it once a month, if that.
They probably just did it once, and they're like, well, that was a real pain in the butt.
We did that, yeah.
We did it, and that's all that matters.
We did
It's
it one
We
time.
can say we washed them.
Wouldn't you I would think that, like, little kids would have, like, allergic reactions to the soap and stuff.
I don't know.
From
I'm
a
sure
car
they
wash?
rinse them off.
Well, yeah, but still.
They're not
What?
letting it dry that way.
You don't think so?
They're covered in car wash soap.
Car wash
when
crust?
They get back.
Yeah, that rainbow soap that they
Yeah,
throw
yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
that's what I
you're
mean.
like, right.
To look festive.
Yeah, there's. Do you just rush through the car wash? You're like, oh, I'm all foamy. I'll just drive around and it'll fly off. You
Yeah.
understand? Like they rinse all that stuff off.
No, that's not how car washes work.
Yeah, they do rinse off.
No, I don't think so.
How do they work?
There's a rinse cycle. There's a rinse cycle.
I'm just going to see how mad I can make Bill today. I'm in a goofy mood.
You're not gonna make me mad over that.
Yeah, huh?
You don't know yet. Like I said, who
I'm a
knows
lot.
what's going to come from me flipping my
You
headphones
flipped
around.
your headphones. I
You
changed my
don't know.
shower.
I know.
Ugh.
You don't know what's going to happen.
You're in for it, Bill.
Yep.
Good luck.
Alan, these bathing tips are enthralling. You just wait until I do my full 20-minute toenail clipping segment,
Oh,
all right?
gross.
You think that's good. I still got some blue polish on my nails I got to get off. Yeah, we discovered that our daughter is terrified of car washes.
She just
So,
freaks out.
yeah, we're
Because
trying to
they're
figure it
scary.
out with... I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was so cool.
But what age do you love them? Because I remember being very, very scared of them when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and then building up a real enjoyment of them because I'm like, oh, these are safe, but they're kind of scary. So it was like a little adventure.
Yeah.
And then you get to a point where that magic even kind of goes away. And I remember probably when I was like 10, we went through one. And I hadn't been through one in a long time. And I'm like, yeah, I love going through the car wash. And we went through, and it's just like, that's it.
Right, that was the whole thing.
That's so boring.
That's
I was
what I
like-
used to look
I used
forward to.
be so into this and like thought it was so scary and
Mm-hmm.
creepy and like a whole thing, and it's just 5 minutes and that's it. Like,
That's
is
it.
there some suds?
But that's one of your first memories of dangerous fun, too.
Yeah.
When you think something might happen.
Oh.
Ooh, dangerous. Adults forget about dangerous fun, you know?
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot.
don't
There's
know
a
if I
lot to be
felt
had.
Dangerous, but it was something that was like.
When you're a kid, I mean, you don't know. You think the car could leak, or, you know.
Or yeah, you're like, I would always like check the cracks of the windows, like touch it to see if it was leaking.
And it was especially, but now they have like the laser car wash. When you were driving through the one with the big like mop things flopping
Yeah.
all over the place, that it was like driving through a monster.
Some of them still have the one
Yeah.
we go through, which does a great job, but
Yeah.
has those strip brushes or whatever.
I thought
That's
they
the
probably what it
rotating
is.
ones. that
Yeah.
start-
I thought they stopped doing those because they used to scratch people's cars.
I'm sure they've changed the materials, where maybe it's more of a terry cloth than a hard plastic. I think those big round plastic brushes used to scrape, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because they got into the whole the car wash game had a Me Too movement where they went through the laser no touch car wash for a long
Oh,
time.
jeez.
No touching.
No touch.
Yep. That car wash asked me up to his hotel room, and when he got out of the shower. Alan, I think it's preferable to wash the balls in the ball pit just before bedtime as well. That's a great point, too. Thank you.
is.
Mike in Parma. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay, listen, I'm going to break. I'm going to have passes for you to check out Yuri's night at the Science Center. That's going to be, that's the 19th of this month. It's a Saturday night, live music, local food. I believe Cleveland's own Mark Nolan is going to be your host for the evening as well. Ooh. Complimentary beer and wine, a costume contest,
Ooh.
and all kinds of other things. You can go to greatscience.com to get information on it, so we'll have passes for that coming back. 35192 if you want to text. We'll be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 W.
Hey everybody, welcome to Siding in the DMs.
So
We had a good weekend.
we had a great weekend.
Friday we saw Aladdin, which was so good. We'll probably talk about it more on the show, but it was fantastic, and they treated us right. They took care of us, which, I mean, just getting the tickets was enough for me, but they had food and free drinks, and it was just an awesome night. And the play itself is just next level. Like, it's so good. I like it more than Wicked, not quite as much as I like Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon is much funnier, obviously, but this was
Just the set design was just
set design was
everything
insane.
was on point. The pyro,
The singing, the costumes, the dancing. I was
Aladdin was hot. Really
Jasmine was hot. There's a lot of hot bodies. Hot bodies.
They said in that
men
Agrippa, there's
or
only
women.
like 2% body fat.
Yeah, it was and that, I mean, the fattest person in it is Genie, and he was fat.
And he was hilarious, and he stole the
was-
show.
He was fantastic, which you'd want the Genie to steal the show. I mean, he steals the movie too. So this guy was great, and he's funny, and what was the song that they did right before we went to intermission? Never Had a Friend Like Me.
Yeah.
I had chills. Like, hair was like, the hair on my hand was like standing on end. Like, it was incredible. And that was such a cool night. And then you went home. I dropped you off.
Mm-hmm.
And
we just had a movie night.
You just had a movie night with a new friend.
A new friend.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dating on Tinder, so I've just been,
And that was all right? That ended up okay?
Yep. He stayed
good.
the night.
You got your hair cut. You're looking nice and fresh.
Thank you.
Nice fresh cut. Mm-hmm. Nice summer cut, ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and then I went to Porco, met up with
was
a friend
that?
there. That was fine. I mean, we just hung out and just had
How
a
much
couple
money did
drinks.
you spend? Because,
Like
drinks...
$50.
$50? I could buy literally lunch for me and my date for $50. Like,
I understand that, but that's not Porco. Porco is an experience.
fair enough.
And, we had a few drinks. So it was fun. It was a good night. Good, just hang out. And then Saturday, I was with my kids all day. Went to Dave & Buster's and then watched
I
the
saw that
Cavs
on
game.
Instagram story.
And, man, that Cavs game was incredible. I love it. I love what the Cavs are doing. It's so crazy to be witness to this.
Yeah. LeBron,
that's how important and that's how big of an influence
LeBron
has is that he's got gay people watching basketball.
It was on.
It's not the finals.
It was on at the club.
It's not the
and
finals.
I was just sitting there because I got there around 9 o'clock and I'm just watching it and then I'm like, I gotta watch this for another hour. We're about to go into overtime. LeBron was like, no, not today. Swish. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah.
She's in another room watching us.
You're very loud today. That's okay. And then, do you do any Sunday fun day activities? What'd you do?
What did I do? No, I didn't do nothing. I just went and got my hair cut, chilled with a few people, and
I saw Avengers for the third time. You want to come on in?
Gosh, get over it.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good though. I love it. It makes me happy. And my son hadn't seen it yet, and he wanted to see it, so I took him.
What?
Come on in.
Hi.
Mary Santora's here.
Please in.
Hello.
She's very festive with her WMMS shirt.
I found this in my trunk.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Oh, so you just put us in your trunk. Okay.
Mary's going to be sitting in on the
It's from
show
opening day.
today, but this might air on another day too. But Mary. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter.
Here I am. Oh, Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram at Mary_Santora on Twitter.
And she's part of this year's Alan Cox Show comedy tour.
Hell yeah.
She's headlining the Kent stage night.
Yes.
And she's going to kill it. She's going to
be so much fun.
She's going to be so good.
Still
she's
very
so funny.
single?
Still very single.
Very single.
In case you're out there and attractive and tall and have a job and nice and funny. And
So
You
there's
gotta have
not that many
transportation.
requirements.
yeah, a job. Probably a job is
Yeah,
good.
job.
Or a car.
Yeah.
Car.
Transportation.
You can have they can have anyone can have a job. You can work at Subway and they could walk there.
A car is actually pretty important.
Cars are
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
have a car.
How else are you
So
gonna
have
get
a car.
sloppy?
Yeah.
How else are you gonna get sloppies on the side of the road?
Ew! You don't do that. You do that.
Mary, you're so sweet. You're
I
so
believed.
sweet.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Apparently right now, Sloppy's on this. Just giving
Road
weekends.
sloppies?
Yeah, just kind of update on our weekend.
I didn't do any road sloppies this weekend, did you?
No.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sign in the DM.
What's up, guys?
I am back on a health kick, trying to be healthier because I put on
Sweaty.
a bunch of weight, and it was
It's not a bunch. You're
it's
still a sliver of what you used to be.
right, but it's more than I'm comfortable with. I don't like the way I look right now, so I got to get back on it. So
You
I'm
don't have the
eating right.
fat chin.
I don't have the fat chin.
No double chin.
My face has always stayed pretty, it goes out, it doesn't go whole. So I've always been thankful for that because it goes I just get chubbier cheeks. But yeah, being in the relationship and then going through the depressing phase of the relationship, I was eating my feelings, but I'm out of it and I'm feeling better. And now I'm exercising and eating right, and hopefully we'll drop some pounds before the comedy tour, which the pre-sale started today, but you might not be watching this on a day when the pre-sale started. So basically, tickets are available now. If you're watching it today, May 3rd, you can get tickets using pre-sale code WMMS.
Ooh, he's got it down pat.
Yeah.
People ask me things people ask me the code to the CLE clothing. I don't know. People ask me when they about the
Grill.
tickets.
It's
I don't
grill.
know.
Grill. Because you don't listen to anything that doesn't have
I
to do
do.
with you.
No, I do listen, but I can't retain it. I listen in the moment. I listen, but I couldn't repeat it back.
Well, you gotta pay.
I have
You
so
gotta
many
lock it
things-
in the vault.
I
Lock it
have
in
so
the
many
vault.
things pacing through.
Get it in the vault. But yeah, see, the thing is, I tried to get to the gym earlier today, but I got my hair cut, so it's nice and trim on the side. The top is still the same hair, still curly. It's just wet because I just got out of the shower. But then Alan talks about how he's not a sweater. I wish I wasn't a sweater. I get going, and then my body just sweats.
It's weird
for 40 minutes.
Because some people
there's nothing I can do about it.
Some people don't sweat, but they stink, and some people don't stink, but they sweat.
Yeah, I don't stink. I just sweat.
No,
so.
I'm a stinker. I'm a stinker.
Yeah.
Like like you may see a little dribble around like my little areas around my nipples, but smell my pits. Oh no, it's going down.
Like, for me to get really stinky, I have to not put deodorant on for like 2 days, and then also like be really, really physical. Like, I don't get real smelly, but boy, do I sweat when I work out. And this, even when I was at my like lightest, I was still just as sweaty when I would work out.
Wow.
Just goes and just pouring sweat. So that's and when I was in the Philippines, oh man, it was 90 degrees every day with like 100% humidity. There was like no point of even putting on a dry shirt because it was going to be drenched in sweat within the first like 20 minutes that I was outside.
Dude, how does anybody like enjoy that? When people go on vacation, like you literally have to either be shirtless or like in like a little tank top all day because why would you
and I had
like,
to wear layers because I had to wear the special underwear, which is basically like an undershirt, like, and then I had to wear long pants, dress shoes, and then a short sleeve button down shirt. So that's a lot of clothes to have on in 90-degree weather. So
what was the point of the underwear? What significance did that have?
This is how they explain it to us. Basically, they say that because there's no like paid clergy in the Mormon church, and you make these covenants once you go through the temple, promises. It's like the next level of baptism. You wear these underwear as like reminders of those promises that you made. So they got little marks on them. No, man, I know. That's why I gave it up.
One of the reasons. I would.
So you got these little marks on them that are supposed to be reminders of your daily life, and they're supposed to protect you from sin or like temptation and crap like that. I got my dick sucked in those things.
Exactly. Like I'm too vain for something like that. Like if I would have no motivation to do anything if I wore coveralls like that. Like if I had a ripped hot bod and I wanted to like show it off, or like I have a giant dong and I can't like wear crotch digger pants. I gotta cover it up in that. Like I'm not gonna.
Well, the underwear is just basically boxer briefs.
Because
those are still like snug on your body, and then the shirt's just like a real thin like V-neck undershirt. So
I've seen a couple Mormon guys, and I'm just like, Jesus. I was like, you're hot, and I was like, you'll never. It's just like when you see like a Amish girl, and you think she's hot, she's like all that,
and then they do like a makeover, and then you're like, oh yeah.
On planet Earth. Yuri's Night back at the Great Lakes Science Center Saturday, the 19th of this month. Live music, local food, complimentary beer and wine, a costume contest. I believe young Mark Nolan will be your host. GreatScience.com for all the info. Get your tickets if you strike out here. But a couple of tickets for you to have fun over there. Good luck. Caller 12, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Cracking a beer? Good. Cracking your screen? Bad. Cracking your ex's screen, then having a beer? Perfect. The Alan Cox Show.
WMMS.
3519, so want to text, want to watch? Do you like to watch? Live streams at our YouTube channel at AlanCoxShow.com. Mary Santora is here.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
Oh, hey, here I am.
Hey, Mary, you have any shows coming up this weekend?
This weekend, I sure do. I'm going to be at the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls this weekend with Brian Kenny, who is another very funny Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour alum. He and I are co-headlining down there.
I felt like I was shooting him down this morning. He goes, hey, can I come in later in the week and talk about the show? I go, well, Mary's coming in. She'll talk about it.
Right? It's so funny.
Make him sit. He'll probably be in later this week, though.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
Brian. Yeah.
Brian's great.
Yeah, he's very funny. First time the two of you have ever co-headlined, as I understand
Also
it.
true, yes.
Yeah.
We're super excited about it. It's going to be a great time. You can call 330-923-4700, and they also just added ticketing to their website.
Yes.
So that's a new feature.
In 2018.
I was going to say they had to be
just
dragged
added
kicking and
it.
screaming into internet commerce.
Right.
All
And
right.
that's funnystop.com. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Excited to work with. I haven't. It's so funny because when you have friends that are also working comics, you never get to do shows together.
Right.
Because everyone's out doing other things. So I'm really excited to see a legit set from Brian.
It's like when a couple of big bands go on tour together.
Yeah, like not just 5 minutes goofing off at an open mic. Like I'm excited to see him do a full set. So you don't get to see that very often. So yeah, I'm super pumped.
You'll find
Not
Mary
much has changed, by the way.
on Twitter at Mary_Santora and Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram.
Yes, that's me.
Cavaliers go into the Game 4 tonight. They can close it all out tonight.
They will close it.
8:30 here on WMMS. Tribe have the night off, so it's a Cavaliers night all the way around. They're in Toronto, yes?
No.
They're here.
Yeah.
All right.
They are
They
here.
will be.
Oh, that's right. Game 3 was here. Game 4 is here. Congrats, by the way, to Dennis Vargo in Fairview Park. He was the one who got tickets for tonight at WMMS.com.
Nice.
Everybody who entered and qualified over the course of the weekend, we chose his name at noon today, and he was notified shortly thereafter. So, Cavs can close it all out tonight at home. 8:30 on WMMS tonight. Your FM home for Cleveland Cavaliers basketball. Here's the winning song in our last round of our impromptu Cavs rally song contest. This is from Jesse or Jay or some kind of J name.
Ball, basketball, dribble it, get it, basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? Ball, basketball, dribble it, get it, basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? His name is LeBron James.
Yeah, he went the Kid Rock route, and that got
nailed
him.
it.
That was the first of his two songs because he
so
made it to the final round.
The first always seems to be the better of the two. Everybody's always caught off guard with the second one, but that one was, that's one for the ages right there.
That's when it's truly impromptu.
They
When
might-
they get to that second round.
Basketball.
Yeah, they might just turn that into a real song because why
basketball.
wouldn't they?
Ball, basketball, dribble it, get it, basket. Cavs are
Dribble
going
it.
to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? Ball, basketball, dribble it, get it, basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? His name is LeBron James.
I like his
the-
breaths. He keeps saying
LeBron
James.
Good for him. If you
so
need some
funny.
gear, I would hit up CLE Clothing. They've got the When You Play Cleveland, You Play the Whole City t-shirts.
Ooh.
They're always kind of mixing things up over there. CLEclothingco.com. The code to get you 20% off everything you get throughout the month of May is GRILL, GRILL. So if you shop online, just type it in there. But if you're in any one of their stores, just throw your pile of threads onto the counter and say, grill. Call the
And say
person.
it just like that.
Say it as creepily as you possibly can. You throw some CLE socks up there. You got a The Land hat. You get it up there, and then you kind of you beckon whoever's behind the counter over to you as though your voice is weak and you would be unable to speak in a normal volume. And as they lean over, you position yourself ever so subtly toward their ear and you say, grill. And then as they recoil in horror, they'll still have to give you 20% off. And as they go home that night from working their shift, will hate themselves for having had to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But nevertheless, every day in retail is a fresh hell, right? It's a new
Yes.
experience.
I used to work retail before
We
I
all
was in
did.
the bar.
Oh, yeah.
American Eagle.
Hey, I'm wearing American Eagle jeans.
Me too.
I'm
It's
coming
like the
back.
only jeans I buy.
Coming back around to them. I wore them years ago, and then I kind of strayed. I wear Uniqlo jeans. I was wearing what else? I tried H&M for a little while. I came back around to American
I like 'em.
Eagle.
I've always been a big fan. I mean, they're just comfortable and they last forever. I'm a big fan of American Eagle jeans. And I was a denim expert, so
Denim expert, huh?
I was a denim expert at American Eagle. We had like 2 people from every store that were denim experts. So we would have like, yes, oh please, I will brag about this all day. I had a pin. I had a little like flare to put on my name tag. Yeah, so like if someone came in and they're like, hey, I like my jeans to fit this way. And I'd be like, oh, what kind of wash do you like? What kind of this? What kind of leg opening? And take them through the whole denim experience.
That's how you became a denim expert. Did you have to do any classes on the weekend at the Learning Annex or anything like that?
Not the Learning Annex, no, but they did give us little booklets.
Well, I was going to say, couldn't you just point the cards on the shelves now are pretty descriptive of what
Yeah.
the jeans. You can just point them the card.
You could.
Can't you just try
But
them
then
on
you-
and touch them?
But then
isn't
you
that a
lose
thing?
the personal touch of someone assisting you in shopping.
It's a way to
I
engage.
don't like to be assisted.
It's a way to engage the customer.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, please leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm
like,
that way.
I grab my stuff. I'll grab like 5 pairs just so I don't get like talked to and go to the dressing room. Like I have many options. So if I don't like this one, I'll try this one. I don't want anyone. Oh, you need a bigger size? Like, nope, I got 5 more in here.
All the
But see,
retail jobs I
leave
worked
me
is when I
alone.
was behind a counter.
Oh, you're like
I
cashier.
That. There's a natural barrier because they have to come to you for questions, and maybe you'll come out of the pit and help them out or whatever. But that would be organically. They would just come to you. Hey, do you guys have
What's like
this on laser disc?
Some people like being
It might
sold.
be over there.
Some people like being sold. I don't. I don't like being. I feel like. I don't know. I'm being like taken advantage of. Even if it's something that I need, I don't like being sold it. Like I just want it to be there. And if I have questions, I'm an ass.
Right, but if you're
Right.
in a store, you realize you are inherently being sold too.
I'm
so
buying it.
Right, but if you don't know what you're looking for,
I'm not that type of person. I don't go into a store not knowing what I'm looking for. I don't.
you
browse.
never walk in and look around.
No.
Okay.
You go in and you say, I need a pair of whatever, 32s
If I'm
in
at-
a dark blue, and this is what
He's
I
not
need.
that tall.
If I'm at
I
a
don't know.
if I'm at a mall, I know what stores I automatically want to hit. I'm like, okay, I need jeans, Hollister. I know what type of jeans I like. Like, I'll look to see if there's any other kinds I might like. But they're all in the same area. I could find it for myself. I feel like people are
Hollister is still around?
Hollister's
Are
still
they?
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
Well, I know
So-
that. I just didn't know if they were still around.
Yeah, they're still around. Some
Those are
of
the
them.
kinds of stores like
They're going
Abercrombie
under,
all
yeah.
closed
It
down.
was so dark and stinky. They just would
You have to
walk around
spray.
and play. Yes, just
Yeah.
spray the cologne.
And they're like,
you can't even-
hi, welcome to Hollister. We have, blah, blah, blah.
I used to do
pants
that,
and
man.
shoes. I'm like-
Greeting. It was
I'm like-
the worst.
But so you used to do that. Is that why you don't like it now?
Oh, no. I was ugly, so I was an impactor. They said I wasn't good.
Does that mean it looked like something impacted your face?
You stay in the back. You stay in the back in full clothes.
You had to fold jeans because no one
Impactor.
likes your
Yeah,
face.
I was ugly.
You were a stock boy.
That's so funny.
What is impactor?
Impactor is just a word for stock boy. Like,
Why did they have to give that a
Because
word?
they're
Because it's a cool
bougie.
place, and they got to make up cool names.
Yeah.
Right, but how did they explain impactor to you?
Impactor.
When they
You
hire
just do
you?
all the
You're not going to be on the
inventory.
floor. You're going to be an impactor.
You can work your way up to being customer service representative up at the front.
But can you get more attractive? Like, what were you gonna do to be more?
You got to work your way
Nobody
up.
there is ugly. It's just hierarchies. Like you're cute, then you're hot, then you're Hollister model hot. Because even the guys that were working the store, they weren't hot enough.
Boy, I
to
bet
be
that's a
the
narrow pull out this way.
They weren't hot enough to be the shirtless models like on like in front of the store on Black Friday. My friend actually, he is probably one of the best bodies I've ever seen in my entire life. He was so pissed that they didn't pick him to be the shirtless model because he was too short. So they're really, really specific on
Are
the
you
people
sure
that
they weren't
want.
calling you a compactor, as in trash compactor?
No, it's Impactor.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
He impacts the whole store.
So I remember I had
With
this
his
Are
folding
you sure it
and
wasn't
stocking.
unpacker?
The unpacker.
You're unpacking
You're going to be our
boxes?
unpacker.
No, I remember this little twink boy. He was just so, ugh. Like he just thought his, shrimp didn't stink, and he was just like, "Yeah, you're an impactor. You get back there." I'm like,
It is funny how seriously some people take their
"Oh
retail
no, you
job.
get paid the
Dude,
same."
you
Even
don't
if you
even
go, even if you go to
know.
like crazy high-end stores, if you go to like, Coconut Beach or whatever
Mm-hmm.
in Miami or whatever, you go to Rodeo Drive, you'll walk into these places, and of course, it's rich people spending money. But I'm like, you're still working behind a counter.
You can't
You're
afford to
still,
shop here.
you're still
Dude.
ringing people up.
After American Eagle in college, I worked at Coach, the designer handbags.
Sure.
And
Not the TV show from the 80s?
No, not that one.
She was Jerry Van Dyke's personal assistant.
That's what. Yeah, I was his denim expert.
That would have been
Right.
way cooler.
But it was.
All right,
but
go,
it was in
go ahead
Toledo.
and tell your story that I'm not going to pay attention to because
You
it's
don't
not
pay
about
attention
Coach.
to me anyway.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with Bill. I don't need to talk about real whatever.
All right. Well, tell me this, and then we'll get to the bone picking.
Okay. So anyway, it was like they're expensive handbags, $400, $500, $600 handbags.
That's right.
So you have to treat those people with a little bit more, I guess you could
And
say
they
respect.
expect it.
But they do. But the thing is, it would make me laugh because people would get like all like upset about some things, and then I'd be like, dude, you're still shopping at a mall in Toledo. Like, this isn't, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I don't know. But I think that does come with a certain amount, like when people are, I'm spending X amount of dollars.
But it was just so ridiculous because these guys were making the same amount of me. Like I was pretty much paying to work there at that point because I was making. You would have like 3 days you would be scheduled for, and 2 of those days would be on call. So they might call you 2 of the days. So you're really only getting like 1 day guaranteed a week. And I would get paid at the time. Minimum wage was like $7.25.
Right.
So and you have to buy their clothes to wear them. I don't know how it is now, but back then you used to have to buy their clothes.
Did you get a
and wear
discount?
them. you got a discount, but still my checks were like $90, and
Right.
I would spend like $30, $40 on the clothes. So that's half my paycheck right there.
Denim Expert sounds made up like Mountain Observer.
No, I swear they're real. Oh my gosh! I bet I have that stuff somewhere. That it says like Denim Expert. I'm telling you,
Didn't
that
say
was a
team
real...
member. It said Denim
Nope.
Expert.
I was a Denim Expert,
that
and
im-
I was the top credit card salesperson at our store too.
So that implies, what the hell does that mean?
Like the American Eagle credit cards, like you have
that
to
you'd
sell
push
them.
it.
Yeah,
I see.
So you pushed a lot of people into debt. Good job.
Dude, that's why my credit's all screwed up because I got an American Eagle credit card the day I turned 18. I wanted cute butt jeans, and now I can't get a car loan.
So denim,
It's garbage.
yeah, but now that you got a hitchhike, your ass will look great. So
Right,
it
there
all
you
worked
go.
out. What? So that implies a hierarchy. If you're a denim expert, were there denim apprentices?
No.
Okay.
No,
Nope.
it was just there was just
You went from
that was it.
nothing
Sales
to
associate
denim expert.
Not a
to
denim in
denim
training.
expert. No, in trainings. No.
Wow. All right. Let me try to give away some money here. We got $1,000. I always say try, but it's always given away. So I hope it's you. Good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's money to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Now, on to this bone that you've got to pick with young Bill Squire.
Young Bill Squire. Well,
What happened? Is this over the weekend?
This is not really. This was actually just a couple minutes ago.
Wow, it's
At
as
the beginning of the show.
timely as today's headlines.
That fast?
At the beginning of the show.
This is a fresh
so-
wound, Bill.
So my sister and her boyfriend are moving in together, and so I need a place to live. And I was talking to Bill about maybe getting an apartment together and
Wait.
being roommates.
Back up.
What?
You were living with your sister,
I am living with my sister. Yes.
and her boyfriend is moving in.
No. They're gonna get a place.
They're getting a place.
Right.
And you can't stay where you are.
No.
You're asking if Bill wants to move in with you.
No, for us to get an apartment together. And he said no. That
You-
he doesn't want to live with a cat. But I don't think that's the real reason.
Oh, that's got to be the reason. He
That
just
is the
came out.
reason.
He just
Yeah.
came out of a
That's the
serious
whole
relationship
reason.
with cats.
It's a huge reason.
Yes. He's still hurting from the last one, and he
The last cat?
Well, he associates cats
Well,
with
sort
that
of, yeah.
relationship. You know, right? Some cat he's not getting anymore.
Hey. But that was.
No, but
he
that's the
sent me
thing.
this
Is I keep
beautiful
doing.
apartment.
I keep doing
and
this
he's
thing.
doing this teaser to me where he's like, look at how great this place is, and look at this view and this, and then he's like, I applied for a 1-bedroom. I was
Where do
like,
you live?
You
Right, but
jerk.
I didn't even fully apply for that one. So I'm taking my time. I'm trying to make the right decision for me. It'll be like Gold Coast, great view, really nice apartment.
It was killer.
But I don't want to live with a cat. And I keep doing a thing where I am making compromises for things that I don't like, and then I have to pay for it down the road. And
Well,
I'm
especially
done doing that.
I can see making a compromise for a girlfriend, but not for a roommate.
Right. No,
Right.
I get it, but that would be so cool if we had a bachelor pad.
A bachelor
A
pad.
bachelorette pad.
Bachelor pad?
We could have parties, and we could drink beer on the porch.
All you gotta
Like,
do- So the
wouldn't that
cat
be
is
so-
not
All you got-
negotiable?
The
all
cat
you
is
gotta
not-
do
I'm
is
not
get
getting
rid of
my
that cat.
I'm not getting rid of my
All you
cat.
gotta do is get rid of that cat.
Good
That's
luck.
not fair. She's
Good
my
luck.
pet.
Good luck finding a roommate who's going to be cool with a cat.
Are most people not cool with cats? Is this a real thing?
I think people who have their wits about them are into cats.
I mean,
Mike Polk excluded. He's got a
I should
whole.
move in with Polk.
He's on a whole different plane. You move in with Polk.
yeah, there you go. Our cats
Sure.
can be best friends.
There you go. You could have a whole wing just for the cats.
We could like what are those in-law suites
Something.
for our cats? And we'll put,
Why not?
That would be great. Now,
Yeah,
see
so-
now.
So how soon
I'm gonna
until
have
you got to
hit
be
up
out?
on They're talking like at the end of the summer, so it's not even like a pressing, but it's something I would have to find.
Yeah, lots of bad
relatively
things
soon.
could happen by then.
Hey,
Who knows? Maybe you won't have a cat by then.
Bill keeps talking about my cat running
Or
away or
they
dying.
might have some smackdown, drag-out argument, and they say, "Screw it."
No way.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything.
You want me to slide in there and break them up? That way you
No.
have a place to live?
No.
Okay, fine.
Slide in there and break them up.
Because he's a cute dude. I'll do it.
He's a good-looking guy. That's funny. But yes, that was my bone to pick because he's like, Bill said, I have a lot of reservations. The big one is the cat.
Right.
Well, I
Which
also
means that there's more.
how are you when it comes to finances?
Here's the thing that makes me so incredibly aggravated about you is that I will talk to you as a friend about something that maybe an issue I'm going through, and then you just think that's how my life is. If I'm like, hey, Bill, I've come up on some money issues. I can't go out, or I have this, or whatever it might be. Now you're like, oh, you're irresponsible, and you don't know how to deal with money.
But
that's what it becomes.
In Bill's defense, and at the risk of giving you a bone to pick with me, too.
Here we go.
Anyone who follows the lovely Mary Santora on social media senses a pattern along the lines of, I woke up on my face and now my purse is empty.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
You've just had
on my face.
Whatever.
How often
I'm
do you
paraphrasing.
post, oh, I'm overdrafted again?
Right.
Like that is
Okay, now
that's a pretty frequent post by you. And you
First
also
of all, it's happened 4 times this whole year.
And how did you move? That's a lot.
Well, and that's what I told you straight up. I can't see you, and it's making me crazy that I have to sit back because of this. I told you straight up when we were talking about the apartment, and I said, I can't afford that much. If you want to try something different or this or that or the other thing. So it's not like I'm lying to you. It's not like
I understand that. But
by
it
the way,
still gives me reservations.
how are you going to get a lakefront condo?
Exactly.
But it's not that bad.
It's not?
I mean, it's expensive. If I'm going to get this one, it would help me to be with like a roommate.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Like Cody Cooper's grandma.
Right. That's the ideal situation because then it's free.
Right. There you go.
She invited me to move into her house, into her bedroom the other day. I'm like, Grandma, we're not there yet.
I'm going to need you to move into my bedroom.
We're not at that point.
Yep. She's got a cat too. It's a bit older.
No. But yeah, so you
I get
have that.
what you're
and
saying.
then also, why did you move in with your sister?
Because my apartment was $850 a month.
Okay, so that's expensive and wouldn't be that much for you.
It was when I was living by myself.
Yes.
And I told you that straight up, but it's like,
and I know, and that's
and
and when you tell me things like that, it gives me reservations about sharing financial responsibilities with you, and I think that's fair.
Yeah, but overdrafting my bank account, I've never missed a payment on important things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like my bills are paid, my rent is paid.
Okay.
And then I have to put cash in right away.
She'll just be eating all your food in the refrigerator.
Right. I get what you're saying, but it's also like, I've heard you say to friends of ours, like, Mary's terrible with money. It's not. It's not that I'm out buying things or spending money on things I can't afford or whatever it might be. The times when I will end up going negative in my bank account are after I come off 12 days on the road.
Right.
So what do? Do I stop going on the road?
No, you got to just be prepared for when you go on the road so that you have a big enough cushion to go on the road and make it work.
Bill, remember.
But how do you do that? Were you doing that when you were going on the road?
Yeah.
You weren't sleeping in your car and taking $100 where you could to try and make it work and build a name?
Well, I would
Pardon
do that,
me, taking $100 where you can?
You get what I'm
Care
saying.
to clarify?
No, but I would make
Like
sure.
that.
I don't have a car, but I got these sweet-ass jeans from Hollister.
And I'd have times where I would have to go take the gig and do that. But for the most part, I would make sure that I would not spend money so that when I was out on the road, I wouldn't be in trouble for that period of time. And then I'd also make sure that I was putting money in the bank as I was out on the road. Like I had a bank account with a bank that was pretty much everywhere, so I could always be putting money in as I got it.
So you think he's misrepresenting your financial acumen?
I think that he is drawing conclusions where he doesn't really know them. Like when I'm talking, when I say something to him as a friend or as a this or this is something that happened or post a dumb Facebook status, then he's just like, oh, you're just a terrible person when it comes to A, B, and C. You don't have your life together on this level, this level, this level.
And you're saying he should know you better than that.
Or just don't make assumptions.
Yeah. Remember, Bill, when her bank account goes low, you go high. All right? Just remember that. Take the high road. All right.
I'm just trying to.
Well, that clarifies for me because, like I said,
But
poor Mary, looks like it's a rough weekend again.
But those are never rough weekends. Like, oh, I can't believe I went out and picked up $1,000 bar tab. It's never anything like that.
Right.
It's always like a product of I haven't been working because I've been on the road.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not I made $500 at work last night and went crazy. You know what I mean? It's never anything like that.
Right.
So yes, I will agree. Yes, I could be better about maybe budgeting or whatever.
And that's one of my concerns.
Alan, my current roommate, has cats. Never effing again. Buttholes on my counter, litter in my tub, the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Our cats do not give an F about anybody or anything.
No, if people say my cat, our
Dude,
cats. Cats don't care about their surroundings.
They're just so.
Cats in general.
They harass me, and my roommates think it's so funny. They think it's a joke. They know they're not allowed in my room because everywhere in our house is just covered in cat fur, and I'm just not.
And that is something that I do not want to deal with.
I'm not here for it, and I have 2 of them, and they know they're not supposed to go in my room, and it's like they plot against me because the moment I leave in the morning, I grab my, I'm so excited about the day. I grab my water bottle, my keys, my backpack. I'm like, see you later, guys. Love you. And then I walk out, and they're
That's what
like,
you say to the cats?
No, I'm talking to my roommates because I leave first before anyone.
You say bye, love you?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Just in case
Oh,
something
please.
happens.
Yeah, okay.
I love
Right.
you is the last thing he said.
I love you.
Just in case I get
I'd hate for my last
accident.
words to be, don't forget milk.
Right.
And then as I walk out, they're like, and then they make a run for it. As soon as I open my door, they try to run in, and then I have to get them out from underneath my bed. I have to pull them by their tail. They're like, meow.
Don't pull them by their tail.
They shouldn't be underneath my bed.
Oh my goodness. Here's
I have
the
to
thing.
get them out.
Here
They're gonna
is
be in
my
there all
thing.
day.
Everyone says,
They torture me.
cats, all cats. They're not all cats. Just like dogs. Dogs have different personalities. Cats have different personalities.
they're
Yes.
all evil.
Yes,
No.
they do.
They're all
And this is what I was explaining to
Cats
Bill.
all share a single, sentient, universal personality.
I don't agree with that
All
because
right,
my
yeah.
cat's she's kind of a scaredy cat, so she never comes out if I'm not home, or you know what I mean. If the whole hair thing, if you brush them, they're not going to shed. It's just like a dog. If you brush a
Not
dog,
true.
it's not going to shed.
Not true.
He brushes the cat,
Yes.
and then there's still hair
Those
everywhere.
dogs are more pampered than, or those cats are more pampered than I am. No, they are taken care of.
Well, in their defense, you don't have much hair to brush.
Fair
Which
enough.
did you get it cut? It looks like you got freshened up.
I did get it freshened up.
Looks good.
Thank
He's
you.
going
You're
high and
welcome.
tight.
High and tight.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that not all cats are the same,
Okay. Well, we'll leave it there.
Right, but they are all cats, and I don't want to live with a cat.
and that's
Don't let
fine.
it cat.
I'm done with you.
All right. Good.
It's over.
It's over.
For now. All right, Mary Santora is here. If she's got a bone to pick with you, you'll find out about it. Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram, Mary_Santora on Twitter. I'm going to have Coed and Cambria tickets for you coming up all this week. We'll hand those off. 5:20 all week. Get you in to see Mary and all of our other amazing comedians for the 9th annual Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour. Those will be tickets for the first night at the House of Blues on the 25th of this month. If you want to buy them, you should before they're all gone for either that night or the next night in Kent. Go to alancoxshow.com, keyword comedy.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
And we're back with Mary Santora.
Hello.
Hey, she's on this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour. She's very, very funny. We were just talking about our weekends and what we did. What'd you do all this weekend? Anything fun? I saw you were at a lady event yesterday.
I went to a bridal shower yesterday.
Ah, the
lady
bridal.
event?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a woman's thing, a woman's issue. No, it was a lot of fun. A girlfriend of mine from middle school is getting married, and so it was all of our childhood our childhood friends' moms, and then me and my friend Kelsey were the only two other than the bride who were under the age of 50. So
Oh, wow.
it was a nice little lunchion. There was tiny sandwiches, and as soon as I walked in, my friend goes, "Will you please have some bourbon with me?" So I don't
She was like, finally.
the only one, right? She
That's
was
what
the
you
only
gotta
one
do.
drinking, so I was like, "Yes, I will have a drink."
Have
with
some
you."
bourbon with me.
Right. But it was fun.
Well, I've been apartment hunting of late, and Mary and I have been talking, throwing this idea around of possibly being roommates.
What do you think?
And
What do you think? I
I
think it's a great idea.
she thinks it's a great idea.
Bill has reservations.
I have a lot of reservations.
But
Which we actually
difference
haven't
is,
talked about.
you can cohabitate. Women are used to, cohabitating with stinky men. But men have to make adjustments for women. When you leave your hair dryer out or your curling iron out on the sink, and you take 3-hour showers, we have to adjust to that.
But
The apartment that we're looking at would be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
so we won't have to worry about that.
So we don't have to worry about sharing a bathroom, which would alleviate a lot of those problems.
Okay.
The biggest hang up that I have is that Mary has
Cats.
a cat.
Cat, singular.
One
One
cat, and I do not want to live with a cat.
Now here's the thing: you don't even know my cat. First of all.
It doesn't matter. It's a cat.
Second of all,
I'm
she's super
tired.
chill.
It doesn't
She's
matter.
the most chill cat you'll ever know.
It doesn't matter how chill the cat is.
She's never even around if I'm not around. You would not see her.
Technically, I didn't want to live with cats either. My roommates have two, and I sacrificed because I live high class
But
life with
I've
them.
done sacrificing, And so that's the thing, is like I have to weigh that in the balance.
I will
Am
not
willing?
get rid of the cat. That's like the biggest thing.
Right. So,
And I understand, and I'm gone a lot, so you would have to feed her and shit.
so why don't you
sometimes.
go live with Pound Cake's roommates, and then Pound Cake, you can have that other bedroom.
No, I don't want to live with you.
If you saw this apartment, you
Dude,
would
it's
definitely
unbelievable. It's beautiful.
be
I
interested.
can't believe that the cat is what's making you say
I
that.
hate cats.
Where
You
is
don't.
it?
You just bought a cat.
I bought a
months
cat
ago.
to a girl, and I got out of there. I don't like cats, though.
What don't you like about him?
I'm allergic for one. It's very annoying.
Well, that's one thing.
Yes.
You didn't tell me that. You
I
didn't
did
do
tell you
fucking
that.
good.
I
No, you
did
didn't.
tell you that.
Oh, I said that word.
It's fine. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So, and I've done this again and again where I keep making compromises on things that I don't like.
You don't have to compromise on this.
And I'm not going to, I don't
And you're
think.
not going to. And that's fine. But I hope you get the place by yourself.
And then you can just come and hang out.
Sure.
And look who I brought,
Well, here's the
Mr. Fuzzy.
Well,
Duchess.
I could get the place by myself if everybody would just, if I could get 5 million listens on like Pandora and YouTube and stuff like that, that would take care of it. Like that would be like a year's worth of rent for me. So 5 million and
Totally
and it's-
doable.
Yeah, I think I'm actually close to 100,000 with the newest album.
Nice.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well.
Well,
So
there you go.
so
go
keep
ahead and listen
listening.
to Bill
a
so that
lot,
he
a lot.
doesn't have to live with me and my cat.
Yes.
So,
Oh man, that sounds great.
whatever,
Yeah.
dude. She's fine. She's
But
great.
seriously, it's a great apartment.
I do. It's really cool.
Well, I already re-signed my lease.
Okay.
It's through May of next year.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
up.
there. That's fine.
I need somewhere to live.
I'm fine being there by myself, if that's what it has to be.
I'm not budging on the cat.
You could just. What if something terrible happens and the cat's
Do not say that at all. I'll murder you.
all
That would be what would be terrible.
right. I wasn't planning on
Save
murdering
5
your
million.
cat. I just
What
thought.
were you gonna do? Give it away? Lose
No,
it?
just like, what if it just started to hate you?
That would be one thing that would happen. I would go away for my first weekend on the road, and I'd come back and he'd be like, "I don't know what happened to the cat.
Ran away.
I just left all the
Fell
doors
off the
and
balcony.
windows open."
What's that? What's that black and white spot down there in the
You're such an
courtyard?
ass.
I wouldn't
You're
do
so
that.
mean.
I wouldn't kill the cat.
Hey, you got Coco a cat, so.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, we're
Well,
not.
she wanted a cat, and she wouldn't shut up about it, so I got her a cat. But then that's like one of the things. I keep giving in, and I'm not giving in
You
anymore.
don't have to give in.
I'm not.
You don't have to.
I'm not doing it.
No one's making you.
I know.
He'll
Good
get
luck.
in.
Good
I'm
luck.
not this time. 5 million. That's what I need.
5 million.
5 million. Make that happen, folks. I'm just gonna clean up here against you, cause hey, everybody, welcome to Siding in the DMs.
What's up, guys?
Have you ever been in a fight?
I have been in a fight. Not in my adult life, but when I was in elementary school, I was getting bullied. An example of my bullying, if this is not going to go on my memoir, I don't know what is, but I was at lunch, just minding my own business, and instead of opening my milk with like the little sliver open, I opened the whole thing. So my milk's just sitting there open in the container. And out of nowhere, this guy launches a banana peel across the room, and it lands in my milk, and it splashes all over my face. So I was like, bitch, we fighting. As soon as we go outside for recess.
Did you really say bitch?
No, I was just like, hey, we're going to fight at recess.
That's such a different response. Bitch, we fighting you. Hey.
Well, I was still small. I was a small
Yeah.
guy.
And then you fought him outside at recess?
I fought him out. Yeah, all the kids pile up. They're like, ooh. No, you'll never see kids run faster in a schoolyard than when there's a fight.
It is the most exciting thing when I remember anytime there's a fight, because they were never really that good. Like, you're not really duking it out. It's just two people like
It's the excitement
grabbed onto
of
each
the
other.
fight.
Everybody just swarms, and then the teacher's trying to break through.
And they can't.
Yeah, that's like the whole part is your job as a student watching a fight is to keep the teachers from getting to them as long as you can.
It's so wrong, and we contribute to bullying.
And there's always that kid that runs and gets the teacher. Don't be that kid. Let them fight.
Yeah, so
Don't throw hands.
We had a bunch of, and oddly enough, we did not get caught. None of us I never got suspended for that fight. No one ever found out because our huddle was real good and it was behind the trees. But how the fight ended is I was getting my ass kicked. I'm gonna just be frank. I was getting my ass kicked. So I did an actual
shocking.
I did a low blow, literally. I said, right to his balls, and he said, and then after that, I hit him again. Mind you, I did one of these because I was on the ground, so that was like my eye level. So I hit him, and then I kicked him while I was on the ground, and then he fell, and then we both cried, and then it was a truce.
Okay. My fight, last fight I was in was my senior year of high school.
Ooh, high school fights. So you're semi-adult.
This is, I was, and I was working for my dad all summer, so like I was working, like I was as strong as I'd been in my entire life, and some dude threw a piece of candy that was in his mouth at me, and I went and...
This is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeart Radio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
Two 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. 35192, you want to text. Tribe off tonight. I think they got swept by the Yankees, didn't they? Indians did?
Yeah, that was not a great weekend for them.
Bummer.
Francisco Lindor named the AL Player of the Week, though, so there's that. He, of course, heir to the chocolate confection fortune.
Nope.
I'm sorry? Lindor Truffles? That's not him?
That's not him.
Oh,
I think
boy,
that has a T on it.
I have been sorely misinformed. First, I thought that Jorge Calderon was a rich guy, right?
Jose
Calderon.
Jorge.
I thought he was I'm thinking of the fantastic guitarist and producer Jorge Calderon. I thought Jose Calderon was a rich kid. Turns out not. And here I think that Francisco Lindor has got chocolate in his blood.
No.
You're telling me no. Anyway, Tribe off tonight. That will pave the way for you to hear the Cavs tonight, possibly close it out against the Raptors. That is an 8:30 tip here at home on WMMS. Congrats to Dennis Vargo from Fairview Park. He grabbed our tickets this morning from WMMS.com. So congrats. Anybody watch the Rock Hall inductions on HBO over the weekend?
Nope.
I was meaning to because I'm always, I go to those when they're here, and I'm always curious to see what they edit and what they keep. I mean, the entire evening live is about 4 hours and 45 minutes, and HBO chops it down to a more manageable couple of hours. But
yeah, I don't even have HBO right now, so I need to find a password. I'm doing that thing right now because I'm just trying to save, so I'm not going to pay the $20 a month for HBO now. And so if anybody's got one for me, hit me up.
It's one of those things I'm not even really that concerned about until Game of Thrones starts again.
But they don't even care if
I don't
you
watch
like
Game of Thrones.
torrent it or something. I don't watch it either.
Listen,
what a gasp.
These are things that I've already had to deal with. I've accepted. Nobody on the show watches Game of Thrones. Nobody cares about the Marvel movies the way I do. It's just the world that I live in.
Well, you are alone in the Marvel movies, but I got your back on Game of Thrones.
Well, no, I like the Marvel movies. I'm not.
You're just not into them the way I am.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not buying my tickets months in advance for those movies. But I don't watch Game of Thrones. I've seen half of one episode.
That's why.
I get it. No, I understand why people like it. I'm sure.
Nudity, duh.
I do. I'm not immune to that kind of stuff. But when something's 6 seasons in, I'm like, I ain't going back and starting
You're not
going
to do it on your own. You're not going to binge it?
I can't even watch what's currently on. I'm like trying to, only shows I keep up with are I watch Billions on Showtime.
American Idol.
Nope. I watch Barry on HBO.
See, I want to finish that, but I haven't had a password, so...
I like Homeland. I still watch that. I like Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Love that show.
Basically,
if
it's on Sunday, I'll watch it.
Do you think your day to watch TV?
Sunday's my day to watch TV, too,
TV
because
day?
I'll watch Bob's Burgers, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Last Man on Earth, the HBO shows. Like, all my shows are Sunday shows.
Too busy during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. No, I agree. But it's a Sunday show.
Do you think Game of Thrones would be just as successful if it didn't show nudity? And
I'm not even in it for the nudity. I could care less if I saw boobs.
Nah, but some people do.
I mean, a lot of weirdo dudes who are like, oh, I love dragons, but also breasts. Like that, yeah, maybe. But I don't think that's...
It's nice, but it's not really imperative to the story. I don't have to see the boobs.
Plus,
for it
I
to be
can
interesting.
see all the cool murders on YouTube. There's supercuts of people getting killed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the murders are better when you know what's going
And
on.
you're involved in the
Yeah.
story,
I like the
and
effect.
you're emotionally attached to that
No, I like
character.
the effect. That dude that had that molten silver poured over his head.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah?
that was
Yeah.
gold. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I like that.
Dead.
Yeah, that was cool. He goes thunk.
That
yeah.
killed him?
Boom. Huh?
He died from that?
pretty quickly from what I saw.
Okay.
He didn't just become King Midas or whatever. Like that's not how it
Molten
goes.
gold on his skull. But Rick, I mentioned the Rock Hall because the Cars were inducted, and Rick Ocasek and Paulina Poroskova just announced that they're getting divorced after 28 years. I'm like, why now? I didn't realize there was as much of an age gap between them, though. He's 74, and she's 53.
Oh, wow.
So back in the day when they got together, people were like, oh, my God, the guy looks like a scarecrow. What's she doing with him? Whatever. But they've had a handful of kids. And again, Rick Ocasek, there are two ways you can go as a rock star. You can always dye your hair, even as a young man. So when you continue to do it as you get older, your face will look older, but people will go, well, he doesn't look that much different. Whereas the other members of the Cars, when they were here getting inducted, who decided to go au natural, those guys look like they were 150 years old. But Rick Ocasek, 74. And he's been doing the jet black thing for 40 years. But I don't know what that means. If you go, hey, yeah, this isn't working out for us anymore. We're going to split up.
At 70, that's it. You're done.
Yeah, they've been
You're not
married
getting
for
another wife.
28. Well, and it was
Rick
this,
Ocasek could.
but it was this real cryptic message that our family has always been and still is a well-built car. But as a bicycle, my husband and I are no longer pedaling in unison, so we're ditching the bicycle. Maybe there was something lost in translation with Paulina's message. I don't know. But she said they've been... this is like the Gwynny conscious uncoupling or whatever. I don't know why these people just go, we're getting divorced.
Right.
Splitting up.
Well,
Leave us alone.
like their family unit is a car, but their relationship is a bicycle.
They said...
A tandem bicycle.
Yeah.
Sounds more like a moped.
A moped, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's not room for two. I don't know. People are... Yeah, I don't get that. Why don't you just be like, hey, it's not working out anymore. We tried. 28 years.
Well, that's what sucks, too. Like, if, not everybody who gets divorced hates each other. He hates each other,
Right.
So, like, you can still love that person and go, it's not working out anymore. But when you're 74...
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
You're just going to retire.
She's 52, you said?
53.
53.
Yeah.
That's 74 in lady years.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Cougar
what I...
years.
But if you've also seen him and seen her, I thought maybe they'd crossed each other on the feminine axes because he's starting to look like an old woman.
Old woman.
Well, you get to that point.
Well, most rock stars get that way.
They
Either
do.
they get fat or they get, like, womanly. Like, Steven Tyler is just...
Yeah, I guess they all look like an old woman.
He just looks like a gypsy grandma at this point.
Stern looked the same way. Yeah.
He totally does.
The gray streaks in the hair and that. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah,
The
just don't hit him
scars.
with your car or you'll be cursed and get thinner. Like, it's not...
Thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drag me to hell. So,
oh my
yeah.
goodness, that's so funny.
But he's still, doing the jet black hair. And
Well, she's good looking for 53.
I agree. She was a supermodel, so she should be good looking at
Yeah.
53.
So then neither of them might get
They'll
with
be all right.
somebody else.
If they want to be happy, maybe he just needs to be alone for a while.
With no
Maybe.
cats. Maybe
he
she
does-
has cats.
Yeah, maybe he
might
wants
have
an
a cat.
apartment by himself with no cats.
He might.
That's what he's looking for.
And he might get one.
No, he's not getting one.
This was Rick Ocasek talking about Benjamin Orr, the member of the Cars from Lakewood originally, who died when he was 53.
When Orr is not here, he would have been elated to be here on this stage in his hometown. When the band first started, Ben was supposed to be the lead singer, and I was supposed to be the good-looking guy in the band. But after a couple of gigs, I kind of got demoted to the songwriter. So I went with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when the Cars were here for the Rock Hall, Scott Schreiner of Weezer played bass in Ben Orr's spot, and it completely did not dawn on me that Rick Ocasek produced all those Weezer records.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I
I don't know
didn't
if
know that
I don't know if he still does, but he did the first handful of them, and obviously that was the connection there. But yeah, so.
Oh, his wife's still very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Paulina Poroskova. No, she looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing about her where somebody go, ugh. But, I didn't realize there was that much of it. 21 years between the two of them.
That's a big difference.
So he was 40-something, and she was 28, I think, when they got married.
Yeah. I was on here last time complaining about 22-year-olds. These people are like, nah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for them, it's not.
Do you think, though, can you genuinely, I mean, I guess they've been married for 28 years, but like be interested in someone that much older or younger than you?
That much younger? Yes. That much older?
But you don't,
I don't think so.
have anything in common if you're 20 years
Some
apart.
people like that. Some people, especially if they're rich, they deal with, like brown nosers all day. The people who are just, trying to get at them or whatever. When they come home, they don't want to have like an articulate conversation. Sometimes they want to talk at you. Sometimes they just want some, dumb conversation.
Well, she was a model. He was in a rock band. So, I mean, clearly, the guy was no looker. I mean, that was the joke the entire time they were married. I mean, when they were public eye, it was like, Jesus, look at her, look at him. So clearly there was something beyond just the superficial that was going on there.
Right.
And if you have enough to talk about because he's in rock and roll, he was famous before she was.
Yeah, I guess that's true, too. If you're each out doing your own thing, so when you do spend time together, you have conversation.
It's like back in the day when Julia Roberts was married to Lyle Lovett. I was like, she must have just woken up one day and went like, I look like that. He looks like that. It's time to
move on.
Time to move on. Right. So I don't know. But she said they've been separated for a while. So when he was just here with the Cars to the Rock Hall,
and I'm also
there was no Paulina walking around, I don't think.
I'm also getting to the point now where the older I get, the less I have in common with anybody. So I'm not that worried about it. Like I don't have to. I wouldn't say I have to have shared interest. I just have to be able to
tolerate them.
Not even tolerate, but coexist, and have them be mature enough to have their life and me to have my life, and then just be together.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right, Bill. The older I get too, I don't find anything in common with a lot of people, and I just like
The older I get, he's 25.
But no, I'm just saying, like I like to have.
In my advanced age, I have come to the conclusion.
I just want someone who has an interesting life, and I'm just like, oh, cool. I can't relate to that, but I think it's cool that you're doing your own thing, and then we can kind of feed off of each
I'm
other.
more infatuated with someone that does their own thing, and that's what I thought I had, but then she was trying to creep that stuff that was important to her into my life, and that's when it wasn't okay.
But it's okay, and it's not to whatever. But it's like, was she trying to make you believe it, or like, hey, this is something that I believe, I would like to share that with you?
It was that she was trying to
was she pushing beliefs?
She was trying to get me to be more open-minded about it, and because I wasn't,
you're like, I refuse. I will not be more open-minded.
Right. Well, because I couldn't. Like my version of being open-minded is asking questions,
right.
And when I don't get answers for those, or I get really general answers like, "Oh, you just have to believe, or you have to let go, you have to be more spiritual," things like that, I'm not satisfied.
That's not an answer,
right? It's not an answer. It's not going to satisfy me. So I just look at it as something that was fine for her, but wasn't going to work for me. And so she would bring it up from time to time or suggest certain things, and she'd be like, yeah, it's not okay. Good. I'm happy you're happy.
And some people take questions. I'm an extraordinarily inquisitive person, so I'm always told that I ask too many questions. I don't know what that means, but if there's an answer for each one, there's no such thing as too many questions. But if some people take questions defensively, like if you ask questions because you don't know.
Right.
I'm always trying to find out things I don't know.
Right.
And if you ask questions, some people get defensive about that. I'm like, well, I'm not putting you on the spot. I want you to tell me what,
Or they feel like you're
why
questioning
you think that
them.
way. Well,
right.
Yeah, but I am. Why do you think that? Tell me, and I'll tell you. Know why
you want to understand the process of it and how they got there. But
because
a lot of times people don't have answers other than just they're more emotional about it.
The more information I have, the more thoroughly I can mock you for what you believe.
I was going to say, or make an informed decision. That's where my head was going.
But that's another thing too.
Potato.
Is whatever you're into, you have to be prepared for me to make fun of it.
Well, that's a big thing, is that if whatever it is something that you truly believe and it's something that you feel strongly about, then there shouldn't be an issue with someone questioning it or mocking it or whatever.
And I agree with that. And I feel like
because
a
if
lot
it's
of
how you
people
believe,
are
then
very.
that's how you believe.
I feel like a lot of people, when they are sensitive about something like that, it's because they aren't as secure in their belief as they want to be, and that's why it hurts their feelings so much. And that's one thing that I went through when I was younger. I remember getting harassed for some of the Mormon stuff, and I would get like mad, and like I'd argue with people of different religions about their religion, and I'm like, ours is obviously right, yours is like doing that kind of dumb crap.
But you're just so defensive because you're not sure.
I'm like, I don't. This was my whole life. It's what my parents told me. I thought it was right, and now you're getting behind the walls of it, and it's really making me nervous.
I hear you.
Listen, Mother's Day is coming up.
Good transition.
I had a long call with my mom on the way back from Michigan yesterday on the phone. I hadn't
was
talked to my
that?
mom. It was fine. I really had to work myself up to it, though, because I knew I was going to do it, and I hadn't talked to my mom for a while. And I never know how I'm going to get my mom on the phone. I mean, I never know what kind of mood she's going to be in. I never know if she's going to be kind of like a woe is me mood, or if I'm going to get her in like a good frame of mind or whatever. And I got her in a good frame of mind. And so we had about an hour-long conversation in the car on the way back, and it was fine. And I didn't really broach any particularly controversial subjects, but I wanted to dip my toe in the pool before Mother's Day got here, and it felt more obligatory, which I didn't want her to think.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my dad for a little bit or whatever. But they're going to have a graduation party for my oldest nephew, and we're basically going to be the only people who aren't there because it's the weekend of the comedy tour.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, I wish we were going to be there because people are coming out of the woodwork. Like my brother's ex-wife
I think
is coming.
Yeah, I think you were talking
My
about that.
ex-wife is bringing my kids because I can't make it. So she's like, well, we're going to go because she was invited. They were invited
Yeah.
too. I go, okay. I'm like, oh, I would just love to watch
All
whatever
this interact,
sparks
yeah.
might fly. I mean, you know,
Like, could I be a fly on
might
the
not be
wall,
fun for
you
everybody
know?
involved. Anyway, but if Mother's Day coming up, if you're unfamiliar with sriracha pants, might be something to think of for mom.
Sriracha, like the hot sauce?
Yeah, they're called sriracha pants, but they're yoga pants with a mid flap, with a little trap.
A mid-flap?
They're yoga pants.
Are they
with,
spelled like sriracha the sauce?
yeah, I think so. Srirachaware.com. But if you're
They got a little giny hole?
huh?
Like a little
Yeah, you
trap
get a little
door?
flap. Yeah. So
I like
you
that.
want banging some yoga pants because that's what gals are wearing today anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll notice 99% of them don't have a mat rolled up under their arm. But if you're kind of on the fence about what you could get mom,
Oh, here's some easy access
right?
banging pants, mama.
Here's some open flap.
What, now, why are they called
Yoga
sriracha?
pants.
I don't
Because they're
know.
yoga pants with a spicy secret.
Oh my gosh. I hate you so much. I'm just getting pictures of pants with sriracha on them. Everything on the coat just has sriracha by them. All right.
So it's not a sriracha print? Is
No,
what,
I see
He
what
was
you did
he was
there.
just sitting on that and waiting for us to ask
I
for it the
see
whole
what
time.
you did there.
So if you're unfamiliar with these, something to consider with Mother's Day merely days away.
Oh,
Mother's
no.
Day.
I'm not getting my
Uh-huh.
mom any sriracha pants, but
No
You're not
sriracha
getting your
pants?
mom crotchless yoga pants?
No,
thank
no room
you.
for the rooster. So stupid. I don't like sriracha.
I
see, another reason we shouldn't be roommates.
see. Look at that.
You can have it in the house. I'm just not gonna
Yeah.
touch it. That's a reason we should be roommates. I
Okay.
would never touch your hot sauce.
Oh, that's all right.
yeah. Do you
Good
eat
point.
people's
I will
leftovers?
never touch your hot sauce, Bill.
I do not eat. I eat my leftovers.
I'm just saying. I had one time when I got paid in Taco Bell bucks here. This is no joke. I literally got paid in Taco Bell bucks. And I was taking my roommates out to dinner, and we were eating like kings for a while.
At
And-
Taco Bell.
Sure.
Oh, no, it was not
Latin kings.
Applebee's. Sorry, Applebee's
Ooh,
bucks.
fiesta.
So I bought a whole bunch of entrees, like, because you had to spend it all, and if you didn't spend it all, you like pretty much forfeited the rest of it. So I would buy more than I needed to. And so I put some chicken fingers in the fridge to tide me over, and I waited for those chicken fingers all day. I'm like, when I come home from work, those chicken fingers are mine. Mm-hmm. And then I get home, and my roommate Taylor ate them, and I wanted to kill him.
No, I don't mess with that.
I wanted to kill him, and it's not like I put my name on it. I just figured since I bought them, it's common law. It's mine.
See, I don't understand that when people I didn't pay for this, or I don't know where this burger came from, but I'm gonna eat it.
But I couldn't say anything to him because they have cooked for me and taken me out to dinner so many times. So and that's the worst part. I couldn't say anything to him about it because he's like, "What you gonna do? What? I cooked for you."
Power
man."
move.
Like he knew it.
Power move.
I was waiting for those. It was the worst.
No, I don't. That stuff would annoy me.
You have a craving for
I
something
always
all
ask,
day?
like, if
Yeah,
there's,
hey, do you mind if I eat these, or are you gonna eat these?
because my ex-girlfriend would leave stuff in the fridge all the time because she worked at a restaurant, and I would just ask, and then you kind of get to know her patterns where if something's in there for more than a day, it's open to,
Right.
and she wouldn't care because she'd bring lots of stuff home.
You know better!
Sorry, I ate your cookies.
Yeah, that's after he ate a loaf of challah bread that she had left out on the. Yeah. I like sriracha. I've warmed up to it. I'm more of a Tabasco man.
Ew, Tabasco's worse than sriracha.
So do you
Hard-
like any
what do
hot
you
sauce?
like?
I like
then?
Frank's. and I like Cholula.
Yeah,
Cholula.
okay. But
I like 'em all.
those are for people who really don't like spicy food.
I
No,
like
see, that's
Rooster.
the thing.
I
I'm
like
not
all
a
of those.
huge spice. Like I can do a very medium amount of heat, which is why I lean towards like Frank's and Cholula and things like that. What?
Medium amount of heat.
Yeah.
It just struck me as funny. That's all.
That's the amount of heat that I can handle.
And for all the people who are asking me, no, I'm not actually getting my mom sriracha pants for Mother's Day. I'm just letting you know in
the
case.
option is there.
Yeah, in case you found yourself struck dumb over options for dear old mom. Now, granted, I will say, don't get these for your mom if she's deceased.
Why would you get your mom anything if she's deceased?
That's a great question,
You can get
Bill.
flowers.
See,
You're gonna have
asking
to,
questions.
You're gonna
That's
have
what
to
I do.
take it on faith. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I finally found the website.
Yeah. Srirachaware.com.
Oh, it's Sriracha.
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 Yeah, that's
There's
how
an
it's spelled.
SR.
Yeah,
Yes,
SRIR.
yes, yes.
Sriracha.
Sriracha. All right, I'm going to have Coheed and Cambria tickets for you. I have plucked them from Bill Squire's hands, and I will give them
Cold
to
dead
you.
hands.
I'm not dead.
He's very much alive. Sunday, July 29th, they're going to play Jacobs Pavilion at Nautica, livenation.com. If you want to buy them, we'll hand them off coming back. 35192 if you want to text. Mary Santora's hanging out. You want to watch the live stream, that's our YouTube channel, at alancoxshow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. Rover's Morning.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Side in the DMs. I replaced Pound Cake with Mary.
Hi.
Which makes me very happy, and I'm sure you're all pretty happy about it. Don't worry, he'll be back at some point, but he's just probably eating Chipotle right now, as he does.
Chipotle.
All right, well, you can have some after the show. So, we just announced the Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour 2018, the 9th one, and Mary Santora will be performing.
I'm so excited.
This
It's
is
gonna
your
be
second
amazing.
one, right?
My second one. I was
Yeah.
on 2015.
Yes.
Was the last one that I did. And then now I'm back. And I'm super excited. To this day, the House of Blues show on the last one is the best set I've ever had.
That
so I
you
am
did crush it
very,
incredibly hard.
very excited to hopefully top that this year.
Yes,
So.
and this year you will be closing one of the shows.
Mhm.
which-
Yeah, the Kent Stage show.
The Kent Stage show.
Yes.
So, and you haven't performed at the Kent Stage. Last time we did it at the Tangier.
Yeah.
I love the Kent Stage. It's a theater show.
Good.
And it's everyone sitting. I always enjoy that. That's my favorite place to perform of all the places that we have performed. I love House of Blues. They treat us great, but with the bars in the back, it always becomes
Rowdy.
a little bit rowdy. And then also, that's the one that all our salespeople come to, and they sit up in the box. And by the time the second to last comics are on, damn it, he's back. It's all right.
Here he is.
We're siding in the DMs.
I could tell.
Yeah,
could tell.
you were
Bitch
replaced.
taking my spot. Get out of my spot.
Thank you.
So, I just, I like a well-behaved comedy audience, and that's what you get at the Kent Stage.
Well, that's the one I'm closing out.
Well,
so
you're gonna
everybody
crush it,
come.
so,
It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm doing I'm letting you close one night and
Letting
you.
me
Well,
close one night.
Alan asked me to close them. I said, I'm not that good anymore. Like, I'm not. I really am not. I don't feel up to the task of closing
Always
out
be
these shows.
closing.
But I wanted Mary to close, and I want to make Mike Paramore. He's closing the
House of Blues.
the House of Blues show, and
be fun.
they're both really funny comedians. They're out doing it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not, so I don't have the I'll have new material. I always bring new material, but I don't have the chops right now that you guys have because you're doing it on a nightly basis on the road and just crushing.
Right.
And so I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to shine. And also,
Bill's just being coy about saying that he's excited to open for me.
Yeah,
is what
honestly,
it is.
it's
That's what
it's
it
the
is.
first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, good one.
So
But it's gonna be super fun. and you
it's
should
super fun, and you can get tickets at alancoxshow.com. I think they go on sale Friday. If you're watching this after Friday the 4th, then they're on sale now. So
There you go.
What's your goals? Like, what do you got? Merch? You gonna have?
I'm
some
gonna
merch?
have some merch.
Yes.
I actually did.
Ooh,
I'm
is
gonna
it a
have
surprise,
some
or
merch.
can
It's fine. I have Pants designing me a poster that says "Crushing It." So
Nice.
we're gonna do a hashtag "Crushing It." It's gonna be really cool, and he already sent me some stuff, so it's gonna be exciting. Aaron Seacrest is a very
He designed
talented local designer.
a bunch of stuff that I've put out there. The T-shirt, the Cake Guardian shirt, my favorite merch that I've ever had is that's an Aaron Seacrest design. And
Yeah, he's really good. So he's got a poster going for me right now, and then I'm working on shirts, but I don't think they'll be done
yeah.
by that time. So
But
At least a poster.
That's your saying though. #crushing it.
Crushing it.
That's
yes, that's my
that's
thing.
your.
I'm
Here's
gonna
my
brand
sign.
It. I'm
yeah.
going to brand it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
should
care.
because.
Right? I'm a brand. Isn't that what it is?
Sure.
Sure.
So come check out the Alan Cox Show comedy tour.
Yes.
You can go to AlanCoxShow.com and tomorrow we're doing something very special for the tour. I don't think we're gonna announce it yet, but it's
I don't even know what that is.
I thought I told you about it, but I'll tell you off air.
camera.
But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be right back.
Thanks.
And follow Mary on Instagram and Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
What is it?
Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram and Mary _Santora
I always
on
mix
Twitter.
them up.
Yes.
So, all right.
Do that.
Do that. We talked about this a little bit on Friday, but now we've seen the video and stuff. Yodel Boy, is that his name?
Oh my God, the Yodel Kid. No, I don't.
Yodel Kid.
I saw people were just going in on this kid. Not going in, but like they're reposting everything. Like
they're loving it. Yeah.
Whatever. Like he gets the hell on my nerves. And people were like sitting behind him on the airplane to Coachella, and they're like, my friend sat behind the Yodel Kid, and he's singing. I cannot tell you how much that would piss me off. He was singing on the plane. On a plane, it's already nerve-wracking. Everyone's just trying to get comfortable, especially if it's a long flight. And he's singing the entire flight. The same stupid, raggedy-ass song that he was singing in Walmart.
There's no way he was singing the whole
Yes,
time.
he was. I will show you. I will retweet the video. Go to my
Everybody
Twitter.
wants him to perform, and he wants to...
He was probably practicing, but he can practice off the plane. Oh, my God. If
I'm
people
sure he
trying to
wasn't singing
sleep-
the whole time.
Yes, he was.
There's no way he was singing the
Yeah,
whole
I was gonna
flight.
say, because
Just
you're
blow his voice out.
And I guarantee you that's probably the only song he knows how to sing, because that's the only song he performs.
Maybe it's
that's
probably his best song.
It's the only song that people know him for. That's what they want to hear
Switch
him
it up.
sing. Nobody wants to hear him sing another song. They want to hear Day, yeah.
I wanna hear from
If I heard him sing and he didn't do Day, yeah, I would tear the place down. He's got to sing that song.
No, what would be real, if you want to show your, musician skills and how much of an artist you are, why don't you just do like some, where do you see my, like do the whisper song, or do like to the window, to the wall, and yodel.
Same genre.
Do hip hop or something. It's Coachella after all.
Bro, he's yodeling. He don't do hip hop.
From the sweat drip from my ball.
R. Kelly did a yodel song. We talked about this.
Skeet. I'm actually kind of lethargic now. I want to hear him do other songs.
Do some Cardi B. Do some Bodak Yellow.
All right, well, I'm sure there'll be a Diplo collab.
And then Justin Bieber was like, "Oh man, you did so good, man. High five." I'm just like,
you're just jealous. You're jealous again.
I'm not jealous.
You're jealous. You want a high five from Justin
No, people
Bieber.
are just full of crap.
Why are they full of crap?
People are full of crap.
It's a fun story.
They're blowing up this kid's head. I went, okay, then let it generate. All this hype is good. Let it generate an album sales. If it generates an album sales, I'll shut my mouth.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it generates an album.
Because that's what really matters. If
no,
you're real.
It doesn't. No, it's just it's a nice story. He's gonna get his moment, and then he'll probably go away, and that's that.
Well,
he had his 15 minutes.
And even if he doesn't, he's like, people are gonna forget about the yodeling kid, in like a year or two or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid's what, 11?
Yeah.
So like, if the kid actually wants to have a career, he's met Justin Bieber. He's got
Connections.
All these
Yeah, he's performed at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Like he
been
can
on Ellen.
do stuff. Maybe he'll make it, maybe he won't. But the fact is, it was a silly, fun story, and why I get so upset about it?
Yeah, it's just annoying.
It's not that annoying.
It's a modern day inconvenience when you have to go to the Walmart, hear somebody yodeling.
But that hasn't happened to you.
And then you get on a plane, you're like, oh, finally. Like, a long flight, I just want to relax. Sugar day, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I have my headphones in and I can still hear you.
And I'm calling BS on this because I know that if you saw that in real life, you'd have your phone out, you'd be filming because...
I'd be like, this little...
Because you got to make it about you, but you'd still want that...
Make it about me.
You'd still want that exposure because it's not like he didn't go viral from the original video. He went viral from somebody that made a joke about it and put it on Twitter, and that's when it started making the rounds. So...
And yeah, I'm sticking with that he didn't sing the whole time. He probably sang the song once.
Yes.
When everyone was on the plane, and then they took off, and he didn't sing it.
I'm going to show you this video.
Hold on.
All right, that's fine. But we're going to get going here.
We can't watch a video.
I'm
on
not
video.
playing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was talking off the record.
Wait, what's Beyonce? I heard her performance was good. Did you watch any of it?
Well, she brought Destiny's Child out.
Oh, okay.
And Jay-Z and her sister Solange. So she had like.
Did they fight? Jay-Z and Solange?
They did not fight.
Celebrity deathmatch.
They do battle.
They did not fight, but like everybody was on there. And everyone was saying it was the greatest performance of all time. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, they do know that this Coachella thing is all run by like huge, like all.
Alexa, play Rover's Morning Glory on iHeartRadio.
Getting the latest episode of Rover's Morning Glory on demand. Here it is from iHeartRadio.
Wherever you are, so are we. Rover's Morning Glory on 100.7 WMMS.
It's time to give. It's time to give stuff away.
All right, the return of Coheed and Cambria are back at the end of July, Sunday the 29th. They'll play the Jacobs Pavilion at Nautica. If you want to go see them, livenation.com to buy tickets. Caller 13 if you want to win them. Good luck. This pair is yours. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
I met Alan. Did you? I gave him marijuana.
Oh, great. The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Want to give me a text, 35192 to do that. Mary Santora's here, hanging out.
Right here.
Another Merry Monday.
Merry Monday.
Mary_Santora on Twitter, Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram. She and our friend Brian Kenny will be co-headlining the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls this week for the first time ever.
Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 shows.
I think Brian will be in later in the week to hang out for a bit too.
BK.
Mary is
Fantasy
back.
Boys.
What's that?
They're stupid.
The podcast that I do with Brian and Ryan DePerna. Fantasy Boys.
Fancy Boys?
Fantasy Boys.
Fantasy Boys. B-O-Y-Z.
Yeah.
And that fantasy meaning what?
Like fantasy football.
Okay.
Because that's when we started it, but it has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
It's just dumb fun.
Understood.
We don't prepare. We just get in there and start chatting.
Mary is making her triumphant return to our 9th annual Alan Cox Show comedy tour, which will go down Memorial Day weekend. She'll be joined by the leggy and vivacious Cody Cooper, Jasmine Carter, who I'm very excited to have on the show, Mike Paramore, Bill Squire, yours truly as your host. Pound Cake will be there. Music by Mattitude, and all the information on your tickets, which are on sale and going quickly. At AlanCoxShow.com, use the keyword comedy in the search there at the top. Friday, May 25, we'll do one show at the House of Blues. Very next night, we'll do one show at the beautiful Kent Stage. Downtown Kent.
Downtown.
Thanks also to Statement Limousine. They always get us to Kent and back. So thanks. So all the information is there for you. So don't tarry. Get your tickets, as it were.
Terry.
And we'll see you Memorial Day weekend. All presented by Great Lakes Brewing Company. We will have something special to tell you about that at the show as well. We'll have something fun for you to drink. I can say that, right?
Is that all we can say right now? Even though we already made the announcement.
I don't know. We'll have something fun to drink.
There'll be a beer.
There will be a beer. That's right. For you to drink. Great Lakes Brewing Company celebrating their 30th anniversary. So, no small feat that.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of craft breweries don't last that long.
No, I know. Boy, they sure don't. Not a lot of nothing lasts that long, right? DJ Khaled, still a thing. Who knew? But he made some noise over the weekend because he was doing an interview. And I guess the interview is not brand new. This is one of those things where they dig something up and then they throw it into the interwebs and people get freshly upset. I don't know. But he said he just doesn't go down on his wife. He's one of those guys that subscribes to that, I don't do that thing. Now, the stereotype is that a lot of black guys don't do that. I know plenty of black guys who do.
Right.
I don't know what DJ Khaled is. Is he a black guy? Is he an Egyptian dude? What is he?
DJ Khaled.
He's some type of, I know he's like Muslim, but I don't know where he's from over there. Like, I want to say like maybe Arabian or something like that.
Okay. Well, he says
quite sure.
There's different rules for men and women. He doesn't do it, but she's still got to do it for him.
Ugh.
And obviously people are giving him a hard time. The Rock had to tweet that he does everything.
Yeah, well, because he's perfect.
Well,
I can imagine.
He doesn't have hair.
Tries to keep
Doesn't
his
need hair.
He's bald.
tries
So
to keep
what?
his women happy.
But like,
If Khaled down there looks like his face, though,
Yeah.
boy, he should be paying his wife
I'm
to
just
do that.
saying, but like women have like an innie. And guys have an outie, so it's better to put your mouth on something than in something.
You don't put your mouth in it.
First of all, you can only speak to half of that equation.
Right. And
So
I don't know why do you think you're like putting your head in a bucket?
It's
like,
an
that's
open
not-
wound. Like I'm good.
You're not bobbing for apples.
if you had the opportunity to meet some of my exes,
Oh,
you
my
wouldn't laugh
goodness.
so hard at that. Yeah.
That's not
Strap
what
a
it's
2x4
like.
to my ass.
It's an open wound. Like
It's
I'm
not
good.
a wound.
It's like
An open wound. Okay. Without getting too gross, I'm sure that you've done similar things to guys.
yeah, and
So that's way more gross than going down on a woman.
no.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how
It
you.
is.
I don't know
It
how
is.
you gay guys and straight girls do it, but God bless you.
Even
I don't know how you do it.
doing that
It's
on
a
a
gift.
woman is grosser than, like,
Yeah.
tossing salad is way grosser.
Way grosser.
a-
You can talk about an
it's a
open
beehole.
wound. Yeah. Get out of here.
It's nice.
fairy.
An open
it's
wound.
nice. No, you're arguing that tossing salad is a more achievable feat.
Well, it's
than
all-
going
it's all
down-
achievable.
Well, I'm just saying, like you.
You got to
would-
hose them off
There's
first.
no
That's
way.
all. No.
You're out of your mind. I'm not saying that it's not. You should do that if you love someone, but it's like
And there's at least an ending point when you're doing it to a lady. Like,
right.
There's
there's an ending
I
point.
know, but you're
Oh.
you're multitasking, and that's
Right.
not the situation with a lady.
I never
So
listened to
that has not. You haven't checked off that box on your.
Oh no, I've done
scorecard.
that.
Okay.
But it's not grosser to go down on a woman.
It's not mandatory. Oh yeah.
He's
Right.
saying it like I get it, you're gay, but it's like
Right.
one of
Again,
those
he
things
doesn't
like you
know.
are.
He doesn't know.
If a straight guy wants
it's not
that-
his fault. He does not know.
It's not his fault.
It's not. He doesn't know.
If a straight guy wants that done, if he wants a girl to do that to him, does that make him suspect or like
Not
really
at all.
speak gay?
I think
Okay.
there's a bunch of nerve endings and stuff, and
I know, but like guys, I feel like straight guys are too proud to admit that they like
a
know
lot
a
of
little
guys.
bit of butt stuff.
Oh
there.
yeah, most guys are too proud to admit that, or like
Proud?
scared. Not
I
proud,
started the
scared.
show talking about my shower regime, and it starts with the beehole. There's a reason for that.
It takes the
I'm
longest
not
time.
too proud.
Guys are too proud.
Not too proud. That's not the right word. Like they're
My daddy never did it, and his
Right.
daddy never did it. And I don't do it.
like afraid of what their friends will think or whatever.
Yeah, 'cause they
you know?
Why
it
would
makes
their
them
friends
gay.
know?
I don't know.
I don't care as long as my friends aren't the ones doing it.
Well, no, because guys will brag like, oh yeah, I got some dome or something like that. They'll talk about that, but they would never say, yeah, I got my salad tossed last night.
Listen, I have friends that we have coined the phrase "butt mitzvah" because he was excited about that happening.
Yep.
So
I need to know what friend this is. But yeah, I think that some straight guys are like
That was the day he
weirded
became
out.
a man.
yeah,
And
exactly.
So what
Oh,
about
I get it.
what about fingers? So that's not any more gay either.
I don't think that stuff's gay.
If it's a woman's finger,
That's thank you.
I don't care.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just clarifying because I don't.
I
care
just
one
don't
way
see
or
how
another.
anything with a woman could be gay.
Chad Daniels has a bit about
Yes.
that where he's like, if you are plugged in, how is I don't understand.
So
How's
if a
that?
woman wears a strap on and
Okay, no, that's different.
No,
That's
it's not.
a different
It's with
thing.
a woman.
It is a different
it's
thing.
with a woman.
But
Yeah,
is
but
it?
it's not a woman. That's not her part of her
But it's not
anatomy.
It's just a toy, though.
Yeah, but it's a little more gay.
It's a little more gay, but who cares?
That's way more gay than a finger.
on the spectrum.
Dudes want to
Yeah.
get pegged. Who cares? On the spectrum, on the pegging spectrum, that one's way
What if it's
over.
shaped like something ladylike, so it's not as gay?
Like a boob?
Like a boob strap on.
a boob?
Like a no.
It's never gonna get in there.
That wouldn't no, you wouldn't be able
So
to.
so if a girl uses a strap on a guy, the guy's not like some type of trade, is he?
Here's the thing. I think we've talked about this before. The older I get, how many times can we say that on the show? The older I get, the more if people are like, "Hey, this is what I'm into."
You won't be judged for it.
It's like, okay, that's what you're into.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
that's what gets you going. That's what gets you going.
I just because I was in college and me being the only gay guy there, I thought that there was just one strand
You
of sexual.
weren't the only gay guy
No,
there.
I'm saying amongst my friends.
Okay.
I was the only gay guy amongst my friends, and they gave me a very narrow strain of
Yes,
sexuality.
because they are college kids that are
Right.
afraid of everything.
19-year-old dudes are not going to
Yeah.
admit to liking butt stuff.
No.
They're not like, well, I just read the Kinsey scale, and it seems as though I was
Indiana
wrong.
University.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is quite a spectrum when it comes
Yeah.
to sexuality.
And they're
No, they're gonna be like, oh, you,
on the phone for the National Park Service.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster.
Okie doke.
No, wait, no, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
yeah, stop using experiences in college with college kids that are not even in college anymore as the end all be all of what is normal.
I'm not. I'm
But it
asking. I want to
is.
know.
All right, well, I'm telling you.
I think that the older people get, like a 35-year-old man or woman is way more comfortable with their sexuality and more comfortable saying, hey, I'm into A, B, and C, not so much D. Get it.
I would like B and C in A.
Yeah, no. I was asking.
It's like a Mad fold-in on the back of Mad Magazine.
Yeah, there
Because
you
I
go.
do not know. Because I also talked about, if a guy bang girls his entire life and does like one gay act, like get serviced by a man, does that make him gay for the rest of his life now?
No, he did a gay thing.
Okay, he did a gay act, but he's not gay. Okay. That's what I
like,
want-
yeah.
I wanted
like,
to make sure.
Good people can
But there's
do-
always going to be people who are like, oh, that makes you gay forever.
No, it's not
or
gay
whatever.
forever.
But people, who cares? Who cares what they say?
I've gotten to the point where I just consult Janelle Monáe.
That's it.
Got her in my phone. I'll just text her. I'll go,
Hey, listen, I need to
your
know.
thoughts on this, right? You're foxy. You're all over the place. And she'll
You're
tell
foxy.
me. Oh, she is.
Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Yes.
Why are you referencing her?
Because she's she's pansexual.
Okay.
Pan. Everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I reference her?
I didn't know she was pansexual. I just know she makes,
That was like a huge story.
makes the body do that yoga. That's all. That's the only song I know by her.
Well, she's beautiful, and she doesn't care who knows it. So, although I feel the straight guys, we might have lost a little bit of something. Because anytime a girl says, I like girls and guys, it never comes down to I like guys more. Because if you did,
don't
you'd just be
think?
with guys. No, there's
No,
never a girl that'll be like, well, I like both. They
See,
never
I-
go, I prefer guys, but I like both. You
I
never
feel like
hear
it's
that.
the other
I
way around.
disagree. Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot
disagree.
of girls that are willing to do certain things with girls, but when it comes to like relationships,
They wanna be with a
wanna
guy.
be with a guy.
Or when it comes to on a regular basis.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like the majority of the sex that you would be having, you would prefer a man.
All right.
It's like Jason Lee in Chasing Amy, where he is breaking it down as he doesn't understand lesbians because he said women and gay guys, they need D, but a lesbian that they're not getting it. I don't know. It's kind of an outdated movie at this point.
I've never seen it.
It's not
yeah.
really making my argument very good.
No, I agree with you.
I
'Cause
don't know what you said.
I have a lot more friends that have experimented with other women and girls and then just still been like, oh, yeah, I tried it, but I prefer guys. I've heard a lot of guys say, no, you can't just, experiment with another dude and then be like, no, just not my thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. There's a stigma on it. Girls.
There's a stigma for sure.
But that's not fair though, because that's what I dealt with all the time. When girls in high school and college, they would be like, "Oh, I can hook up with my best friend. Like we kiss when we get drunk and whatever. They can do some stuff, and they're not marked as lesbians. But let one guy be caught in the corner,
Right, but
picking
you're
out.
not. But you're not a straight guy, so that stigma is never going to be applied to you. That particular stigma is never going to be applied to you.
But
you've got plenty of your own to worry about.
Yeah, he has a
But
stigmatism.
Huh? Do you?
That's why I couldn't get LASIK.
They do that now, don't they? Call themselves lesbos.
Oh, that's right. You're a stigmatism.
Stigmatism. I don't know.
All right, I got $1,000 here for you to win. There's a transition. Maybe it'll go towards your transition. What do I know? Good luck. It's our $1,000 bride.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword BILLS to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's BILLS to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
I just kind of came across this brief little article about people revealing their pet names for each other. And some people are like, I call my husband Poop Stink, and I call my wife Booby Salad, and all this really dumb crap, Carrot Cake, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes, though, a pet name can be as simple as just calling someone sweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
My sweet, I call my wife Babe. I mean, it doesn't have to be something. So we get a piece of mail in the Alan Cox Show office today.
Mm-hmm.
I only mention this because it is addressed to Sweet Bill Squire.
Sweet Bill Squire.
Right, Sweet Bill Squire. And the return address is whose?
Wilhelmina Prefontaine.
Now, the last time Wilhelmina called, she asked if you, I believe she asked if you had gotten a gift, and you said no. So maybe she was speaking prematurely.
Mm-hmm. But I have now received it, and I was saving it to open up on the air today.
I appreciate that.
So
It's a big box.
It is.
Yeah, it's large.
You said it was pretty heavy too, right?
Yeah, it's got some heft to it.
You've seen the panties that he hung in our
I
office
did.
from, yeah.
I don't know if I would call those panties. To be honest, I think panties
Tarp?
are
Parachute?
those
Something?
Are,
I don't know.
Those are underwear.
Yeah, they were
those are
ladies' bloomers.
There's nothing sexy about those things.
They were.
Speak for yourself. Like you just said, some people are into whatever they're into.
Hey, you could be into lady bloomers, whatever you like, man. But
I'm not. That's fine.
Do you need some keys or a knife?
I got it.
Or
There we go. Just had to get it going.
here we go. Oh, I'm
All
so
right.
excited! It's like Christmas. This is good radio.
Where is her on her return address? Where does it say that she lives?
She lives South North Royalton.
South North Royalton.
South
Okay.
North Royalton.
Good. All right.
Perfect.
Well, that is a place. You know. What borders North Royalton on the south?
Strongsville?
Strongsville. All
Oh,
right.
Medina. Strongsville's
Yeah.
north of that.
So she's
it's
on
like
that
Hinckley area.
She's
Oh,
on that northern Medina, southern North Royalton border.
She got you bubble wrap.
Not just bubble wrap.
What
okay.
a thoughtful gift.
There's a letter.
That's a big letter.
It's got some.
Is that a calendar?
No, it's just a big letter. And then, should we read the letter first and then see what's in here?
Well, you read the card before you open the present, generally.
Yeah. Dear Sweet Bill, I wanted to take a moment to follow up on our conversation the other day and again express my deepest condolences on the end of your relationship with your lady friend.
All right.
I know it can be hard living back home with your parents, as I too moved back in with my father after my most recent love affair came to an end. My father is a stern man, Bill. He was a high-ranking official in the Canadian Army.
Like Tom Green's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she has been listening.
He made it all the way to Major before he retired. Bill, you may not know this, but Prefontaine is my married name. My maiden name is actually Dump.
Is what?
Dump.
Her maiden name's
Wilhelmina Dump?
So she's of Germanic heritage.
Anyways, living back home with Major Dump.
Oh, I see. Major Dump.
Challenge. But knowing that you are back home makes me feel less lonely, Bill. I was listening to your latest comedy CD, and I couldn't help but be tantalized by your nude body on the album cover.
So she's saying that she's divorced now?
I guess
never
so.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want you to be self-conscious about your beautiful $7 what silver dollar okay
Silver dollar nipples?
yeah silver dollar nipples
$7.
He's got some pepperoni nips.
Some $7 nipples.
$7.
Bill, I too have larger than normal nipples. I have attached a reference on the next page to show you. Her handwriting's not the best. Page to show you what to expect when I finally.
I think I may have weird nipples.
Cradle show you. It's I can't read that word.
I'm picturing the scene in Dumb and Dumber where he's trying to read the newspaper.
when I finally cradle you in my bosom. I know words. I just can't read what she says.
Hook it on Pahonix.
Working for me.
Working for me.
I love
Anyways, Bill, I can't wait to hold you in my bosom. Warmest regards, Wilhelmina Dump Prefontaine. P.S. I have included some snacks for pound cake. She calls you pound slice.
Pound slice.
As he is a growing boy.
I want to see the reference. Is the nipple reference on
Yeah,
there?
the nipple. Well, she gave me an actual silver dollar, and then she's got a silver dollar. Then she's got a reference to my nipple, and then you can see her pancake.
Oh.
It says Wilhelmina's salad plate nipples.
Salad plate nipples.
She's gotten very specific in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, okay.
So,
well, what's the gift?
Yeah. Gift.
Yeah.
Gift.
So I guess they're just snacks for pound cake.
I
'Cause
never knew that
says,
she even liked
veggies. You can't live on veggies alone. He needs real snacks. So we got some.
Oh, it's only snacks for pound cake.
Yeah, so
Oh, I see.
goldfish.
Ooh.
A giant box of. Do you like goldfish crackers?
I do.
As you are not an infant.
There is a salad plate the size of her nipple.
What's it say on it?
It
Sign.
says, To Bill, thanks for everything, Wilhelmina Prefontaine. And there's a little dot in the middle to represent the center of the nipple.
I see.
That's great.
She really goes to great lengths to package these up. Yeah.
I believe these are for you. Some
Heath bars. I love Heath bars.
Yeah, you and Alan.
You don't like Heath bars? You're not a toffee fan?
I'm okay with them, but they're not my favorite.
Alan, do you like Score bars?
Love them.
Yeah,
And then
big fan.
a bunch of beef sticks.
Beef sticks.
How
Slim
thoughtful.
Jims.
I never even knew that she liked me.
Well,
she
now
just
you
wants
do.
to make sure you have some snacks.
There
so.
you go.
Unless they're poisoned and she really doesn't like you.
Ooh, maybe.
Right.
Well, they're sealed.
I mean, I'll have one of those. I'm not against.
I'm a
nice
huge fan of
toffee.
Slim Jims.
So essentially, you got a letter and a dinner plate to represent her areola.
Salad plate, yes.
Salad plate. And,
whatever.
and pound cake got snacks.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, that's,
I'm happy to have them.
yeah.
I'm
Areola.
very impressed by it.
Okay, good. Well,
What would you do if you
fantastic.
saw a nipple that big?
What do you mean? What did I do when I saw a nipple this big?
You've seen it.
Areola.
No way.
I mean, you just go for it.
And you can't miss it. I mean,
I've seen some real big nipples.
Well, the nipple is a dot in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the
oh, you
areolas.
think the
yeah.
areola. Okay.
I've seen some
yeah.
large areolas.
Oh, yeah. Some girls, you can dial a phone with that thing. Or an old rotary deal. Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, Bill. She's
Thank you. Very
again,
excited about this.
Yes.
Sweet Bill Squire.
All right, I'm going to break, and we'll return. Mary Santora's here hanging out. Cavs tonight. They could close it all up here. Game 4, 8:30 tip here on WMMS against the Raptors tonight.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our...
Okay, so as I've mentioned before, I'm staying out in Medina right now, and I'm not in like Medina City. I'm out in the woods.
The sticks.
Yeah, like we are off of like the road, like I'm surrounded by trees, and today when I was driving to work, because I spent some time outside because it was nice today, and my sister works for my parents, and so I went to see my niece and everything. So we're playing together, we're outside for a little bit, and I get into my car and I see something in my hair, like some dust or something. It was a goddamn spider.
Bill, that is like my worst nightmare.
It was like a little brown spider.
Oh no!
Like, and I was just, I didn't freak out.
I
like
would be
you,
beside
but
myself.
I just get out of there. And
I
then
would bash
smashed
my
it.
head up against the dashboard. Like I would just be like doing like that. That is like my worst nightmare. My uncle, because when I was little, I looked like Chucky Finster. That's the only thing I can reference to. I had very wild and crazy hair, and I was kind of like a redhead too. Before my hair turned brown.
You need to get a picture of that.
I will
Throwback
try to
Thursday
find
that.
something. That's super
great.
Throwback Thursday because I looked a mess. I did look like Chucky Finster though. Big glasses, curly hair, and the way my uncle got me to start brushing my hair, because I was just so unkempt and my mom didn't have time to do it and I would fight her on it. He told me about this story about how this woman had really crazy dreadlocks, or she had a big fro or something like that. And she said when she finally decided to brush it, she brushed it and a bunch of spider babies came out. Like, it was a bunch of... He told me about the story about, there was like spiders had laid eggs in her hair, and when she tried to brush it, like spider babies came out. After that, I was like, none of that for me. I don't want spider babies to come in there.
My oldest daughter, when she was like 7, 8 years old, when she's going that transition from doing like baths with her mom to baths by herself, she would take a shower and then she'd brush her hair, and we thought everything was fine. And then one day we were going through hair and we found she had this dreadlock in the back of her head.
Just
because
one?
one big like clump of hair that we had to cut out because she wasn't brushing all her hair. She was just rushing through it because she was always that kind of kid, like just never would take the time to do things right. So one day we were looking through her hair. I think there was like a lice scare at the school, and we were looking through her hair, and we're like, what is this clump of stink back here? And she was also...
It stunk?
Well, it didn't really stink, but it was a big knotted dreadlock.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, we had to cut it all out. And she's also the one that is like the most prissy of all our kids.
So
and
you're like, you're cutting my hair?
Yeah, so she was not happy about that, but there was nothing we could do. It was like a wad like the size of my fist of hair that just...
How did you guys not see that before?
Because it was like matted down, and then she had really long hair, and it was back over it. And I didn't brush her hair. Like, that wasn't my wasn't doing that. So she just was hiding it, and she knew about it, but she didn't want to tell us. So she was really protective of it too, because she didn't want to get in trouble. And like, you're not in trouble. We just gotta take care of this. She's so dumb.
That is pretty funny. Yeah. It's kind of cute too. She's just like, it's my clump. Don't touch my clump.
Yeah. Get your hands off my lovely lady clumps. My clumps, my clumps, my clumps.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, she was.
Tell her the spider story, and then she'll. That never.
Oh yeah. Well, one time we were driving, like, Kendra, my ex-wife, loved to go to antique stores and stuff like that. So we got some stuff at one, and there was a spider in something that she got, and they almost ran me off the road screaming about this spider. And I'm like, will you guys calm down? You're going to get us off. We're on the freeway, and they're just screaming and, like, climbing all over the seats. I'm like, I'm going to pull over, and I'm going to stomp on this thing, and it's going to be fine. You guys are going to get us killed.
No, that seems about right. Like, if I bought a new house and I saw one spider there, burn the house down. Like,
we're moving.
No,
we're out.
I can't count how many times. Like, there was one time I was driving and I'm going down the road, and like from my rearview mirror, like it was above my rearview mirror, and it came down like on a thread.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just saw it, and the legs just kind of expanded like that.
Jesus.
And I was like, ah! I'm swerving. I'm trying to like swing it and make it. And of course, spiders aren't gonna lose their stuff. So I'm like, ah! So I'm like, as I'm driving, trying to look and trying to find photos and stuff to bash you with this.
Why wouldn't you just pull over?
Because I think I was on the highway. Like I was in the middle of going somewhere. Like I probably was driving home from here, and I just saw that thing come down like that, and the legs expanded. I was like, no.
Yeah, I freaked out a little bit. Like I mean, literally, like it was right there in like my little gray patch.
That would be enough for me to cut my hair. Like that would be like no more.
No, it's just a random thing because I live in the woods and stuff like that happens.
No.
But I really thought it was like I thought it was like something from me being like a sloppy human, like a piece of like, how did a crumb get into my hair? But then also I played with my knees.
So you touched it and it came out?
I touched it and it started to crawl, and I'm like, oh, that's a spider, and like I just grabbed it and threw it on the ground.
It was big?
Not that big. It was like that big. It was like a little teeny tiny thing. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome to Siding in the DM. I'm Bill Squire. That's Pound Cake. Do you follow us on social media? You probably don't. You should. You might. Who cares? So I'm out. I'm out of the girlfriend's house.
And into?
My parents' house.
You ain't gonna have no late night cram sessions in that place.
Nah, that's all right. I'm as much there for, like, I gotta work on my credit score or whatever so I can get a loan because I'm not good at being an adult. But most.
Why can't you just rent a place?
I don't want to rent a place. I want to buy a place.
You can literally, but I'm saying you want to talk about building up credit. Renting is a great way to build up credit.
No, it's not.
If you pay all your bills on time, all your utility bills are paid on time.
Yeah. I paid bills on time. That's fine. But then I have to pay all those bills. Okay. I can get my credit score up in like 2 months if I just knock out my credit card debt real fast.
Well, you would know better than I would.
Yeah,
so
I just got a little bit of credit card debt. I'm gonna knock that shit out.
So I guess my F-ton in the garage looks a lot better then, huh?
No, my parents have a great house.
Well, I'm just saying,
and they're never home. Like they're always going on trips and stuff, and I don't like. It's just far. That's what sucks. Is like I have a long ass commute.
Like an hour drive?
Not an hour. No, it's like from here. It's not actually too bad. It's like 30 minutes from here
to Medina.
Yeah, to where I'm at in Medina. It's about 30 minutes, but from like going to Lakewood, it's gonna be like 40, 45 minutes.
Isn't Medina like
Between Warrensville Center and Lee, you have an accident blocking the left lane 271 south before 480. Your stop and go from Chagrin Boulevard, and 480 eastbound is off the pace from Granger Road to Lee. I'm John Crawford in the traffic center.
This report is brought to you by Farmers Insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
The road ahead is bound to take some unexpected turns. Farmers Insurance can help you understand your coverage options with their practical knowledge gained from more than 90 years of experience. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Find an agent at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. It's time to give. Hey, hey, time to give stuff away.
All right, get you a couple of tickets here to the WMMS VIP Happy Hour at Cleveland's most iconic rooftop bar, featuring Belvedere Vodka. This is going to go down Wednesday, May 16th. Enjoy a delicious cocktail with Belvedere Vodka, and always remember to drink responsibly. Let's get you up there, have some fun. Good luck. 2 of these passes for caller 15. Be at least 21, of course, and good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeart Radio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
$35192 and give me a text. Ooh, we are.
And next time, try to cough more into the mic.
I wasn't ready. I got that toffee spit.
Yeah,
Go
there
on.
you go. The cholera-riddled Mary Santora is with us. She of the recently acquired black lung.
Sorry.
She's coming back to the Alan Cox Show comedy tour this year.
Yes.
And could not be more excited.
I'm very, very excited.
For that. It's going to go down Memorial Day weekend, all this week around 5:20. So about a half an hour. I will have tickets for you to join us on night 1 at the House of Blues. That'll be Friday the 25th of this month. Very next night, we will head out to Kent to do the Kent stage. And I'll have tickets for you to win in the coming weeks for that. What is happening?
I don't know. She just has a weird, dumb smile on her face. And
Why can't I smile?
She said she was in a mood. No, that's fine.
She's just real
She
goofy.
said she's in a mood.
You said you were
I'm
in a mood.
I don't know. I'm just having a good day.
Did you get high before you came in?
I wish,
Okay.
man.
All right. Just
No,
trying to navigate the
high-
terrain in which we're currently being
No, I'm
deployed.
just
that's
high
all.
on life.
All right.
Just, just living it.
Just say no. High on life. If you want to see Mary getting down with life on Twitter, it would be Mary_Santora.
Uh-huh.
And on Instagram, be Mary Santora Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Which we're trying to get her up to 10,000 followers on Instagram
So I
so
can
she can
swipe
swipe up, so she can post links and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And where you at right now? You got
36.
Yeah, so
So
follow
only
Mary.
64 more 100. 64 more 100.
64 more 100.
You know, that many more hundreds.
That's good. That's good. We'll get you there.
We can do it.
I believe in
you. Jinx. See, suck it.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Contagious.
Now he's coughing. You've given him the black lung.
See?
All right.
Contagious.
I'm not contagious. It's
I
the
don't wanna
toffee.
live with you.
It's the toffee spit. Like it makes it like thick.
You're going to kill. This is her way of getting that bag of heat from me by killing them for me.
No, it's the same thing that happens with like Starburst or Skittles.
Starburst spit.
You don't get thick spit when you eat Starburst?
I don't eat them. How many at a time are you eating?
One.
Oh, I can't say I've gotten that.
Or Skittles?
I think you might have diabetes or something like that.
It doesn't
Shouldn't
happen?
get that thick that fast.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If you eat like, okay, maybe you eat like 4, not at the same time, but back to back. Dude, that's real.
I know.
Your thickest spit. All right, listen.
Okay, that's fine.
That doesn't happen to anybody else?
Mary did post. Nah, I don't.
I get thick spit for one reason.
No,
no.
see what you do.
I meant Skittles.
I know, but
I meant Skittles too. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
Diabetes. Yeah. What you got? Diabetes. Yeah. Diabetes. What you got?
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, your testing supplies may be covered. Here's how it works.
What you got? Diabetes. What you got? Diabetes. What you got? Diabetes. Type 3 diabetes. What you got? Diabetes. What you got? Diabetes. What you got? Diabetes. Type 3 diabetes. insulin. Before I'm in a coma, I'm knocking bitches out with my gangrene aroma. I can't smoke chronic because my toes are necrotic. I gotta maintain my circulation so I don't get another amputation. They call me peg leg, the diabetic pirate. I'm in the hospital helicopter so much that I can fly it. Shooting up a chill, it's medicine, not narcotics. Hope this rap thing blows up so I can get some new legs that's bionic. I got that sugar-free Red Bull in my cup. Shots of insulin, that's what's up. My pancreas is all up. I have diabetes. I got that sugar-free Red Bull in my cup. Shots of insulin, that's what's up. My pancreas is all up. I have diabetes. 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 I trust it up hard and shouldn't have. I trust it up hard and shouldn't have.
I guess, who knew? You know, I learned so much about diabetes from Charlie and Miles doing that song. The old bootleg black guy stuff.
It's so good.
It was real. I didn't know that you couldn't trust a fart.
Nope.
It was really a beautiful encapsulation of everything about the diabetes.
The beatus.
That I learned mostly from them. So maybe you've got the beatus. Does it run in your family?
My dad has diabetes, yeah.
Really?
But he has the old people kind, where you get
Like you get a drop foot and all that kind of stuff?
No, he doesn't. He has his feet still.
Yeah.
But,
Well, no, not cut off.
I
but
know.
You
get one time at work.
Does he have the socks?
Drop foot's
No,
what we call
he
it
has
when you get the
regular socks.
amputation. He doesn't have the compression socks?
He probably needs them.
All right.
At work one time, there was a guy
Father's
who...
Day is coming up.
Should I get him some diabetes socks?
Some compression socks.
There's a guy who
Some
looked
liver
like
spot cream.
Wilford Brimley, but I couldn't remember Wilford Brimley's name.
Yeah.
So I said to a customer, I was like, hey, you look like that diabetes guy.
The diabetes.
He knew what I was talking about. My dad just texted me, I have diabetes. I know, Dad. He's just... Maybe I will get him some socks.
She's already got Father's Day on the brain, and Mother's
Done.
Day is right around the corner.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
She can have socks, too.
No, you can get her the sriracha pants.
Sriracha pants.
If you go to AlanCoxShow.com, we've got a clip of Tom Green when he was here on the show on Friday. And we've got today's Monday Instagram hotties, too.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Green did mention when we went to break that he never talks about Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. That's why I posted that clip, because I'm like, hey, we got a little bit of an exclusive.
Well, he's like, you got me to talk about Drew, and I don't ever talk about Drew. Did everybody watch Childish Gambino's video?
I loved it.
You watched This Is America?
Yeah, just in the break, like last break.
I like Donald Glover. I like everything he does. I was
talented.
not that familiar with Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll see him at ACL when we go this fall. But he did Saturday Night Live, and obviously he's at
ACL.
Austin City Limits.
Oh.
In Austin. And he did SNL. Great episode. Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Kanye Place bit?
Kanye Place is incredible.
That is so funny.
That's probably the best one.
So funny.
You got to watch it. I'll play you a little bit. It's quiet. It's a parody of the movie A Quiet Place, which I saw over the weekend.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
It's good, right?
It was economical.
Yeah.
We had some loud kids in the theater, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
I did like it. So for people who've seen A Quiet Place, it's this unknown alien race that has taken over the planet, and they're blind, but they can hear you, and so you have to be extraordinarily quiet. So they did a bit where Donald Glover and some of the SNL cast members were trying to be quiet, but they kept freaking out over Kanye's tweets.
So funny.
So they would try to whisper.
So good.
Did he just say poopity scoop? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I need to know if he said poopity scoop. He said poopity scoop!
And then the monster comes and takes her because she couldn't believe it.
Oh, I love the one when the guy signed the Donald Trump hat, and Keenan looks at it. He's like, Kanye, man, come on. He just gets yanked out into the corn. Oh, I died.
So
dude.
after the SNL episode wrapped, Donald Glover was host and musical guest. He performed as Childish Gambino.
Dirty Talk, another very funny sketch from that
Yeah,
episode.
that was good.
That one was good. The whole show was great.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
And again, I will normally zip through the musical guest. I usually don't watch. I don't care. But I wanted to see him do his thing. I'm all in on this guy, man.
He's great.
This video today that he dropped
time.
a little bit after. I feel like I'm coming late to the game with him, but I point out the Kanye Place thing because it dovetails very nicely with the fact that with everybody talking about all this literally nonsense with Kanye, Childish Gambino is the guy people should be paying attention to. The This Is America video that he put out, I think like as soon as the SNL episode ended,
It
this
was
dropped or
posted
whatever.
in the middle of the episode, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Community?
I did. I didn't get into it as much as other people did, just because I don't know what it was. I may go back because I like everybody who's in it.
It's a great show.
It's really that's
But
how
I-
I first found out about him.
But
didn't
I
really
love
know.
Atlanta, and you know, he's popped up in movies here and there. He's
Yeah.
in The Martian, and you know, and I like everything he
I
does.
saw him perform at CSU. I
Did
went to
you
his-
really?
I went to his concert. He puts on a great show.
Stand up or Childish Gambino?
Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
My roommate's real big into
But
him.
this video is unbelievable. This
It's
is a guy
very
who's
smart, clever video, and like I've been he was a part of this sketch comedy group called Derek Comedy when YouTube first started.
Okay.
Out like when YouTube was brand new, and these guys made really funny sketches, and they were like 20-year-old college students.
Where's he from?
He is from, I believe, Georgia.
Okay.
I think he's from like the suburbs of Atlanta.
Of Atlanta, okay.
And so he's going to NYU, going to film school there, and he meets these other dudes, and they start making these sketches, and they're hysterically funny, and they still hold up. And there's like Ellie Kemper worked with them.
Okay.
And she got on The Office because of it, and like he got a writing gig. I think he wrote for SNL and then 30 Rock, or maybe it's just 30 Rock.
30 Rock.
And then he's done a lot, and he's just a really smart, funny, talented dude.
Crazy
And
talented
He
dude.
like
And,
in
like, there's-
every facet. Like
right.
he's
There's
it's
this one
insane.
sketch where he is it's like almost an Aaron Sorkin type thing where it's like a walk and talk, and all these people are coming up to him, and he does this crazy like monologue, and it's a one take shot, and he did this when he was like 20 years old, and then he's also does this one character, the new kid in class, is like just so silly. So go back and look at some of those old Derek Comedy sketches and just have yourself a time.
But between the comedy and the singing, he's a guy that you look at and you go, well, I'm just going to quit.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to go grow corn or something.
Yeah, literally.
Well, he
You know?
said that. He said, you may not know me independently for one thing, but it's okay if you know me a little bit for a lot of different things. And that's what he is. He produces, he writes, he stars in a couple movies and TV shows.
I mean, there's a
and
lot
he
of
is
people.
A rapper too.
There's a lot of people cobbling together showbiz careers, but this is a guy where everything he does. And again, I wouldn't even. I guess the thing that I didn't really pay attention to Childish Gambino is because I was like, I don't need like another rap thing to pay attention to. But it does. It's not.
But he's not just a rap
barely
guy.
that.
No.
I mean, his
And I don't
last
think I
album,
knew that.
Redbone, was it? Was that the name of the album or one of the songs?
I don't know.
But he was. I mean, he just sings on it mostly.
Right.
Like it's almost like this throwback kind of just R&B type album more than anything. And
Like
the other song he
3005
did
was like his big hit. We used to play.
Yeah,
that on the radio
I
all the
love
time.
that song too. And he's incredible.
But the songs he did on SNL were like, and this was one of them, but they were like atonal and they were off kilter and they were just so interesting. So interesting. I don't know if other stations are following suit, but a station in Detroit announced that they will no longer play Kanye songs. This is a brand new station in Detroit, by the way, too. This was a sport. When I was still on in Detroit, they were just flipping this. It was sports, and they flipped it to R&B. It was like part throwback.
Well, then nobody cares if they're new, then they're just trying to make a name for themselves.
Well, but
Nobody
that's
cares.
what you have to do. But what I'm saying is I wonder if other stations are following suit. I mean, probably not any Chicago stations. That's his hometown. But 105.1 The Bounce said that we are not going to play Kanye. Now, granted, when stations do this, and you're right, it's a relatively new station.
Yeah,
This gets
nobody
people
cares.
talking about you.
If it was like a station that had like notoriety, like Power 105.1 in New York or Hot 97 said that, then people might follow along because that's like the pulse of hip hop. No one's checking for a Detroit station that's just up and coming, trying to,
But what would it take for
survive.
one of those stations to not play Kanye?
A public outroar.
From him or from fans?
Like people calling in, like
What?
Wait, what was that word?
Outroar.
Outroar.
An
Okay.
outroar.
outroar or outcry, whatever.
Outrageous.
Okay. Outroar. Uproar or
Outrage.
outrage. Okay.
Okay, I mixed-
He was
okay.
creating his own portmanteau there.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
But if this, the people are calling in and say that dump Kanye because they did that for a little bit after the Taylor Swift incident.
And stations did it with Chris Brown for a little while, but then they start sneaking Chris Brown music back
When
in.
people stop complaining and it's out of the public eye, then that's when everything will be okay. It'll all smooth over. But if people start calling in like, man, forget this Kanye dude, man.
All I can think about though is how he's got this new album coming out, and Kid Cudi is like his main collab on it.
And yeah, he's
and
getting
Cudi's
screwed
just
over.
like, oh man,
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm just a regular guy trying to
make
do
this
some
happen.
Make some money.
music. And,
But
And then
think
you
about it.
offered something
Yeah.
like to work with someone like Kanye. You're like, oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And then
The only thing I can say is probably not going to be that big of a deal anyways if they do start boycotting his music, because St. Pablo or Life of Pablo was not getting played on the radio. He did not get radio play for a long time. He hasn't got radio play since like Gold Digger. Like that's like, I don't remember.
he's kind of moved past that.
He's not a real radio artist now. He's more of an artiste, and like I got YouTube hits. I got
An artiste.
whatever.
Well, we'll see how the new album does.
Well, that new song, he's more of a fartiste. Scoopity poop.
how many people do you think would have to send angry emails before they would pull like his?
It would have to
music?
be a lot. People.
It would have to be like hundreds of thousands. or
More,
like
more than 25, that's for sure.
It's not even like the
25.
people. It's the advertisers. It's just gonna be like if it were like Fox News or something like that. The advertisers don't want to.
Oh, you mean like your sponsorship people?
Well, the people call the radio station. The radio station, hears from that, but they take that into account. Like they take it with a grain of rice because people.
A grain of rice.
He's really all over it today, isn't it?
Take it with a grain of salt.
Grain of salt.
Whatever you want to say, buddy.
They take it with a grain of salt
You
because
take your outroar with a grain of rice.
because people always complain.
What was that word?
People always complain. So I mean, you're never gonna win. But as soon as the advertisers start pulling out, then they'll be like, okay, well, what do you think of this?
And that never
lot of
happens with
people have
music
a-
on radio anymore, anyway. So.
Well, Chris Brown, when he got his double mint gum thing, his endorsement pool, then they were like, okay, well, we'll start boycotting.
Right, I'm talking about just radio. I mean,
And some people just have quinoa in their vagina, so they're not gonna be very comfortable.
Quinoa?
I'm just ruining things like you.
It's pronounced quinoa. Thank you.
Oh, is it?
you say what you want, Pancake. But anyway, Childish Gambino going on tour this fall. He will not come to Cleveland, but the dude's doing arenas.
Oh, he's
Now he is,
he's
yeah.
huge, dude.
Good for him.
I saw him
I
at
wonder-
Wolstein.
Does he do a little bit of everything? You think?
No, I
you
think when
he
he's
does
out
like
as
5 or
child-
10 minutes of stand up and then does some
No.
song?
No, I don't think he mixes those worlds.
But he'll tour separately.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as Childish Gambino, and then he'll do a weekend in wherever.
I don't really think he does very much as like a stand-up performer anymore. I
Oh,
think
I don't
he
know.
did the weirdo special and kind
Yeah.
of got that out of his system, because most of his comedic stuff now is
Acting
more
and
focused
writing
on
and
things like Atlanta and writing things, and he's in solo, so he's pretty busy.
a little busy.
If they had waited, I would imagine SNL would have tried an Atlando sketch where he's just walking around outside Atlanta. That's a
Atlanta.
freebie for the SNL
There you
people
go.
who listen to the show. So yeah, he's going to kick off the fall tour in September, but you'll have to go to Chicago or Boston or New York or
Well, you tell us, Alan. Do you think it will make an effect if this Detroit station would boycott his music? It's not going to make an effect.
I think that they're trying to get. You're right. I mean, it's a new station.
We're not
trying to
playing
get-
him here on MMS, that's for sure.
Yeah, congratulations. No, they're trying to get people to
I'm
know
gonna
that they're there and pay attention to them. And
I'm going to ask Java if he's boycotting Kanye music, because his album just dropped, and Java's always on top of that. Like whenever a new album drops from like some huge artist, he's like the first one to have the music in the system.
well, they've been
so-
playing that Scoopity Poop one at night.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him because
Yeah.
I never heard it. I mean, I didn't hear Life of Pablo on air either.
I think they might. I don't think it's in heavy rotation, but I talked to him last week, and I think he's like, yeah, I'll play it at like 10 o'clock tonight or something.
Get ready for the angry calls, Java.
The Migos parody on SNL was great
That was
too.
funny. That was
They
a
were all
great
so
episode.
good. So
it was all
good.
good.
The courtroom thing, there was.
They
A lot
cut
of good
one
stuff.
for time where they were the other Cavs players.
I like that.
You can find it on YouTube. Yeah, it got cut for time. I have it. Where they're like, nobody can stop LeBron James, but don't forget about us, the other Cavaliers.
And one of them is Pancake.
Everybody knows about LeBron.
But don't forget about us.
The other Cavaliers.
And whatever LeBron needs, we'll get it done.
As long as what he needs isn't basketball.
But we've got everything else covered.
Every time LeBron makes a free throw, I'm right there with that high five like, there you go, LeBron.
I always got LeBron's back and his shoulders.
I hold LeBron's third and fourth cell phone. You know that thing when you roll the ball up the court to save time? I'm pretty good at that.
And I only play in blue jeans.
I average 0 points, 0 assists, 6 personal fouls.
I sweep up LeBron's chalk.
Yeah, well, it's lots of
silliness.
Go around there, sure.
Some people didn't like it. I thought it was funny.
I wonder how
the Cavs thing.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
I thought it was very
It was
funny.
a great episode, though, of SNL.
Yeah, the Dirty Talk one, that's the one that was just killing me where he's like, all right, I'm a cop, and I just pulled you over, and she's like, yeah, I killed my mom.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you didn't. She's in the trunk. Yeah, but that was a variation on a bit they did like last season. I thought they were going to redo, where she just does a bunch of voices, and
That's
what
what I
throws
thought they
them
were
off.
going to do again, yeah.
But I'm glad that they didn't stick with that one.
Well, because I saw
But she's
that
really funny.
Yeah, I saw it start, and I was like, oh, okay, impressions. I wonder who she's going to do, yeah.
All right, listen, let me break. We will return, and I will have tickets for you to join us on May the 25th for the first night of this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour with Mary Santora, who will be there as she is in here right now, along with Jasmine Carter and Cody Cooper and Bill Squire and Mike Paramore, and I'll be there, and Pound Cake and Matitude's going to spin. And if you want to get tickets, you should not wait because they go fast every year. Go to AlanCoxShow.com. Keyword comedy up top for all the info, and I'll have a pair for the House of Blues show for you when we get back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WM.
Avicii. They just made a statement. His family, another one. The first one was very vague, like, oh, there's Avicii, and he was sad, and blah, blah, blah. But they didn't really say much. This time.
I didn't see the statement. I just heard Matitude just popped in here, and they were saying they hinted at he might have committed suicide. So I was like, why would you hint at something like that? So
they said he couldn't take it anymore.
Take what,
He just
though?
couldn't go on anymore.
More money, more problems. I couldn't imagine what he was going through. Obviously, it must have been something that we're unaware of. But it just scares me for people who want to be successful and they think that they see the glitz and glamour and you traveling from city to city, hosting these huge shows. These are like tormented individuals. Like the most time they probably feel alive is probably on the stage. Or maybe not. Maybe they're on whatever.
I think that's what happens is once they get to a certain point, that relief that being on stage
doesn't work for them anymore.
doesn't bring them any joy anymore. And then they turn to drugs or alcohol, and then they kind of go down this downward path. And then before you know it, Avicii goes bye-bye.
So there's no wake me up anymore.
No.
It's all over.
It's just all over.
I've never thought about being, that big and be so, like, what do you do when you're fulfilled? When you've done everything you probably wanted to do. This man has won Grammys. He's traveled all over the world.
Well,
he's met all
here's the
types of
thing.
people, all types of venues. People will probably feel like, what else is there for me to do?
There's balance is what makes people truly fulfilled. Being truly fulfilled is not letting your career or your job or just one thing be that thing that makes you happy. You look at people that are genuinely happy and there's balance in their life. So you get to a point with your career where you're like, okay, I'm happy with this and I'm going to keep going, but it doesn't become your focal point. And then you have family and hobbies and friends and just self-love that keeps you balanced with that stuff. Because a lot of people that get into entertainment business, it's all for this one thing, and when they get it or whether they don't, you don't learn how to cope or you don't learn how to balance the rest of your life. So you go all in and then you get success, and then you realize that success isn't what you thought it was going to be.
It's subjective.
And then you fall off a cliff. Yeah. And then there's plenty of people that get that success and they're like, oh, good, I have success. That allows me to have more balance in my life because I have money to do so.
You just got to know who you are before you get into this business, because if you don't know who you are, you might end up being somebody else and you might not like it.
Or you have to accept the limitations of certain things, or just accept what...
There is no limitations.
There is.
We have a celebrity as a president. There are no limitations. I keep telling you this. Fame runs everything. Everything. We are such a celebrity-driven country. These people bend over backwards for any type of fame, anything to go viral, anything to do this.
Right,
and I feel like this dude, at 28 years old, that is 2 years older than me.
For him, 28 years old, he was very, very popular. He had other demons. So...
Sure, everyone has problems.
Right. And some people's demons lead to a situation like that, where you go to a really... Your highs are high and your lows are too low, and he was obviously staying in that low place and couldn't get out. You have lows. You know how it is. And you have your highs. You feel real great one night, you feel real low one night. But you're not that type of person
But,
that I think.
But the difference is
that's going to do that.
The difference is access. You know, my lows can't be when you're a rich and famous person. Your luxury is not your luxury is the luxury of worrying about other problems. Money is not a problem. Usually, you know, if someone, I would think if I was in a place of a certain status or a certain, you know, financial wealth, I'm like, okay, I need to clear my head. I'm gonna go, you know, on vacation for a little bit to unwind, and then y'all hear about me when I can regroup. I don't have that luxury. Most of my depression comes from where's my next meal gonna come from? How am I gonna pay these bills? What am I gonna pay this off?
But that's why you end up, because you don't have that luxury of just being able to throw money at your problems, you develop coping skills to get through the situations. Whereas a guy like that, he could have taken a couple of years off, or he could have changed his career completely, but he got into a spiral and didn't see a way out.
Well, that's a very sad man. The fact that he feel like he was trapped and he couldn't reach out to anyone, or no one felt like no one loved him enough to help him out of whatever hole he was in. That's sad.
Well, that's mental health. I mean, he didn't see what was right in front of him. He had those people there.
I'm tired of it blaming everything on mental health, though.
Well, that is mental health. Like, he was a depressed person.
But I feel like everyone has some type of depression, though.
Yeah, but it's going to be more severe in others than it is in, like, your level of depression isn't the same as his level of depression.
Okay.
And you can't understand that?
Yeah, I can. But
that's just empathy. Like, that's just understanding that people...
I empathize, and I feel sorry for him that he felt that way. It's just it's just. I guess he's a white man and he's a man of luxury. So it's the grass is always greener on the other side. So I'm looking at him like,
yeah, I mean, he had a really small dick.
It doesn't matter. He has money. It doesn't matter.
Money don't make up for it.
He's good looking and he has money. Someone will do him.
Yeah, but
someone.
They do him, but he knows that they're faking, and like it just.
It's not like something leaked.
I don't know.
Not only is it maybe small, but it's you know, he was Swedish, so it was probably like uncircumcised too.
Yeah, like a little tiny Swedish fish down there. Little fleshy Swedish fish. Anyway, well, he's dead now, so that's rest in peace.
R.I.P. Avicii. Sorry, man.
Yeah. This got weird. Hey everybody, welcome to Siding in the DMs. I'm Bill Squire.
And I'm Pound Cake. What's up, guys?
So I've been working on some things in my life, and one thing that I do a lot is just avoid things. That's like my thing.
Like
some people are like too confrontational. I just avoid it, and hopefully it goes away.
Like instead of resisting temptation, you just stay away from all temptation.
Not even as much that. Is
you
more
smell
like,
really good, by the way.
Thank you
very much.
What
do you have on?
Just deodorant, and it's probably my hair stuff.
Yeah, that smells real good.
Thanks, Annie. My girl hooked me up.
Oh yeah, that smells good. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, like relationship stuff. That's one of the things. Like I'm moving out this week, and I told Coco that I'm moving out last night, and she's like, "Well, when did you decide this?" because I thought you were going to stay for a little while. I'm like, yeah, but it's too hard to be around you.
She wants you to stay?
She doesn't mind having me there. I just had to express that, like, I might stay around for a while because I want to be closer to my kids, but it's just too hard to be there with her and not be, like, with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, like, just sharing the space, I'm never going to get over her, but we're not going to get back together. So it's just this weird limbo place that I don't want to be in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the decision that I'm going to move out.
You got to close that door.
Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care.
Come into Conrad's before summer arrives and have your air conditioning checked to be sure you avoid any uncomfortable days behind the wheel. We'll do a complete AC performance test for just $19.99 at any of our 37 locations.
Alexa, play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Getting the latest episode of the Alan Cox Show. Here it is from iHeartRadio.
Wherever you are, so are we. The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Oh yeah! It's time to give stuff away. Time to give stuff away.
All right, the 9th annual Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour is a 2-night tour de force of comedy. Mary Santora, Bill Squire, Mike Paramore, Jasmine Carter, Cody Cooper, myself, Pound Cake, Mattitude's Gonna Spin, all brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company, celebrating their 30th anniversary. And all this week you can win tickets to join us on Night 1, the House of Blues, on the 25th of this month. All right, you want to go? Of course you do. Be caller number what, Mary?
19.
Caller number 19. You get those tickets. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
Sure, you could listen to another show, but then how would you find the puppies we've buried in boxes around the city? 100.7 WMMS.
Tickets for both shows on sale now at AlanCoxShow.com. Use the keyword comedy. Yeah, they are. I get ticket counts every morning, and they are going quickly, as we suspect that they will.
How many does Kent Stage seat?
Like 600.
Yeah. So those go particularly fast. So people who want to go see us on that Saturday night, I'll have some Kent Stage tickets to give to you. We'll do House of Blues this week, maybe next week for Kent Stage. Show's not that far off.
No, it's only 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. With all that talk of Childish Gambino and Donald Glover doing crushing it on SNL, I neglected to mention that Stormy Daniels also made a cameo in the cold open. They basically had everyone in there. They had Alec Baldwin playing Trump. Ben Stiller has been playing Michael Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
They had Martin Short put on stubble and long hair for that doctor.
Yeah,
Dr.
that was funny.
Bornstein. They had Scarlett Johansson play Ivanka again. Jimmy Fallon's there as Jared Kushner.
Yeah, she's there bothering her boyfriend at work.
I did not know they were dating.
Colin Jost, yeah. They've been together for a bit.
I was watching it with a comic friend, and he was like, I can't believe that he's with Scarlett Johansson. I was like, what? I had no idea.
I bet she has two hands full, though, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's probably fun to go
yeah.
out, for her with a little bit, but anyway. So they do this multi-panel screen where they're conferencing people in, and Michael Cohen's calling Trump or whatever, and then they say, let's get Stormy Daniels on the line. They cut over. It's actual Stormy Daniels.
And, yeah, it was very funny. I like the cold opens this season. They've been pretty good. And then I like that once the cold open's done, they just kind of go away from that and do, like, sillier stuff.
Right.
Except nobody can ever nail the opening line. They've been saying it for 40-plus years, live from New York at Saturday night. Somebody always screws it up, and I don't understand why that is.
Because they're trying to say it together.
But just say the line.
Yeah.
Like, I don't worry about saying it together. She said Saturday Life or something. I don't know.
Did she?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Trying to get the audio.
And that's not really her thing, though, and she even makes that joke. She's not an actress. They're not known for their acting.
Right.
So.
Live from New York, it's Saturday Life.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Life from New York, it's Saturday, huh?
What?
Well,
it's technically Sunday.
No, it's not. Not when it starts.
No, you're right. Now when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just correcting you. This is why we shouldn't live together.
I'm never home. That's the thing. I have 2 jobs and I'm gone all the time.
Yeah, but when you are home, I will be correcting you, and you will not like it.
No.
Yeah, plus
you will not like it.
I don't know why you have to. If we only get a couple hours to hang out, you'd be like, Mary, you're wrong about everything.
Not everything, just the things that you're actually wrong about.
You can just leave it out.
But then you can tell him what he's wrong about.
He is actually wrong about everything.
Oh,
everything? Sure. Well, nobody's wrong about everything.
Yeah.
What am I wrong about?
Your hair.
Well, that was
a dare.
That was
no,
a
but he
dare.
said he likes it.
Well, it's on his head. There's
He
a part
has
of
to
your
like
there's
it.
part of your brain that
What am I
has to
gonna
get
do?
you gotta
That's
get
true.
used to
I
it.
guess it's just accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
You are wrong about how to wear hats. Bill thinks you should wear hats, baseball caps with your ears out of them, not in them.
Well, he's right.
No, you look like a doofus.
What's the poll saying?
No.
Oh, I didn't check the poll.
You don't tuck your ears into a
I have
baseball
never
cap.
not worn my ears in a baseball hat.
Well, you're a girl.
You're a girl, and you have long hair.
You don't tuck, as a guy who has had long hair, you don't tuck your ears into your cap.
Yes, you do. I wanted to.
You do
you
not.
want to see how ridiculous I would look?
You do, but that doesn't mean that's what. Because also that hat's too big for you, because you wear your hat. When they measure your head,
so every time you move your head, if your cap will shift just through normal, you got to
what's
tuck
going
the
on
top
here.
of your ears back
Yeah,
into your.
because this looks ridiculous. Look at that.
Because that hat's too big.
The hat is not too big. It's a child's hat.
Yeah, but it's still too big.
Then you have a child's head.
Because it's pushing
do.
down and pushing your ears out. If you were wearing your that
doesn't look
weird.
ridiculous. I look like an elf.
it doesn't.
No.
No.
That
Are
looks
you
how
serious?
that's
We
how you
want
wear
to see
hats.
girls' ears, by the way.
Why? Why?
Because there's all those erogenous zones in
The
there.
erogenous zones of your earlobes.
Show me your erogenous zones.
I don't like that at all. I look like an elf in Santa's workshop.
You got to wear your hat however you like. I'm just saying, I don't think most people tuck their ears.
I never really
That's
thought
why-
about it. But I don't. I think my ears would probably go inside of the hat.
No, I don't think they do. You've got some pictures of you wearing like one of Ian's hats or something, right?
Yeah.
So can you go back and reference and see if you have your ears in or out? Because ears go out. I mean, it's an easy thing to
And you'd
understand.
be constantly tucking your ears back
You're
into
not,
your cap.
though. Once they're in, they're in.
But you have hair to keep it there.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I guess I don't know.
You should wear your hats however you like.
I look like a doofus.
But don't assume that you're wearing the hat the right way.
No, I'm
when
gonna
you
assume
watch
that.
baseball,
I've come to the conclusion, by the way, over the course of the 2.5 hours we've been on the air today, I really want you guys to move in together. Please become roommates.
Right?
you don't-
It would
Please.
be great.
you watch baseball.
What do you mean you tuck your ears?
You see the
That's what it
game.
would be all day long. Just pointless arguments about nothing.
About minutia.
I tilt my hat so I can tuck my ears. So my ear.
So
isn't
you have
sticking
one
out.
ear tucked and one untucked?
Yeah.
That's
All right, thanks,
extreme.
LL Cool J.
Yeah. No.
One in, one out?
I
Yeah.
tilt my hat. Yeah. So
Tilt
yeah,
your hat.
But if you look at baseball players, they don't
Okay.
tuck their ears.
Is it a hair thing then? Like you're saying if you have long hair, you should. Oh, wow. 84% on Instagram so far say out. Ears out.
When I have long hair, I don't tuck my ears under my cap. I tuck my hair behind my ears, but I don't tuck my hair.
Okay.
my
Here's
ears.
one where my ears are out.
Yeah.
Okay.
see?
Maybe I just don't notice. Maybe I just don't care.
So maybe it
Ears
depends
out.
on the hat.
No, it depends on the person. And I think the majority of people wear ears out.
You're making your own rules.
I am
which
making my
is what sets you apart. But it's also where if you're ever at a ball game with Mary, she goes, "What?
Huh?
Well, that's what started this. I was like,
What?
it's like my ears hurt. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, she goes,
Yeah, the tops of
anytime
your ears hurt.
Whenever I wear a hat, my,
My ears
ears always
hurt.
start to hurt. I'm like, well, why? And she's like, because they're inside getting crushed. I'm like, well, that's going to make your ears hurt.
That's why I
Yeah.
also can't wear sunglasses when I wear a hat for that same reason.
Another
'cause
reason you should wear it the other
digs
way.
into my head, but I have pointy weirdo ears, Dumbo ears for
Well,
my
if
little
your
head.
if your hat wasn't as big,
I don't think it's a hat thing.
then it wouldn't be pushing down
think
and
I'm-
pushing them out.
I might be self-conscious
it's
about
pushing
my
down and
ears.
putting
Set
them
your
out.
hat
Okay.
up higher. Like don't have it just like sit on your head and not like push it all the way down.
It's too big.
It's not too big. The hat fits fine.
Because sometimes you're just supposed to just gently set it there. And just
Oh, I
let
had a
it-
friend-
pull the TI and just have it completely off your head.
I had a friend
Yeah, right.
who I've known since kindergarten. He was the first gay kid I ever knew. And he would set his cap on his head. I go, dude, fit it on your head.
Just set it on top.
He just liked it. Looked like he was smuggling a cantaloupe in everywhere he went.
That would drive me crazy. I would
I'm
just constantly flick it off his head.
Put it on your...
Yeah.
Why did he just like the way it looked?
He just would set it on his head. I'm like...
Did he have good hair that he just didn't want to mess up?
He did have good hair. We used to call him when we were little kids. He like, when they'd ask you who you want to be when you grow up, like he'd say Kennedy. You know, one of those kids. We had a kid who wanted to be Pope, you know.
Well, that's why he'd wear the hat that way, so that he could give them a false sense of how big his head was.
That's right.
You shoot me in the head, you go right through the hat. Because
literally off the mark.
Yeah.
He wanted it to end a little bit better for him than dear old JFK. No, but he would just set it on his head. I go, either wear the cap or why are you wearing the cap? You're not even wearing it. It's just setting on your head.
Right.
Be like if you walked around with your sock laid on top of your foot.
It's so stupid.
Like either wear flip-flops or put the sock on.
Right.
You want to hear the Stormy Daniels?
Yeah.
From SNL?
Yes.
And fix this once and for all. Maybe keep me on the phone too. I'll just be quiet and listen.
Stormy, this is Michael Cohen. Are you alone?
Yes?
And what are you wearing?
Excuse me?
Okay, Michael, I can take it from here.
Okay, but as your attorney, I highly advise against you.
So what up, girl?
Hello, Donald.
Come on, Stormy, stop making such a big deal about this. Everyone knows it's just an act.
I work in adult films. We're not really known for our acting.
Just tell me, what do you need for this to all go away?
A resignation?
Yeah, right. Being president is like doing porn. Once you do it, it's hard to do anything else. Besides, my poll numbers are finally up. And speaking of polls being up. Oh, come on, we'll always have Shark Week. I solved North and South Korea. Why can't I solve us?
Sorry, Donald, it's too late for that. I know you don't believe in climate change, but a storm's a-coming, baby.
I've never been so scared and so horny at the same time.
Yeah, so, funny. You know. Yeah, it was a star-studded night on SNL.
Star-studded.
Star-studded. Yeah.
And who else? Who are the people that introduced Childish Gambino? It was
Zoe Kravitz
and Daniel
the guy from Get Out.
Yeah, that's
whatever his name is.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, Stormy Daniels on... Oh, boy.
Speaking of polls, that was a good one.
Stormy Daniels, that whole thing. Mind you, the administration is still promoting abstinence. Mm-hmm. Just FYI.
Whose administration?
Trump. White House. Their official position is abstinence. Not for teens, also for adults. I think somebody in the White House was watching The Handmaid's Tale and thought, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's do this. That's phenomenal.
For all of America. No
Sure.
more babies.
Unless you're rich enough to cover up a indiscretion. Hey, let me go to Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
How are you?
Good. So this whole ear thing in the hat, listen, there have been just trillions of people that have existed through the course of human history. And Mary is the only one I've ever heard, and the only person that's ever existed who's ever suggested that you tuck ears into a baseball cap.
No, I don't think she's the only
I
one.
disagree. 14% on Instagram agree with me.
He did the research.
You probably own all of those accounts.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They're all baseball cap accounts.
I follow my own accounts and vote on my own story for effect.
People don't even tuck shirts into pants anymore. You think people are walking around tucking ears into hats?
If they have big Dumbo
There
ears,
is,
yeah.
first
That's
of all,
a good call.
No, it is way more tedious to tuck a shirt into pants and way more annoying.
No, it's not. It's harder to tuck ears into a hat.
You're out of your mind.
Well, that's
How
what I'm
big are your ears?
That's what I'm saying is that just the course of walking around and talking and living your life, your ears would constantly pop out.
They don't, though, is what I'm telling you.
Because you've got the hair.
You put a shirt on. A guy will put a shirt on first and then bring the pants up around the shirt. It's easier to do that. There's barely any tucking involved than to have to hold your ears against the side of your skull and then place the tight brim of the cap around both of those ears.
You think that I'm taking my fingers and putting my ears down and then
Well,
pulling
that's why
my
I'm saying
hat
your
over?
hat
That's not
is
how that
too
works.
tight, or yours is too loose.
People have to do that. If you have teeny tiny ears and gigantic hats, and the hat can just fall over your ears, that's fine. But like for most people who wear like tight brimmed baseball caps, you'd have to tuck. It hurts.
You've really touched a nerve with
You're
Adam.
so upset,
Right.
Adam.
He wants to make sure that this virus doesn't spread. He's trying to nip it in the bud right here.
I'm with Adam.
The thought is worse than the plague. Like, this could end humanity.
Tucking your ears into a hat could end humanity. Adam, I don't know what you have against ears or how big your ears are or why you're so sensitive about it.
Mary
But you're incorrect,
Mary
sir.
is an outbreak monkey, Adam. We've got to make sure that she's stopped before.
Right. Well, thank you for taking my
Okay,
call.
thank you. There's Adam.
Thank you
He
for
is
calling with all this great information.
really
Just
riled up.
scientifically accurate.
Here's all I'm saying is that clearly your hat is too big because there's still room for you to tuck your ears. Now, if you're used to that, you're probably buying your hats big so that you can tuck your ears in.
So you guys are saying that I shouldn't be able to have the room to do that. The
Correct.
hat should be tighter.
Fitted hats, well, not to cut off the circulation of your skull, but I mean, fitted hats, you put them on, fit to where your ears are outside the brim of the cap is how I do it. I put it on, my ears are outside. If you've got space to tuck your ears, because that's how you like it, then you are specifically buying bigger hats.
So what you're saying, her buying a big hat that goes over her ears is the equivalent of buying a condom that goes over your balls.
Safety first.
Wait, you're not supposed to do that?
Come on, I'm buying Magnums.
Now you tell me.
That's
Wait
the
a second.
equivalent, Mary. So they're supposed to stop at the base, not go over the balls.
That's really funny.
Wow.
Maybe the funniest thing you've ever said.
Thank you.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess. I just feel like I look ridiculous. Is it for me a preference
I
thing?
think if you had a hat that fit a little better, you would feel less ridiculous because the way you wear the hat, it's like pushing down on your ears, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to stop on your head, not on, like, your ears shouldn't be a factor in your hat size.
The brim of the cap, or the circumference of the cap or whatever, is supposed to come down in your ear ridge, right?
Like that.
Yes.
No.
But
So the
because you
hair
have
has
it,
to go behind it.
But
yes,
the
only
hair
because
is what's
it's-
jamming you up. Because if you didn't have,
You don't think that looks ridiculous?
But
no,
come here.
I think it looks cute. No, well you see girls wearing a cap with a ponytail and they pull it out the back, and
See, if it were a little bit tighter, it would stop right there, and then it's not pushing your ears.
Your
out.
hair is pushing your ears down. That's why you
How's
think
my
you
hair
look weird.
supposed to be? In a ponytail?
Yeah. See, then
Some girls wear a
You
ponytail.
can wear it down still. You can still wear it down.
Just not.
Somehow this has turned into us giving Mary hair advice.
Yeah.
It just, I guess maybe you're right. I'm talking.
Again,
maybe you're right that it's
do it how you want to do it.
that I have been buying them the wrong size.
I'm certainly not going to chastise you. I'm just going to say you're crazy if you think most people do that.
And just don't bring those into my house.
You don't have to lie about your
My
size,
hats
Mary.
or
Two
my
big
ears.
hats. Yeah.
Like Adam just said, he's done the research on trillions of people
Trillions.
who've lived on this planet before.
See, now that I can see it on the live stream and it doesn't look that bad.
See?
Maybe maybe I have a weird thing about my ears.
Uh-huh. It's
got a
not
weird
you.
thing about a lot of things,
It's
We're all
not
we're-
everyone else. Yeah,
we're
you're
uncovering
weird.
a lot. I have some weird. I have quirks and hang-ups. I will admit that. I didn't
That's
realize
fine.
this was one of them.
But now you know. We're peeling
So,
back the
so
layers.
here,
man.
this maybe I do need to live with you so I can learn how wrong I am about everything.
About
Get rid of that
everything.
cat, and then we'll do it.
Yeah. Do you want to have a cat, or do you want to see yourself fully realized as a person?
You know, that's
Because
I
that's
probably
really
should
what
just
it
have
comes
a
down
cat.
to.
It's just we'll just keep the
A
cat.
self-actualized individual, or have a stupid cat. All right, hey, here's $1,000. We do it once an hour. Good luck.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword cash to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's cash to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Hey, Rachel,
Hey,
what's going on?
well, I am also an ear tucker, and it's because
Wait, what? You're an ear tucker because you have long hair?
no, it's because the hat goes down too low on my ears that it would cut it off. Like my ears would flop out like Dumbo.
That's what I said.
So you're buying your hats too big.
It's for girls. We just have smaller heads, and we
Right.
have to get a child size hat.
So you're buying your hats too big?
Well,
Hats
do
are
they make
usually
hats that
adjustable.
we could use?
Yeah.
There's many
This
hats.
one's not.
You can adjust the size to whatever head size you have.
There's a hat for every head.
I'm telling you, I'm with Mary on this.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right, then you found one person.
Not one. What's 14% of 126?
And frankly, I feel like Rachel's on the fence. You heard how vociferously Adam argued his anti-tuck position. She's kind of willy-nilly on being a tucker.
No, I'm just not. I can't wear hats comfortably because, like you, I have to tuck them in, and then my ears get really sore, and I'm a giant wimp.
Huh. All right, well, you shouldn't be uncomfortable. I mean, you know.
Right.
But, yeah. All right, thank you, Rachel. All right, there's your ratio. 1 to 8,972,000.
Or trillions, as Adam
Whatever,
said.
yeah.
184 people on Instagram, 18%, so 36 people roughly. 33 people agree with me, and 150
And some of those are just doing it because they're trying to be on your side because you're a cute girl.
Do you think that would be the determining factor?
There's definitely a cute girl thing that's throwing the
You think they're
actual
trying
numbers
to
off.
artificially agree with her?
He's saying that these are tampered votes.
Yeah, it's
that they're not real.
It's fake news.
It's
fake news.
Fake news.
Not so silent, Bob. Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
I was just trying to say, the only time you tuck your ears in a hat is if you're wearing a bandana and trying to do an R. Kelly look from 2002.
I tuck my ears into bandanas.
I can see that.
That makes sense.
You're not going to. That's like a wrap that's going around your head. And
That's the only time ears get tucked inside a hat.
I just disagree. I think I just.
All right.
I am open to the idea.
Right. And here's the thing: you don't want your ears to hurt while you're wearing a hat. Then get a hat that doesn't go over your ears. And
Right.
you might have a whole new experience while wearing hats.
This has been my whole life.
Yeah.
My
I mean,
eyes are being opened.
You won't have sweaty cartilage when you get home anymore. You'd be like, oh, my ears, they were fully in the breeze.
See, but that's my
It was a
erogenous
joy.
zone.
That's the
the whole
thing, is
point
you're-
of it.
you're
is the
actually-
sweaty lobes.
If you're wearing a hat over that, you're going to wear out the nerves because you said there's pain there, and then they're not going to be as erogenous a zone.
I'm really into ears. I can't feel mine. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's
I
getting
like
mad.
a nice ear nibble.
Sure.
Yeah, your nipples are great, but that's the bottom.
Well, it's
you
the
nibble
whole...
the top of someone's ear.
You get all
I like to move around a little bit.
Yeah?
Sure.
Just up and down like you're eating corn.
Eating corn. I don't eat corn.
And you go, and you push it back
Like a typewriter.
Typewriter.
Pity the poor sap who tries to do some tongue ear work on Mary and discovers it does nothing because she's numb on either side of her head. This poor son of a bitch, he's really giving you his best work. And you go, I can't feel anything.
I get like that with headphones sometimes, though, if the headphones are too tight.
Yeah, headphones should not be tight. Shouldn't be like a vice on your head.
Well, if it's like on there for too long, sometimes they get really tight.
Yeah, I used to have Beats by Dre that I would work out in. And that, like, by the end of the workout, it would hurt my ears.
Sure, mostly because they blew up on your head. But
Yeah,
other
well,
than that,
that
they would
and-
short out and you'd be shocked. And, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mary Santora is here. Some decisions need to be made in her life as to whether or not she's going to continue.
Well, I can't do that because those aren't my thing.
Down this headwear path, or if she's going to turn over a new leaf and then tuck her ears into that leaf. I'm going to have tickets for you for that Tool Music Clinic that's coming to town. The non-Maynard members of the band are going to come through Saturday the 19th to the Agora to talk you through their process. And if you're a Tool fan, these are expensive tickets too. So to win them, be a big deal. So if you love Tool, we'll hand that off coming back. 35192 if you want to text.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Siding in the DMs.
Stop.
We had a good weekend.
We had a great weekend.
Friday, we saw Aladdin, which was so good. We'll probably talk about it more on the show, but it was fantastic, and they treated us right. They took care of us, which, I mean, just getting the tickets was enough for me, but they had food and free drinks, and it was just an awesome night. And the play itself is just next level. Like, it's so good. I like it more than Wicked, not quite as much as I like Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon is much funnier, obviously, but this was
Just the set design was just
insane.
Everything was on point. The pyro, the
singing, the costumes, the dancing. I was
Aladdin was hot. Really
Jasmine was hot. There's a lot of hot bodies. Hot bodies.
They said in that
men
there's
or
only
women.
like 2% body fat.
Yeah, it was and that, I mean, the fattest person in it is Genie, and he was fat.
And he was hilarious, and he stole the show.
He was fantastic, which you'd want the genie to steal the show. I mean, he steals the movie too. So this guy was great, and he's funny, and what was the song that they did right before we went to intermission? Never Had a Friend Like Me.
Yeah.
I had chills. Like the hair on my hand was like standing on end. Like it was incredible, and that was such a cool night. And then you went home. I dropped you off, and
we just had a movie night.
You just had a movie night with a new friend.
A new friend. Mm-hmm. I've been dating on Tinder, so I've just been,
And that was all right. That ended up okay.
Yep. We stayed the night.
You got your hair cut. You're looking nice and fresh.
Thank you.
Nice fresh cut. Nice summer cut, ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and then I went to Porco, met up with
How
a
was
friend
that?
there. That was fine. I mean, we just hung out and just had
How
a
much
couple
money
drinks.
did you spend? Because
Like
drinks.
$50.
$50. I could buy literally lunch for me and my date for $50. Like
I understand that, but that's not Porco. Porco is an experience.
Fair enough.
And we had a few drinks, so it was fun. It was a good night. Good, just hang out. And then Saturday I was with my kids all day. Went to Dave and Buster's and then watched the Cavs game. And man, that Cavs game was incredible. I love it. I love what the Cavs are doing. It's so crazy to be witness to this. Yeah.
Yeah. LeBron,
that's how important and that's how big of an influence
LeBron
has is that he's got gay people watching basketball.
It was
and
on.
It's not the finals.
It was on at the club.
It's not the
And
finals.
I was just sitting here because I got there around 9 o'clock and I'm just watching it and then I'm like, I gotta watch this for another hour. We're about to go into overtime. LeBron was like, no, not today. Swish. I was like,
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah.
She's in another room watching us.
You're very loud today. That's okay. And then, do you do any Sunday fun day activities? What'd you do?
What did I do? No, I didn't do nothing. I just went and got my hair cut, chilled with a few people, and
I saw Avengers for the third time. You want to come on in?
Gosh, get over it.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good though. I love it. It makes me happy. And my son hadn't seen it yet, and he wanted to see it, so I took him.
What?
Come on in.
Hi.
Mary Santora's here.
Please in.
Hello.
She's very festive with her WMMS shirt.
I found this in my trunk.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Oh, so you just put us in your trunk. Okay.
Mary's going to be sitting in on the
That's from
show
opening day.
today, but this might air on another day too. But Mary. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter.
Here I am. Oh, Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram at Mary_Santora on Twitter.
And she's part of this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour.
Hell yeah.
She's headlining the Kent stage night.
Yes.
And she's going to kill it. She's going to
be so much fun.
She's going to be so good.
Still
she's
very
so funny.
single?
Still very single.
Very single.
In case you're out there and attractive and tall and have a job and nice and funny and
So there's not that many requirements.
yeah, a job. Probably a job is good.
Job.
Or a car.
A
Yeah.
car.
Transportation.
You can have they can have anyone can have a job. You can work at Subway and they could walk there.
A car is actually pretty important.
Cars.
Yeah, you want to have a car.
How else are you
So
gonna
have
get
a car.
sloppy?
Yeah.
How else are you gonna get sloppy on the side of the road?
Ew! You don't do that. You do that.
Mary, you're so sweet. You're
I
so
believed.
sweet.
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. What are we talking about today?
Apparently right now, Sloppy's on this. Just giving
Road
weekends.
sloppies?
Yeah, just kind of update on our weekend.
I didn't do any road sloppies this weekend. Did you?
No.
And we're back with Mary Santora.
Hello.
Hey, she's on this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour. She's very, very funny. We were just talking about our weekends and what we did. What'd you do all this weekend? Anything fun? I saw you were at like a lady event yesterday.
I went to a bridal shower yesterday.
Ah, the lady
bridal,
event?
Yeah, it's a woman's thing, a woman's issue. No, it was a lot of fun. A girlfriend of mine from middle school is getting married, and so it was like all of our childhood our childhood friends' moms, and then me and my friend Kelsey were like the only two other than the bride who were like under the age of 50. So it was a nice little luncheon. There was tiny sandwiches, and as soon as I walked in, my friend goes, "Will you please have some bourbon with me?" So I
she was like, finally,
she was the only one drinking, so I was like, "Yes, I will have a drink."
Have some bourbon with me.
Right. But it was fun.
Well, I've been apartment hunting of late, and Mary and I have been throwing this idea around of possibly being roommates.
What do you think?
And
What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
She thinks it's a great idea.
Bill has reservations.
I have a lot of reservations.
But
which we actually haven't even talked about.
You can cohabitate. Women are used to, cohabitating with like stinky men. But men have to make adjustments for women. When you leave your hair dryer out or your curling iron out on the sink, and you take 3-hour showers, like we have to adjust to that.
But
the apartment that we're looking at would be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
So we won't have to worry about that.
So we don't have to worry about sharing a bathroom, which would alleviate a lot of those problems.
Okay.
The biggest hang-up that I have is that Mary has
cats.
A cat.
Cat, singular.
One cat, and I do not want to live with a cat.
Now here's the thing. You don't even know my cat, first of all.
It doesn't matter. It's a cat.
Second of all, she's super chill.
It doesn't matter.
She's the most chill cat you'll ever know.
It doesn't matter how chill the cat is.
She's never even around if I'm not around. Like, you would not see her.
Technically, I didn't want to live with cats either. My roommates have 2, and like I sacrifice because I live high class life with them.
I've done sacrificing, and so that's the thing. Is like I have to weigh that in the balance.
I will not get rid of the cat.
The accident is cleared on 71 South before Snow Road. Your stop and go from West 130th. I'm John Crawford in the Traffic Center.
This report is brought to you by Menor Commons. Celebrate amazing savings this spring at Menor Commons. Retailers include PetSmart, FitWorks, Party City, Chipotle, Applebee's, and more. For current offers and a store directory, visit menor-commons.com.
It's time to give stuff away. Time to give stuff away.
All right, if you like the band Tool, if you love the band Tool, it's a rare glimpse behind the scenes. The Tool Music Clinic is going to go down the 19th of this month at the Agora Theater. Drummer Danny Carey, bass player Justin Chancellor, Adam Jones, their guitar player, are going to walk the people there through a handful of the band's songs, from the process of writing them to playing them live. If you know about the Tool process, you know that these guys are the ones that are putting all the songs together, and then they send them to Maynard, and he writes the lyrics. So if you're a musician and you want to see that process up close, the Tool Music Clinic is coming up the 19th. A couple of tickets. You can go to agoracleveland.com if you want to buy them. You can win these. Be caller number 11. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeart Radio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
35192, that'll put a text from you to me in this room. You want to watch the live stream, that's up and running at our YouTube channel at AlanCoxShow.com. And if you want to get your tickets for this year's Alan Cox Show Comedy Tour, use the keyword comedy in the search bar on the show there, and you can get them for either the House of Blues on Friday the 25th or the next night at the Kent Stage, but both shows selling quickly. Mary Santora is in again today.
Sitting in, causing problems.
Causing all kinds of consternation, and really making us, more than anything else, making us look inward.
Yeah.
Making us come to grips with our own biases, our own prejudices, which is, at the end of the day, all any of us can do, really,
it's
to
what I'm
grow
here
and
for.
evolve as human beings.
Is that what you're here for?
I'm here for that.
Okay.
Among so many other things.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Mary will be on this year's comedy tour, along with Cody Cooper and Jasmine Carter and Bill and Mike Paramore. But all the information on the show is all brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company. And we will have a special beer for you to drink, by the way, at the comedy tour this year.
Beer.
Details on that forthcoming. And then this weekend, Mary and Brian Kenny, another one of our pals, are going to be co-headlining the Funny Stop.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Thursday,
or
Friday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What is it?
All the days. No. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. You can get tickets online at funnystop.com or call 330-923-4700. Yeah, it's going to be a really good time. I'm super pumped.
If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio from out of state, let me know where you are. Feel free to rate the show on iTunes, by the way.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
We should probably mention that more often.
Well, I thought about that. I was thinking quite a bit about the podcast over the weekend, and I'm like, I don't know that I maximize the podcast as much as I would like to. I mean, there's things that are in process, things that are a little bit beyond a little bit above our pay grade. But I should encourage people to rate the show on iTunes.
Yeah, rate it 5 stars, subscribe, write reviews.
Do all that. It'll help us improve the podcast.
We have thousands and thousands of listeners on the podcast, so it'll like move us up the rankings and give us more visibility.
That's right.
And then we'll be like, hey, look at this. More money.
Well, this show is already, I don't know about that, but I mean, visibility is always good. This show is already like one of the top 10 podcasts in the entire company.
Oh, nice.
So
Good for you guys.
that's great within our bubble, but I was thinking about iTunes. I'm like, a lot of people listen on iTunes. But again, if you listen to the show from out of state, let me know where you are if you haven't already. Daniel's in Beaverton, Oregon. Justin listens in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. What?
We were having the conversation earlier about what's gay if a girl's doing it to a guy, and then Manny on the chat said, if a guy uses a strap-on on a guy, is that gay?
Doesn't even work.
I don't know, but
sometimes you don't want to feel all the feels, right? Sometimes you want to keep it professional, but you still want to have a good Friday night. Paul and Summer listen to the show
in Saturday morning.
Yeah, in Mundelein, for one of you. Mundelein, Illinois, outside Chicago. Brian listens in Collierville, Tennessee.
Collierville.
Jarrett and Tatiana listen in Portland, Oregon. Got a handful of new listeners in Brooklyn, by the way. So anyway, thanks. I like putting people on our map if you're not on there already. Cavaliers tonight, they could close it all out tonight against the Raptors. Game 4, they're going in 3-0. 8:30 here on MMS. Congrats to Dennis Vargo out in Fairview Park. He got our tickets this morning from WMMS.com, so he will be at the game tonight at the Q. They were talking to LeBron about resting, and he seemed none too pleased about the fact that they don't have appropriate time to rest.
Is there a way to be efficiency for you, for energy efficiency? Is that a thing for you?
Well, I mean, it's in between games. It's kind of weird. We're the only series that does not get 2 days in between games. That's kind of weird. But that's why I'm going to get as efficient with my energy as possible in between days.
They don't get 2 days in between. No 2 off days in this series.
Which is annoying.
They're the only ones? Every other series does?
It was just how... Because what's their face? They've been playing every other day. The Celtics... Because they've been on like the same day as the Cavs.
Whatever LeBron James says, that's what I take as my gospel. But if he says they're the only series,
they got 2 days off when that series started.
Oh, I see.
Whereas the Cavs closed out the Pacers on Sunday, and then the following series was starting on Tuesday. So then they got 1 day off.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what he's talking about. But then he also goes on to talk about how he's he's being smart on the court, where anytime he can walk and conserve his energy, he does.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't run just to get back on defense.
Yeah.
He'll take his time if he can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's seems to be working.
Yeah.
Because he's playing pretty well.
He's killing it.
If we go to 5 games, it would be back in Toronto.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
LeBronto. Here is our most recent winner, however. He got tickets for Saturday night's game. In our impromptu rally song contest, he took the Kid Rock route, and it paid off.
Ball, basketball, dribble it, get a basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? Ball, basketball, dribble it, get a basket. Cavs are going to win the playoffs. Now don't you feel it? His name is LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
The Cavs are moving on.
That was another guy who won. Kaylee won.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Cavs are gonna do. I said Cleveland's gonna do. I said we all got to do. I said whatever it takes.
Again,
Get it, Bill.
Never underestimate the
Kit Kat song?
Never underestimate the talents embedded in our listening audience.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
They are talented. I can't sing. I can't sing for garbage.
Well, they still have a lead singer, so they don't need you.
Yeah, they're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the version 2.
Is that what are you
band?
Also Pound Cake?
Don't get mad at me because I don't know
only
that
one.
band. Like, it'll be, there can only be one pound cake.
Yeah. So we're in the break and getting ready to come back on, and Mary's in here trying on a fitted cap, and I go, oh, it looks good. And she goes, you know what? I also eat peanuts with a shell on. I'm like, would you just give me one thing at a time?
Well, Bill brought that up.
Well, no, you brought that up because you like to bring up things dumb arguments that you make.
Starting pointless arguments and watching people lose it about literally the dumbest things is one of my favorite things to do. So like,
yeah, people get worked up about minutia.
I love it.
I like kind of a live and let live approach to life. My dad was an in the shell eater, and so as a youngin, I tried it. But it was like, it's like shards in your mouth, and I didn't want it, so I'm happy to sit there. It's more of a bit of a ritual for me to shell them and do them, but it's, boy, Godspeed if you're eating peanuts whole.
Eat the peanuts whole, pop them in.
It's easier. I mean, you just put the peanut in, you suck all the like salt off, and then it's softer for you to break, so then you break them in half, and then you just pop.
Oh, no,
no, she pops them in her mouth and eats them.
But now I'm saying I'd rather suck it than like...
6 o'clock, Bill. On the nose. 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
I'd rather suck the nuts, is what you're trying to say.
Whole. No,
Wait,
I
so
eat the whole thing.
you chew it.
I chew it.
You actually eat
it and swallow it and chew it
the
all.
shell, the peanut
entire
You get it in your teeth, though. I feel like that would like make your irritate
It's not
your
any
gums.
different than popcorn.
No, it is very different.
It's so different than popcorn.
You're not eating
like
the kernels
getting a
of popcorn.
kernel and it's not any different. I mean, it is a different snack.
So to you, I guess I think it's different just size-wise. I mean,
that's
peanuts
dangerous.
are like 2 peanuts in a shell. Piece of popcorn, it's a thing.
And then it's not like it's just the outside shell. You have that like inside papery part.
It's all
That's
part of
the
it.
worst.
It's all
the
part of it.
worst to chew on that.
How often
You don't
do
even
you...
really chew on it though.
But
It's
how often do you eat peanuts?
whenever I'm at games, a couple times a year.
So at games,
At baseball games.
you're just elbow deep in a bag of nuts,
Oh,
popping
yeah.
them in your mouth,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
you're thinking, well, is this born out of I don't want to be ankle deep in shells, or you just like them that way?
I think I just have always eaten them that way.
But doesn't it, like, if you turn around and somebody goes, hey, Mary, and you go, hi, don't you have, like, shells in your teeth
You're
and
always
stuff?
drinking a beer and it's washing it down.
Okay.
It's not like I'm just dryly eating a bag of peanuts.
No, but I mean, it doesn't, like, scrape your throat?
Yeah,
The shell
it doesn't
shards?
seem pleasant at all to swallow peanut shells.
You guys
It seems
are
like
thinking
that-
like if you were to crack them up and just try to swallow them down your gullet, like you are eating it like you eat food, like you would eat any other.
Right, but
like
that is not
potato chips.
food.
It's the
It
same
is-
thing.
It's not a potato chip. It is a peanut shell, and it's basically tastes like wood.
It doesn't taste like wood.
It feels
That's my
like
question.
wood. Yeah.
I eat apples whole.
Yes.
I'll eat the entire apple.
Oh, you eat the core.
All
Okay,
of it.
so that's just as crazy.
That's where the good stuff is, the seeds.
yeah.
I'll eat strawberries whole. I don't cut up. I don't care. But again,
That's weirder
those are,
to me.
but
Eating an
those are-
apple core to me is weirder than eating a peanut shell.
But those are softer foods.
An
I mean-
apple core?
Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
soft?
Have you ever eaten an apple core?
I have bitten into an apple core.
Well, then you know it's not a peanut shell.
It's not as hard as a peanut shell.
Yeah. Okay.
But I posted that one on Facebook and got a lot of response that people were like, "Hey, me too. I thought I was the only one, or I felt crazy." So I think people just need.
And you don't feel,
to share
since
it.
this is the second time, and I wouldn't have thought of it had Bill not brought it up, but you don't feel to some degree that your face is artificially inflating the number of people who are agreeing with you?
No.
All right. No, what I meant to say is, do you feel like your face is artificially inflating?
Yeah, I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
You should
I have a severe nut allergy.
I have a peanut allergy. That's why I eat them with the shells
Just
on.
only eat the shell. It's not as
Uh-huh.
bad.
All right.
No, but I do like watching people like Adam get super worked up about things that literally don't
See,
matter.
I'd rather people argue about stuff like that on Facebook
Oh yeah, that's
than
it's so entertaining to
politics
me.
or religion or whatever dumb
Right.
stuff that people get just tricked into.
Let me ask you this, Bill.
Doing that.
Did Jesus eat his peanuts in the shell?
No.
How do you know?
Because Jesus is not a sinner, and that seems like
It's not
a
a
sin.
sin. Nope.
Yeah, it is.
Nope.
It is a sin against.
That doesn't violate any of the commandments.
It's a crime against nature.
No, it's not.
Do you make peanut butter with the shells?
That's not a valid argument.
How?
Because
It's
you
kind
don't
of a
make,
valid
No, it
argument.
isn't. You don't make apple pie with the cores.
But you may start.
Yes, you can do
No,
that. though.
don't even start to defend him. That you don't make apple pie with the cores. You don't make peanut butter with the shells.
You
Those
put
are the
sugar
same
in
thing.
Starbucks
All
lattes.
right, but you nuts aren't like animals don't even want to eat the shell. They would prefer like a squirrel pulls a peanut apart.
I mean, you would shell a pistachio. I've got
Yeah,
raw
those are
pistachios in my.
completely different though.
How?
Because
But
a
it's a shell.
pistachio shell is like
Mm,
very hard and
That's true.
and like that'll break your face. Like
Okay.
that's not the same thing. Like, okay, a sunflower seed.
I just don't like those.
Some people do sunflower
Some
seeds.
people eat sunflower seeds whole. That would be a better comparison.
And I hate that
peanut.
because it's just like chewing on
little
wood.
shards
Yeah.
of.
Those are way pointier and much more wood-like than
Mm-hmm.
than a peanut shell. Like you put it in your mouth and you suck some of the salt off, and then you start to chew it after. It's like almost like a boiled peanut. Have you guys ever had boiled peanuts?
Yes.
Like
When
down
we
south?
were in Florida, every 50 feet
All
there's a
down
roadside
south.
set boiled peanuts, and
Yep.
I do love peanuts. And Gwen's like, before we leave, we gotta get over there. I go,
gotta try it.
I don't think I want boiled peanuts.
It's weird because it's like
What's
soft
the point? It
and
makes them
weird.
soft. I don't
It
want
makes
them
the
soft.
shell soft, if that makes sense. Because you're boiling a peanut. It's not going to be.
But they boil it in the shell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I'm just saying. That's my take. That's how I eat it.
All right.
I'm sure you have a weird thing that you eat. You're not the most normal dude ever.
No,
There's way.
I eat lots of very weird things.
Like
but
what?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've eaten dog.
What?
Yeah.
Are you being for real?
Uh-huh.
You're going to come at me about peanut shells and you've eaten
don't-
a canine.
Yeah.
I don't.
I lived in the Philippines.
I don't
ate
care.
a dog.
That's crazy. That's so much worse than a peanut shell.
Yeah, but it's something that I tried because it was their custom and I was trying to fit in. I didn't go searching it out. It was served to me
That's
and I ate
crazy. What did it taste like?
it. Like a gamey kind
Tastes
of
like anything
cow.
else.
Yeah.
I've had horse.
Just
I
like
mean,
red
you know,
meat.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've had dog.
Would you eat it
What
again?
Starbucks was doing is that they were taking specimens of male semen and they were putting it in the blends of their latte.
I guarantee you none of you have ever tried that before.
Semen latte?
Yeah.
Have you?
That's not what he calls it. But
God's gonna put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. Every sodomite's butthole, everyone that practices sodomy from the day of this message will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn. You'll have to, the manufacturers will have to go into manufacturing chairs where people can stand up because they won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. Every sodomite, that way we'll know it's a sodomite because he can't sit down. He's got to have special asbestos diapers.
I really wish he could be like my motivational speaker, like when when I'm not eating right or when I don't want to work out. He's like, "Get your ass up! Stop being a fat ass.
He's
You wanna
so
be?
mad.
You want to get diabetes?
You're gonna get a cancer in your butthole if you don't go work out.
You gonna go to the gay club?
I wonder what happened to that guy because he lost his church and a gay group bought it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
they
in
did.
Manhattan, like a
incredible.
couple of years ago. A guy in Harlem.
Did they call it sodomites? They should turn it into a gay club called sodomites.
No, he lost it to an LGBT homeless youth shelter.
Oh, wow.
Which is a way step up. But I wonder where that
Sodom
guy
Tykes.
is now.
Sodomites. I hate you.
He said that Obama had released the homo demons on the black man. So he was really coming from a place of,
Education?
well, just, very
just-
Christ-like. in that. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going? Ate the show.
Thank you. What's up?
Not much. I was just listening in, eating a peanut shell versus
Thank
not
you.
eating a peanut shell or whatchamacallit. The question isn't, everybody's asking the wrong question. It's not whether you can tolerate it going in, it's how painful it is coming out.
Doesn't feel great.
So then it seems like you shouldn't do it.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, it's not like you're doing it with that in mind.
Because-
There's plenty of things you eat that you
But your
don't
body
feel
already
great
has a
coming out.
hard time getting the peanut through.
I'm sure you could probably eat like a watermelon, like
rind.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably eat that, but you probably shouldn't.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't or should. I'm saying that's how I eat them, and it tastes great.
You're not casting aspersions on other people who might think differently about the shell.
No. You can eat it however you want. That's just how I eat it.
Okay.
And no, I don't remember your name, person who called in, but
Ryan.
it doesn't. Ryan. It's not great.
I bet.
But the same people who eat really spicy stuff, people who eat like incredibly spicy wings or
you
things
got a
like
point
that,
there,
they eat it because they like the flavor. It doesn't mean it feels good coming out.
They don't worry about the battery acid later on.
Exactly.
At least it's a fluid though. It's not like it doesn't leave like chunks or it doesn't like.
It's not
stick.
like
Yeah,
you're not gonna-
it's not
you're
like
not gonna have-
glass. Your body processes it.
Yeah, but it's like splintery.
Yeah, splintery.
I had to have my sphincter stitched shut. It was horrible.
Ugh.
Yes. No bueno.
But yeah, there's plenty of foods that people don't take into consideration the aftermath when they eat them.
Like what?
Hot wing challenges and things like that. Flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, I used to eat insulation because I thought it was cotton candy.
Insulation.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that does not taste good. I wish somebody had told me until 5 years had gone by to not do that.
You know?
I liked the Pink Panther, and it was in the walls. I'm like, what is this, Willy Wonka's house?
Exactly.
Oh, this is great.
But you do not get cold in the winter.
No, I don't. Nope, nothing about me is chilly.
No jacket for you.
Have you guys had a food that was like not worth it after it came out the other side? I don't think I've ever had. I don't eat food like that really. I mean, I had some spicy stuff.
That was that was so painful. I'm never eating that again.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that happen.
I'm really lactose intolerant, but sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'll take like a Lactaid pill and it'll help, but not be great. I'll have like ranch or ice cream.
It might. I don't know if it was the dog or whatever, but I was in the Philippines, so that came out a little rough.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't.
Well, next time, Will, you know what, to his point, next time he was in that market and he was offered that meat again, it did give him pause.
You guys.
See, the best one that I could do is it was rough on my aso, which is the Filipino word for dog.
There you go. Uh-huh.
The thing is, it doesn't even bother me when you say dumb things like that. It's how satisfied you are with
that's
yourself.
the best part. He's very satisfied.
That dumb face.
He kicks back and folds his arms. Like, yep.
It's like,
Drink
I
it in.
said it. I said it.
You got to own it.
Listen, me being with my parents right now, my mom is in her own personal hell because my dad has a similar sense of humor to me, so we're just making jokes all the time. Like last night, he was about to go to bed. He's like, I should have beat you upstairs. I'm like, you shouldn't beat her anywhere. And we're just laughing. And she's just like, what? Stop it.
Alan, I tuck peanut shells up under my ball cap. Well, there you go. You can have the best of both worlds. Alan, I thought Mary was a psychopath, but I just ate a peanut with the shell on, and it was way better than I expected.
You are welcome.
Put a lot of Y's on that way there.
Way better.
All right. Peanut shells are delicious and not hard to eat.
Try it. Yeah, try it. Give it a try.
I have tried it. I just don't like it.
Do you pull crab meat out of the crab leg?
I am allergic to shellfish, but...
That's a nice dodge.
No, eat it whole, like a banana, just jump right in.
You don't eat bananas whole.
I'm totally messing with you, too.
If you start eating bananas whole,
Bananas, oranges, jump right in.
I ate a shrimp one time.
Do you eat the fuzz off a kiwi?
I'm allergic to kiwi.
Jesus, no wonder she's eating peanuts whole. It's the only thing she's not allergic to.
I know, yeah. Kiwi, shellfish, and lactose.
I'm lactose intolerant. I'm kiwi intolerant. I'm shelled peanuts intolerant.
Yeah. If I did start to develop a nut allergy, I'll be so upset.
All right.
It's like the one thing that's left.
Okay.
A nut allergy?
Like to tree nuts, like peanuts and.
Gotcha.
What are other?
What about these?
No.
He's going to be pleased again as I go to break here. All right, I'm going to have, coming back, remember the movie Tremors? They've got a new one. The next chapter in the beloved cult classic Tremors franchise. Still with Michael Gross. Jamie Kennedy is in this one. It's called Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell. Worms under the ground. It's fun back in the day. So if you want the new one, we'll hand that off coming back. 35192, you want to text.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Speaking of some unchristian-like behavior, a lot of right-wing snowflakes are whining about Michelle Wolf hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
She was just on fire.
Everyone flipping out. The reason people are pissed, I can only assume, is because all the jokes were true.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is an event to celebrate the First Amendment, so nevertheless.
How do they hate people who are vulgar, but they love the President of the United States?
Well, because they don't hate people that are vulgar. They hate people that disagree with them.
Hey,
right.
She's just telling it like it is. I think you guys would love that if you were in a Trump, right?
Yeah.
Flint
crushed.
hasn't fixed the water.
That was the last thing she said. Flint still doesn't have clean water.
Puerto Rico's still in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
And she took shots at a bunch of different targets.
And just a reminder to everyone, I'm here to make jokes. I have no agenda. I'm not trying to get anything accomplished. So everyone that's here from Congress, you should feel right at home.
There you go. That's an easy lob.
Nice, solid opening joke.
I feel so cool that I met her. Like, I feel so cool that I got her water. Like, I'm like, wow.
She's legit.
She was in here a little while ago.
She just did Hilarities earlier this year.
Yeah, she came in.
Or maybe
when
late
she
last
was
year.
in.
One of
It
the
was-
others.
I think late last year.
Yeah.
Feels like it was just yesterday.
We've got our friends at CNN here. Welcome, guys. It's great to have you. You guys love breaking news, and you did it. You broke it. Good work. The most useful information on CNN is when Anthony Bourdain tells me where to eat noodles.
That's good.
She's so funny, man.
And how come they don't talk about that? Like, she's getting all this pushback, but how come the Republicans that hate CNN aren't being like, but you did a good job of making fun of CNN?
Because it's all made up. Right. It's just so silly. If you're a Trump fan, by the way, since when did you give a wet tampon about decorum? That's all the Dennis Miller, who I'm still trying to like Dennis Miller.
Why?
Because just because he did a hard right-wing pivot doesn't make him any less funny of a comic. I don't think. Again, you know how some people are still trying to be with Kanye? That's how I am with Dennis Miller. I'm still trying to be with Dennis Miller because I've been a fan for a long time. But people are roasting him because he said, I'm going to look up Michelle Wolf and then I'll have some sick burns for her on Wednesday. Like, I don't know what this
the
guy's
most
talking
out of
about.
touch tweet
It's
ever.
I mean,
Sick burns. Yeah. I'm going to take the weekend in a couple days during the week, and then Michelle, you're gonna get it.
You are gonna get it.
So ridiculous.
She made fun of Hillary, and listen, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I'll get to that in a minute because that's what everybody's allegedly pissed off about. But every single one of her targets, by the way, earned these jokes. They've earned every single joke. So anyway, at least it put Michelle Wolf on a lot of people's maps.
Which is exactly, this is her moment right now. Is similar to when Amy Schumer was getting all that pushback when she did the Charlie Sheen roast.
And Kathy Griffin.
Well, Amy Schumer made fun of Ryan. Well, made fun of Steve-O and said that she wishes he had died, not Ryan Dunn.
That was
And
like
then-
the first. I hated her after she said that, but then I watched her.
But people got really mad at her. Then they started going to her shows, and that was the thing that really put her on the map. And I think that's this moment for Michelle.
This is a thankless gig. This White House correspondent, I mean, Colbert's done it. Imus did it when Clinton was president. He made fun of him right there. Who else has made, people made fun of Obama.
Minaj did it last year.
They get these Daily Show cats because they're at least politically kind of minded or whatever, but they're still comedians first and foremost. And, obviously if you watch, depends on what you watch, what you listen to, Fox and Friends. She bombed.
She didn't.
She didn't bomb. There's plenty of laughs there.
We've got MSNBC here. MSNBC's new slogan is, "This is who we are." Guys, it's not a good slogan. "This is who we are" is what your mom thinks the sad show on NBC is called.
See? Good.
Did you watch This Is Who We Are this week? Someone left on a crock pot and everyone died.
Yeah. Everyone dies when that crock pot goes off. Rip Milo.
Watch Morning Joe every morning.
This is a
We
good
now
one.
know that Mika and Joe are engaged. Congratulations, you guys. It's like when a Me Too works out.
Which is true. It's so true.
Were they in the audience?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Because Mika tweeted, I can't believe this was too over the line. And
Yeah, these women, she tweeted. A lot of people
about
tweeted.
Sarah Sanders.
Yes.
She didn't even say anything wrong.
Well, she took a lot. I mean, she's sitting right there on the dais looking at her.
That's what I love.
She said things very, very right, is what she did. And
That's what I'm saying. People are pissed
people
because she
can't
didn't.
take it,
These
yeah.
weren't lies. These were jokes based in truth.
But she does look like that one lady that she compared her to. There was a side-by-side comparison on Twitter.
See, but I don't even think that was as much about the way she looks as much as her role. If you watch Handmaid's Tale, you know
right.
that role is very similar to what Sarah Sanders does.
You can't, by the way, you can't bully the press secretary for the President of the United States, who was too scared to show up himself, BT Dub.
Which is one of her...
Guy wasn't there.
Didn't she do a joke about that?
Sure.
Yeah, that was my
These
favorite
people
one.
are fully complicit. So people are like, oh, she sat there and took it like a champ. Like, yeah. Why wouldn't she? I mean, and I've said this. I'm strangely attracted to Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Ew.
But don't give me this hooey that she's somehow
Strangely
hurt by all
attracted.
this. Listen, I'm conflicted about it, too. She's a ball buster.
We also, Rachel Maddow, we cannot forget about Rachel Maddow. She's the Peter Pan of MSNBC. But instead of never growing up, she never gets to the point.
Also very funny.
Rachel Maddow is like going to Target. You went in for milk, but you left with shampoo, candles, and the entire history of the Byzantine Empire. And of course, Megyn Kelly. What would I do without Megyn Kelly? You know, probably be more proud of women. Megyn Kelly got paid $23 million by NBC. Then NBC didn't let Megyn go to the Winter Olympics. Why not? She's so white, cold, and expensive, she might as well be the Winter Olympics.
Ouch. Boy.
It is kind of crazy that the Trump campaign was in contact with Russia when the Hillary campaign wasn't even in contact with Michigan.
Here's the Sarah Huckabee Sanders stuff.
And of course we have Sarah Huckabee Sanders. We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies.
I love that.
That's great.
Like little
And I'm not really
maybe it's
sure
lies,
what
it's
to
lies.
call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women?
I love it.
Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
Aunt Coulter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so
That's
she took a
great.
whole bunch of heat for, you know, Mr. President, I don't think you're very rich. You might be rich in Idaho, but in New York, you're doing fine. So Mike Pence is what happens when Anderson Cooper isn't gay. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, so all the people who have been abjectly mute over the stuff that the president has said the whole time.
Oh,
apparently,
let's keep in mind over the
they're
weekend.
getting in their cry closet now over Michelle Wolf.
Or like last week sometime, he was saying that it's hard to watch the Paralympics. This is the guy that they voted for. He said, oh, those people are so brave. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch them out there doing the Paralympics. Can't really sit.
From iHeartRadio.
Wherever you are, so are we. Cleveland's rock station 100.7 WMMS.
Now it's time to give stuff away. Time to give stuff away.
All right, get yourself a copy of the wild and lethal adventure, the next chapter in the beloved cult classic Tremors franchise, going all the way back to Kevin Bacon for the first one. The new one's called Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell. Michael Gross, still hanging on in the Tremors films. Jamie Kennedy in this one, too. It's out on Blu-ray, Combo Pack, DVD, and digital from Universal 1440 Entertainment. You want a copy? Good luck. It's yours. Caller 12. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Another ringing endorsement
You're an idiot. Your show sucks, and you've proven that many times.
for the Alan Cox Show.
You're so stupid.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I gotta say, I am more excited than I thought I would be to see that Phil Collins is coming to the queue this fall.
I just heard that today.
Yeah, it just was announced today.
Oh, they just announced that today.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Hey, listen, she's not up on everything, right? But she just gave us some that she hadn't heard about. Well, you know, now she just heard this.
Did you
She's
guys
busy.
know?
She's got a life to lead. Did you guys know that Phil Collins is coming out of retirement? I saw Phil Collins a week before my 19th birthday. He did June 1990. At the old, it used to be the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. Now it's the Allstate Arena out there by O'Hare. Because I'm a drummer and went with friends of mine who are drummers, and it was amazing. It's amazing. So I see that Phil Collins, because he said he retired. He had hurt his back. He had like serious nerve damage in his back. His kid is playing drums on this tour, so I don't even think he's getting back there. Maybe for something simple. Phil Collins, if you're a drummer, not a lot of heavy lifting with Phil Collins, but he's got great skills. What?
Oh, nothing. Phil Collins it just reminds me of my mom. And
Your mom?
Yeah, she just used to play it all the time. I was like, he a cornball, because all I hear is, I Can Feel It Coming. That's the only song I know by him.
In the Air Tonight. Well, listen, he was huge in the 80s. Yeah, so there's part of that, but he came out of Genesis, and, they were a bit more prog rocky, and then they got real mainstream with Phil Collins, which was a smart move, because that's when they started taking over
Selling
the world.
records,
and Phil Collins is like practically a billionaire.
Well, yeah, because then he did that, then he went solo, and then he did all those Disney movies. Like he did Tarzan, and he made a bunch of money off all that crap.
He's a billionaire just from his writing?
You've talked about this before, about these rich guys who get divorced 3 and 4 times and they're still loaded. Yeah. He's one of those guys. I think he got back with his third ex-wife. They got divorced, and then a year and a half went by, and they got back together. So I think he remarried his wife. But he's on the road this fall. He's doing the Not Dead Yet live tour, coming out of retirement. And he's going to play the Q on October the 18th.
I also like how Pound Cake is judging Phil Collins' music as corny when he cries in the car while listening to Celine Dion.
Right. But that's on him. Mm-hmm. Listen, Phil Collins, it's some white people music, your mom notwithstanding. But as a drummer, I just always liked Genesis. I always liked Phil Collins. He would play the drums on Eric Clapton's albums in the 80s, and I loved those because it was Phil Collins playing the drums. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm really excited for that show. I surprised even myself. I was surprised first to hear about it. Then I was surprised again when Mary told me that they had just announced it.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
I felt like I was...
That he's coming in October?
I felt like I was enjoying something twice. October the 18th.
Mary just got word there's a Cavs game tonight.
Did you guys know that, too? That
they're up 3 games to nothing.
Yeah, they could end it all
against the Toronto Raptors.
Just this one series.
Yeah, no big deal.
All of it.
No, all of it.
No, it all ends
tonight? They changed it tonight.
Okay,
they just announced it on my Twitter.
Oh, okay.
It all ends tonight.
Yeah, if you want the exclusive Cavs, updates, you go to @Mary_Santora on Twitter.
Hashtag whatever it takes.
Hashtag whatever it takes.
Hashtag whatever it takes. That's right. You got to get that in there so people will find you.
Right.
By the way, if you need some gear from CLE Clothing Company, and trust me, you do, the code this month to save you some money, people always ask me right after I've told them, but that's okay. People come in and out. Your word for May is GRILL, GRILL. You want to use that and get 20% off. They've got When You Play Cleveland, You Play the Whole City tees. They've got the WMMS 50th Anniversary Retro tees. They've got the World Series of Rock retro
cool.
tees.
Still need one of those. I sent Dick a 50th anniversary shirt.
Did he get it?
I don't know. He hasn't called in, but I sent it last week, so I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah.
You want to know something funny? When you said the code word...
No.
Okay. Just kidding. When you said the code word was grill, I was thinking like grilling your mouth, like smile for me,
Like
Daddy.
Nelly?
What you looking at? I was like, wow, they're getting really ratchet. I was like, oh, wait, no, summertime, grill, get it.
Yeah, like chicken, like grilling out.
That's how my hood mind works, because I immediately think the song Nelly, like, grills. And then, no, it's actually like an actual thing people do in the summertime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like some barbecue chicken on the grill.
You don't like to leave it, like the feathers on it or anything?
No. No feathers on my chicken.
All right. Just making sure.
Whatever.
You have some weird preferences.
Alan, does Mary realize that peanuts are grown in the ground and not washed? She's a dirty girl.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Well, they salt them.
Well, we already learned that earlier in the show when we were talking about beehole stuff.
Hey, I'm not dirty. Dirty people are like...
Dirty's a very specific thing.
I think so, too.
You know when somebody's dirty.
Yeah.
But you're like, dirty.
Ew, no.
He meant dirty without the I. And a bunch of R's. Yeah, dirty.
Yeah. Christina Aguilera.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could just like look at people and just see what, tell what they're into. Like, I wish I could just.
That takes all the fun out of it.
Is that the superpower you wish you had? like screw invincibility. You know what
I wish I could
That's
read
what he
minds.
wants. Screw invincibility.
Like I think I would probably be like a voyeur or something like that. Like I would either want to read minds or I would want to be invisible just so I could creep on people. Like
I don't know if I'd want to be invisible or read minds, because if people were thinking mean things about me, I wouldn't like it.
But then I can
I
use
would
that
like
against
that.
them.
You would like that?
I'd like that very much.
Are you confrontational though?
When I have to be, but I would.
But you don't have to be. They're their thoughts.
Right, but you're a step up on anyone if you know where
Exactly.
they're coming from. That's an immediate advantage.
Yes.
Because they're not going to play to you like they genuinely don't like you. I mean, they're going to play to you like they do, but you know where they're coming from. I mean, it might lead to some very passive-aggressive conversations.
For sure.
And I'm
But
not
you would
really
know
that
for
kind
sure,
of person.
though.
But
I would love that. I think more than anything, I would
but
probably.
that takes all the mystery out of life.
But
I don't know that I'd want to read people's minds, man.
That's why flying is just a great pick.
Yeah, flying's a great
Flying.
pick.
No, mystery gives me anxiety. I don't want mystery. I want to know.
It's not even about mystery.
Yeah,
It's
but
about like,
imagine how much anxiety you'd have if you knew everything.
or if you knew someone didn't like you, but they would never say it. Like that would boggle my whole mind up.
But so
like,
what?
But why you would
Like
know?
if you were looking at me and you'd be like, just this, you know what I mean?
This
just in
stupid
your,
peanut eater,
right
this
in your
ear
head.
tucker.
And I would just be so like, well, why are you even standing here? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but like,
Oh, I see what you mean. It would drive you crazy.
it would drive me crazy that I would know something and they weren't saying.
But
it.
that means that you, like, I guess I don't care if people don't like me. That means you care if people don't like
I care if people don't like me and act like they do.
Yeah, I don't care
if you don't like me, don't like me.
Yeah.
But don't be like, oh my God, how was your show? Or whatever. And then in your head be like, I don't give, you know. That would make me insane.
I'm just
that
saying-
would be the part that I'd be like, why are you being fake right now?
I'm saying you could answer them appropriately.
I would start problems if I could
No,
read people's
what
minds.
I would do
know
is
I would.
start buying them gifts, and then so
Gifts are free on the internet.
Yeah.
gifts like
I'll
presents.
send you one. It's Terry Crews doing a dance. It's really good.
And they were like, "Why are you being so nice to me?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just a nice person. I would just only get them gifts, and so then they couldn't hate me."
Get them like their favorite chocolate, but they never told you what
I'm
their
just
favorite
impressed
chocolate
that
was.
none of you guys are going to try and get their passwords or try and, because you have their mind.
Well, that
You
comes
have the
along
thought.
with it.
Yeah, so you can steal their credit card numbers and their PIN number and
Why?
all that stuff.
I'll go straight to the top. Like I would just go to like.
Oh, I thought you meant you could. I'm thinking of it in terms of you could only zero in on what they're thinking at that time.
Like
They're not
as you're
thinking-
talking to
yeah,
them.
if they're not
That's
thinking
what
about
I
their
but I mean,
password.
if you ask them, they're going to think it in their head. And then
If you go,
just
hey, what's
and-
your password?
What's your social security number?
But I have a randomizer, so all mine. I don't even know mine. Mine
Well,
are all
then I
different.
won't go for yours.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah.
Why do you think I did it?
I want to pull
for mind readers.
That's right. I don't know that that's not a thing.
I just want to pull like a what women want type thing. Like not women, just.
I was gonna say, what do you care what they want?
Man, but I would want to know everybody. Like I want to know if I could sleep with this girl right here. So I just would want to think like, I never turned a gay guy before. Like,
But you know you
turn a gay guy?
would flip you would flip the F out as soon as you heard the first person's thoughts, where they thought you were ugly or gross or annoying, or you would go crazy if you heard that in people's brains.
Yeah, you would.
You're not
I
Joe.
would.
You're not Joe
I
Thick
would.
Skin.
If I had the advantage of it, because I would know all their insecurities. They're like, I can't talk about his big nose because I have that mole right by my vagina. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how people think.
I'm just saying. I would know their insecurity. Like, I hope he doesn't see the mole on my vagina right there.
Oh, right.
It's very embarrassing. The
You know
ingrown
how
hair.
you know how big noses are equal to vagina moles for a lot of people.
I hope he
Yeah.
doesn't think my ingrown hair is a herpy. I really hope.
A herpy. How would you see an
Singular
ingrown?
herpy.
How would you see an ingrown hair? on a
Oh, look,
woman?
she's got a herp.
That's that herp.
I just got to touch the herp today.
No way.
I'm really glad that Pound Cake doesn't have that power.
Yeah, I
He
know.
would drive himself mad.
I wouldn't drive myself mad.
You would.
I would probably drive other people mad.
How?
Because I would just use their thoughts against them.
But how? How are you going to use a woman's vagina mole against her?
Tweet it.
Because I would. No, I would just instantly talk about. I'm like, I would pull up a picture on the internet of somebody who had a vagina mole. I'm like, dude, vagina moles are so disgusting.
Make sure you
You
tag
are
her.
a jerk.
Do you see
Those
this
are
vagina
such
mole?
mean
Right, but then
things to
what?
do.
But then what?
I would just try. to
What's
get
the
it-
end game
I'm like,
of this?
I'm like, don't you agree that this vagina moles are like so gross? They're like, well, they're not that bad. I'm like, no, look at it. It has a hair on it. Like it's so disgusting.
And what happens when the first person who commits suicide happens after your
Right.
It wouldn't
comments?
be on me.
It wouldn't.
Because I was saying, how am I supposed to know that she has a vagina mole? It's not like she
Cody,
told
we
me.
understand you were the last person to talk to her. Did you say anything?
I
Did
said-
You
she
happen to
give
show
you
her
any?
any pictures?
anything?
or-
that,
I just said vagina moles were ugly, and she's like, she has a vagina.
Oh,
mole.
that explains it. We found a note on her nightstand that said, F. Cody Brown, he made fun of my mole. I'm going out the window. Oh, I see.
And I say,
Okay.
how am I
Well,
supposed to
you're
know?
free to go. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Sir, listen, with great power comes something. But, you got to be careful with that. A lot of people say they want to be invisible. I'd like to be intangible.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I would like. Yep. Walk through walls. You can be invisible. You still bump into walls.
No, but you
I
can't
like to
spy on
walk
people.
through
You
stuff.
want to be not like a ghost, like Alan the human, but you can walk through walls.
Alan the friendly ghost.
Alan the friendly ghost.
That's what people already call me now. They go, where'd Alan go? He left.
My superpower would be to give girls vagina moles.
You and Poundcake you'd be getting them at both ends. Yeah. Oh, God.
Just be like, kapow! Now you got a vagina mole.
Yeah, but then word would get around that don't hang out with Bill Squire. You wake up with this weird growth on your crotch. That's no
Ew.
good.
Are you guys
No, I
thinking
could
of
just
like
do it all the time.
like a big mole? Like a
Don't ask
decent
me. I don't know what the
size?
hell he's
I
talking
don't
about in the
know what
first
he's
place.
talking
We're
about
just trying to go along with the bit. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm like, what?
Pound cake. 70% sour cream.
Yeah.
Mole money, mole problems.
Mole money, mole problems. Stop. I don't know. I don't know if I like a super. I like flying. Maybe the.
Well, flying, though, I think people assume. I always think of those jokes where the genie gives you 3 wishes, but you screw them up somehow. The guy's like, I want
like
to
the movie
I want to
Bedazzled or no? What was that movie?
Bedeviled?
No.
Oh.
Was it Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, they remade it.
And the hot chick.
You might be Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
where like you got to get real specific.
Like, yeah.
So people go, I'd like to fly, but there's nothing in that tells you you'd know how to fly. You'd just be like
Floating, yeah. There's
freaking out and yeah.
You get that stupid twist. Hate that.
Yeah, where like he wants to be rich and famous, but he's gay, but he only
No,
is
he had
doing
it-
it.
but
He's only
he's
doing
gay.
no, he's only doing it to get the girl,
Yeah.
and then he like ends up being like this rich famous dude, but he has a husband, so he doesn't end up getting the girl that he wanted in the first place.
And he was a famous basketball player, but he had a little tiny dong.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was a silly movie. I liked it.
It was a cute, dumb silly movie.
What about just being able to like move things with your mind? What's that one called?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Yeah, I'd want that one.
Ticklishness. Same thing, right?
Move things with your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
But what would you move?
I could go over and pick it up and move it. I mean,
No, I mean like you can move anything with your mind. So like,
that
you
would
could
be
pick
something I
yeah.
would use to mess with people.
Right.
That would be purely for like pranks.
All right.
No, I wouldn't use
What's
it
a
just for pranks.
practical? Oh, you mean like you don't want to get out of bed? You want the remote?
Well, there's that the simple everyday stuff, but then you could, pick cars up and throw them at bad guys if you need to. Or
guy. He wants to be Magneto.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of bad guys in my life.
Imagine like teleporting, just like
Ooh,
hey,
teleporting's a good one.
Like, hey babe, you want to go to
That would
like
be nice for the road.
Yeah.
you want to go to Maldives like for the weekend? Like really? Like grab onto me, bitch. And then
Now,
like,
here's the thing. Teleporting is one of those things where you could say, "Oh, I want to be able to teleport," but then your clothes don't go with you. So everywhere you go, you got to have a change of clothes ready to go.
Well, but in the X-Men comic books, Nightcrawler, he had to see where he was going.
Yeah.
You couldn't just show up. You'd be like inside a wall or something, So if we're adhering to the Marvel rules,
Which we are.
like you do.
Which we are,
Yeah.
obviously.
If your superpower is lording $1,000 over your friends' heads, you might be in luck here for our $1,000 prize.
Your shot at $1,000. Now, text the keyword luck to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's luck to 200-200. Good luck from WMMS.
Alan, I'd like to have selective omniscience. Choosing when I want to know the answer to something.
Ooh.
Select. How would you click that on and off, though?
When you want to know the answer. Wait, what? Read that again?
I want to have selective omniscience. Choosing when I want to know the answer to something or anything. Choosing when you, rather than just random information coming in your head, I guess this person wants to have. I'm not sure how that would manifest
Like
itself.
for trivia night? Like, is that what you would go to different bar trivias and get gift cards and stuff?
Riddle me this. Just be really good at cheating.
Yeah.
Mary's over on Team Vagina Moles. Cheating at bar trivia. All right. That was 1942. Thank you very much. Yeah. It is nothing. You don't ever win anything cool at those trivia nights, though. Ah, you got a new calendar. Hey,
You get a gift card once in a while.
Yeah, you get a gift card. You get mostly gift cards.
All right. That's what I mentioned that earlier. I went to see that movie, A Quiet Place, with my daughter, and over the weekend. And the usher had to come in and tell these kids to shut up which I haven't seen in a long time. These kids were real loud, but they were actually kind of funny too.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, they got him!" You know, one of those, like the monster had come through or whatever. So it's only like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and it wasn't super packed out, so I didn't care.
Well, people were touchy about that movie. Like, people were complaining that the whole movie was silent, so everyone in the theater had to be silent too.
Oh,
I was popcorn,
which
I
get.
I was sitting next to some people that were eating food and stuff like that, and you're just hyper aware of it because it is so quiet. Like,
That's
I wasn't
right.
complaining, but
it didn't bother me.
It is incredibly noticeable because it is so quiet.
But I knew that some dude, because it was just like black kids in front, I knew some dude in the back walked out and complained because this poor girl then's got to come in like this teenage usher. She's got to walk over to him and go, "Phone's off, be quiet, sit down."
And they're like, okay.
Yeah, she had to go to 2 separate rows. So it must have, I couldn't see him because those seats are so high now, but it must have been a bunch of kids sitting in front of each other. She had to go to 2 separate rows and tell these kids. And when you're a high school usher, like, those kids are your age.
Yeah.
It's not like you have any
you don't
authority.
really have any authority.
And they're not taking you seriously.
No,
Like,
they shut up.
you know?
I mean, but still.
Like, I pay my money too.
I don't do scary movies anymore. I don't. They give me nightmares and stuff. The Quiet Place was a scary movie, right?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It was like a thriller.
Jumpy more?
No, not even that.
No.
Because you always know when it's coming because whenever there's a sound, you know the monster's on its way.
Yeah, kind of a slow burn.
Yeah.
Do they live in this universe?
Yeah, it's on Earth. Something has happened that they don't explain, and these monsters come down.
That's I didn't know if they were in a different
Nope. No.
type of a time.
No,
or
they don't really
something?
explain it. There's shots of newspaper clippings of here the aliens are coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poundcake and I saw Aladdin on Saturday or Friday night.
All right.
And that was so great.
Now you said you would have been happy if he had been disappointed.
Yes.
Did you end up disappointed then?
No, I was disappointed that he wasn't disappointed.
Oh, I was shook.
But we had such a good time.
Like, I was just so in awe. I was like, oh my God, they actually flew on a magic carpet above the stage, and they were just like zipping around singing A Whole New World. I was just like, Bill, look at it.
I don't know if they were
look at
zipping around. They were definitely.
They were swinging.
Yeah, they were just kind of floating.
But I was like, look at it, Bill.
Lazily.
Like, look at it. Every time like they would do something like that, you know they're gonna do. I'm just like, wow. I'm the only one in the crowd. Like, wow.
Did they suck the genie into a lamp?
Not exactly.
No.
I mean, they have their effects and they have their limitations, but they did do a great job with the Never Had a Friend Like Me.
The special effects,
that song,
the pyro, and all the stuff.
In the Cave of Wonders, it was incredible.
And it's
like,
that's
I was
awesome.
blown away. I had like goosebumps after that song was
Oh, that's
over.
cool.
Yeah, the
it
Disney.
was great.
I mean, Disney has the budget to make their plays like, on.
And also, fellas, if you're going to see this with a lady, there's plenty of scantily clad women. So, and they're hot,
But
hot dancer bodies.
Do your sit-ups because the dudes are pretty ripped too. Everyone in Agrabah was ripped. So
Yeah, they can all get it.
They could all get it.
So you had
Every
it
single
was
one.
everything you hoped it would be, Poundcake,
and more.
You guys had fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and they gave us food and free wine. And
This was a press screening,
Awesome.
or what was
Yep,
it?
it was a press screening.
Okay.
That's awesome.
It was. So thank you for taking me, Poundcake. I know
You're welcome.
You.
You were his +1.
Yeah, he's the one that set that up.
But thanks to the peeps at Playhouse Square for letting us, because I wouldn't be able to go unless I complained.
And if you're looking for something to do,
cried.
Mother's Day is on Sunday. Get some tickets.
It's well worth it. I
It's
would have
great.
paid for it.
Mom wants to see those scantily clad dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think sometimes that I think sometimes going to things like that you're so excited about, it's better to do with a friend than like as a date. You know, because what if
Yeah.
the person sucks, or you know what I mean, like, or
Well, you go on a date if it's someone that you're dating, but not like a first date.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have just
No.
taken a date to that. Like, if it was either it was
First day, we are going to Aladdin at Playhouse
No,
Square.
I would take-
I mean-
She's like, I would have been cool with mini putt. I mean,
it was gonna be Bill or my mom. So
right, okay.
yeah,
Because I didn't know if
Alright.
you had like a list of people you were.
no, nobody's good.
Mom didn't want to
with me
go
to
because there were
Aladdin.
no Phil Collins songs in Aladdin, so she said,
I'm glad I got to go because it was cool. I've seen 3 musicals in the past year.
"Huh,
That's a lot.
that is a lot by any stretch." All right, let me break. We'll come back. We'll bid a fond farewell to Mary Santora for another Monday. And you want to get the last word in, you can send a text 35192. Cavs game tonight in Toronto. They could wrap, or is it, you said here, yeah? It's here.
Yes.
They could close it all out tonight. So that's 8:30 tonight in MMS.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, guys?
We're siding in the DMs today.
My tall cup of juice.
You had to call me Noise. Call them Noise.
My coworkers at my morning job were making fun of me because the morning it was orange juice. This is grape juice or apple juice.
Mm-hmm. Look,
And
he knows all his fruits.
We were just having all our meetings today, and I'm just there. Anyways, continue, boss.
That looks like a 40.
Whatever. But that's what I was doing.
Just it's a 40 of apple juice. I'm all set for the bar crawl tomorrow. I got a T-shirt to wear that's superhero themed, and while I was at the mall, I love malls in the morning. Like I went there, it was like 11 a.m.
Power walking.
Not even like they're already gone. It's no one, and I almost.
What mall did you go to?
South Park.
Ah.
But it was early. Like it was 11 a.m. Like there was some people there, but there wasn't enough for like you can hear your footsteps echoing through the entire mall. And I almost bought a Star-Lord like leather jacket, like Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's like $120. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that just for a bar crawl.
No,
trying to save money right now.
You could probably use it for something else though. You don't have to have it for necessarily. The bar
It's
crawl.
pretty over the top looking. Like it's not like a subtle jacket. It's like red. It looks like Thriller. So I just went with a T-shirt and
yeah, I have a T-shirt as well, and I've had it for quite some time, and I didn't realize I had it until the specific moment, like when we were talking about the workouts. I was like, wait a minute, I could wear a T-shirt. I have that. So
there you go. I'm excited for the bar crawl. I don't go down to the East Bank of the Flats very often.
It's a long day, 12 hours,
5
hours.
5 hours, yeah. But once you get past that first bar, it all flies by.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like 4 tequila shots.
Like an hour at a bar, that's nothing. But yeah, that's the thing is you can do a lot. So you just gotta pace yourself a little bit. Yeah. Just don't die by the end of it.
And that's why I gotta control my drinking for tonight because
it starts. Your weekend's kicking off with a bang.
I don't say no to opportunities, and someone reached out from Akron Pride.
Oh, I love saying no to opportunities.
I don't want to say no to opportunities.
I like opportunities, but there's some opportunities that aren't opportunities, and you learn to discern what's a good opportunity and what is not. And I have done a good job. Well, only recently. Like in the past, I used to just say yes to everything, and then you end up doing stuff. And you're like, why am I here? This is garbage. But it helps you appreciate the good things. Anyway, so you're judging what tonight?
So it's Miss Akron Pride. So there's like 15 drag queens. They'll be at the Akron Civic Theater tonight. So it's actually a pretty big venue.
That's pretty cool.
It's going to Akron Civic Theater tonight. And it's 15 drag queens, and I'm on a panel of judges. I think I'm one of 5. So there's like a deal breaker judge. So there's 5.
Do you get to give input on
I think so. I think it's like I could be the Simon if I want to be the Simon, but I'm going to be Pound Cake because I know Fierce, and I know what they're being judged on, like originality, like costume design, the quality of their lip syncing. So it's a big production. Like these people it's going to be RuPaul's Drag Race, like duking it out. And one of the actual...
they're going to get catty.
Yeah, and one of the actual runner-ups of RuPaul's Drag Race will be hosting.
Oh, cool. I did a dance competition... Like it was like Dancing with the Stars based kind of thing in Mentor last year.
Wait, you were in it or you were judging?
I was hosting it.
Oh.
And then there was judges, and I got to like give some banter back and forth with the judges. It was a blast. I had a great time doing that, and things like that are so fun. So if you need judges or hosts, you know who to call.
And you were talking about like bad,
but I cost money. I don't do shit for free.
Well, the main reason why I did it because I thought it was a good opportunity because I haven't really partied back in Akron since I graduated.
Yes, you do have a goal tonight, which is
I went to University of Akron, and I slayed there. Like I soaked my wild roots there. So
you soaked your wild roots. That's not you're mixed
oats.
Like you sowed your wild oats.
Sure.
Not soaked.
Sure.
How do you get so many things wrong?
I don't know. It's a gift. But I haven't been back there since I graduated, and I'm gonna party tonight. It's Akron Gay Pride, so I'm gonna be going to all the clubs around there that I know that I used to my old stomping grounds. And you know what? I want to see if I still got it. I want a 18-year-old boy to take me back to his dorm room. Like I haven't been in the dorm in like 4 years.
You're 25, so going back with an 18-year-old is just acceptable. Like I'd say, like
he's
that's
illegal. He's acceptable. I don't care if I was 35.
Yeah. People would. People would judge you.
I don't care. They judge me anyways.
I know they judge me too.
Oh, I'm going. Like I want to go back to my old dorm room, like my actual building, and like I just want to see who's living there. I'm like, do you know what went on in this
You're
room?
gonna go back to your room, and it's gonna be like biohazard sanctioned. Like
I'm just saying, like
sectioned off. Like, oh no, we don't let anybody go in here anymore.
Like, wow, the stain's still there, right where I left it.
There's a smell here that we just can't get out, and so no one uses this room. They had to shut down this whole floor for at least 2 years, and it's all because of...
I would use it as a badge of honor.
Okay.
But I lived in the dorms like
Wear
my
it as a
year.
badge of honor. It's like you do this on purpose.
What?
Use it as a badge of honor?
I would wear it as a badge of honor.
That's not what you said at first.
Yes, I did. I said I would wear it as a badge of honor.
You said you'd use it as a badge of honor.
I said wear
Roll
it.
back the tape. No, we can't because we're... Anyway, we got to go back on the air. So if you're in Akron tonight, look out for Pound Cake. He's going to be down there.
Rock legend Alice Cooper released Paranormal, his first album in 6 years and 27th overall set. The record was produced by Bob Ezrin and featured special guests like U2's Larry Mullen Jr., who plays on 9 of the 12 new songs, Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top, Deep Purple's Roger Glover, as well as a mini reunion of the original Alice Cooper band. And after 40 years in the business, Alice doesn't see any reason to slow down. Cooper said, quote, "I've always said this, if we do a tour and nobody shows up, then I'm retired. That's never happened. In fact, we're doing better business now than we've ever done. More people are coming to the show now, and I've never felt better, so I don't see any reason to retire at all. I know a lot of guys are quitting, but a lot of guys still smoke and drink. They're probably tired. I'm not tired. People always say, well, you could just play golf every day, and I say, I play golf every day anyway. There you go. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and you'll be rocking well into your 7th decade as well. I'm Corey Roddick, and that's your Rock Report for Monday, May 7th on 100.7 WMMS.
Get more music news at WMMS.com. From the Final Touch Construction Studios, this is the 50th anniversary of WMMS Buzzard Radio, an iHeart radio station. Ask Alexa to play WMMS on iHeart Radio.
Now back to the Alan Cox Show.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. F it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. F***ing thing sucks.
Okay, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon. Mary Santora, always a delight.
Thank you for having me. It was
Absolutely.
a lot of fun.
Find Mary on Twitter at Mary_Santora.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary Santora Comedy on Instagram.
Correct.
You'll be part of our Alan Cox Show comedy tour again this year.
Yes.
Tickets for which on sale at AlanCoxShow.com. Search the word comedy. Get the lineup, tickets, all of it. They go quickly, though, so get them. And then you and Brian Kenny doing the Funny Stop this weekend.
Yes, sir. Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. You can call 330-923-4700 for tickets or go to funnystop.com. So 5 chances to catch me and Brian this weekend down in Cuyahoga Falls.
A lot of people have been pointing out to me that Phil Collins is the same night as The Garbage Show. The band that Mary didn't even know existed until half an hour ago.
I can't sing for garbage, so
yeah. All right.
not concerned.
That's going to be a coin flip, boy. Yeah. Bill, what you got coming up?
The Alan Cox Show comedy tour.
Whoop, whoop.
That's my next
Woot, woot.
gig. You can come and see that. You could take
That's your next gig?
I mean, I clear my schedule before the comedy tour because
gotcha.
That's what I'm trying to focus on.
Understood.
I mean, I got Rock on the Range and stuff like that, but it's out of town stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, I'll be at Rock on the Range. I'll be at the Whiskey Bear Comedy Festival next weekend. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bill Squire.
Rock on the Range is a weekend before the comedy tour, yeah?
Yeah, it's next weekend.
Next weekend?
Not this coming weekend, the following weekend.
Right, yeah. Pound Cake, what do you want to throw in, buddy?
If they want to follow me, they can do so at Radio Cody B on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. Podcast always available. The ACS podcast at the top of AlanCoxShow.com. The live stream is always archived at our YouTube channel, which you can get to at the bottom there. If you subscribe on iTunes, you can rate the show there. If you listen on the iHeartRadio app, it's free. Look for the Alan Cox Show 24/7 channel, and you can listen to this and past episodes to your little heart's content. And that's it. Thanks very much for hanging out today. Cavs versus the Raptors in a little bit. They can shut it down tonight. Game 4 starts at 8:30 here on WMMS, and we'll reconvene with you tomorrow at 3. So have a great night. Go Cavs, and I will